Thunderstep Gaming.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the final episode of Paper Perjury.
Indeed.
For now, at
this
least.
Yeah, because there has been an announcement, in case you haven't seen it. A case 6 is coming.
Yeah. And maybe
we don't really know
more.
much about it yet.
Like, on that, I think it was on that article that I posted in the server.
Yeah.
They said that there may be even more than that, so...
It said
that's
there
cool.
will, I think.
Yeah.
It said like more is planned, at least.
Yeah,
But
more,
yeah, it's a free
more
update,
planned.
which I really appreciate. It's just giving us
that's
more
nice.
stuff.
That's nice. So yeah, there will be more Paper Perjury content in the future. But
We don't
for
have a
now,
release date for that yet, so
well, they
we will
don't have
do
a
it
release
when it
date,
comes out.
so-
yeah.
Oh my god, that can was a stubborn one. Right, so...
Alright, yeah, we were a little bit into case 5.
I can hardly remember what the fuck we did last time. I know we were doing case 5, but beyond that, I'm just like...
Yeah. Let's load in and see where we are.
What did we get? What evidence do we have? I don't know. We're gonna have to like
we should
read
look
through
back
all
through
of
our
this stuff.
evidence. We just look back through the evidence list and we can go from there.
Desktop 1. Paper Perjury.
When you don't play for a week,
Start.
man.
Load.
Like for a week more than usual. I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Load. File. Back. Load slot 1. Load slot 1. Sunday, the 18th of May. Talk.
Ah, yes. I love how it just drops us right in. No context.
Yep.
No nothing.
Travel. Investigate.
I love it.
Would be great if it gave you a recap. That would be so
Yeah.
nice.
Travel. Investigate.
Okay.
Evidence selected. Profiles. Summary. Close. Justina's I.
Yeah, let's go through the evidence we have.
we have our ID. That's important.
Mhm. We are, in fact, not a police officer.
Nope.
We are a police clerk.
You know,
Perfectly qualified.
given how her intuition always seems correct, although in case 4, I guess it wasn't. But in terms of arrests, like maybe we should just let her arrest a random suspect, because that's probably going to be the right person then.
Justina's I. Selected.
Yeah.
Justina's I. Just unstatement.
Hey, arresting random people is Hunt's thing. Don't take that away from
That
him.
is his thing.
Just unstatement.
Speaking of,
Unstatement selected. Just unstatement. Detective Ser was at until 7 o'clock p. In the night of Anton's death. He claims he went directly home. Type statement obtained. Police station.
yes, yeah. So that's how the case started. They were like, Hunt. He did the thing. He was.
Just unstatement. Miss Collins statement.
Game was like, hey,
Toy mouse.
he's got something going on.
Miss Collins statement.
Who the fuck is she?
Miss Collins statement
The
selected.
receptionist.
Miss Collins
Joy
statement.
Collins.
Yeah. Ugh.
Miss Collins statement. Anton Chambers left his
The
office at
corporate speak character.
Miss Collins statement. Anton Chambers left his office at 6:23 p.m. Joy was told he wouldn't return. Joy records important information on her phone. Type statement obtained. Just Miss Collins. Toy mouse.
I love how that's there.
No clean crew.
Okay, that's
This will be relevant later.
yeah. That's the whole Ser Pounce thing which we did last time. Yes.
Yes,
Things
we
are
have
coming back
outfoxed
to me.
Ser Pounce.
Yes.
No clean crew.
Also, yeah, I think we mentioned this, but the law of conservation of characters is in full effect.
Mhm.
No cleaning crew select type. Miss Collins Justina's I. D.
You
No cleaning
used
crew.
that
Justina's I.
one also on the Ser Pounce, or did you?
No cleaning crew. Owen Eubank put a cleaning crew on paper petition for Anton's
no,
death. Last
never
Friday,
mind.
20th of April at 5 p.m. Type evidence
No.
obtained. Eubank just Miss Collins.
No,
cleaning
that is
statement.
from- I'm
No cleaning
sorry,
crew.
never mind.
Statement.
Meg?
Statement, note, type, Miss Hunt's Justy. Kaniki's statement, close. Kaniki's statement, Meg started working on Anton's car yesterday morning. She found some clumps of wool in the car trunk before she started working on it. Type, statement.
Right.
Just Hunt's Miss type, no clean. Kaniki's statements, Anton's car. View or vertical scroll, Anton's car. Anton's car. Kanik, note, type, Miss Hunt's statement. Justina's I.D. Anton's car. Anton's car is a stick shift car that requires that someone learn to drive it. There are
Right.
dents, scratches, and a broken tail light. Type, evidence.
Mhm.
Just Hunt's Miss type, no click. Kaniki, Anton's car selected. View or vertical activate. Increase. Deactivate. Gun, ledge, reset, lower, Owens, Anton, Kaniki's statement. Owen's car. Owen's car selected. Anton, Kanik, no click. Owen's car. Owen's close. Owen's car has adaptive cruise control, a light dash up trunk release, and voice command. The trunk release is so someone can open the trunk from the inside. Type, evidence.
Yeah, we use that for...
Use that one with Ser Pounce.
Note, Kanik, Owen's car selected. Lower's car.
So if we just ignore the child, it's Ser Pounce. The child is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Kaniki's statement. No cleaning crew. Lower's car, a standard automatic car with hand crank windows. We don't have access to the inside of the car. Type, evidence. Obtained. Parking garage. No click. Anton, Owen's. Lower's car selected. Reception desk phone. Reception desk phone. Lower Owens. Anton, Kaniki's statement. No cleaning crew. Reception desk phone. The reception desk phone has a built-in speaker. It is connected to the president's office. Type, evidence. Obtained. UI.
Okay.
Note, Kanik, Anton, Owen's. Lower's car. Reception desk. Ledger statement. Ledger statement. Lower Owens. Anton's Kaniki's statement. No cleaning crew. Ledger statement. Lower says he never saw Anton Chambers in his office. He left the office around 10 p.m. in the night. It's unknown where else Lower was. Type, statement. Obtained. President's office. Note, Kanik, Anton, Owen. Lower reception desk phone. Ledger statement selected. Gunpowder. Gunpowder selected. Ledger set. Lower Owens. Anton, Kanik. No cleaning crew. Gunpowder. The president's office had no traces of blood, but there were traces of gunpowder everywhere except where a missing rug was. This is likely from a discharged gun. Type, evidence. Obtained. President's office. Note, Kanik, Anton, Owen. Lower
Gunpowder.
reception desk phone.
Yes, this is likely from a discharged gun.
Yeah.
No, I had never thought of that.
Ledger statement. Gunpowder view or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Chalk. Gunpowder. Ledger statement. Gun. President's office phone. President's office gun. Ledger set. Lower Owens. Anton. President's office close. President's office phone. The president's office phone was connected to the reception phone on Sunday night from around 7 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. at night. There's no proof of who used it. Type, evidence. Obtained. President's office.
For an hour? Jeez.
Yeah, that was a long chat.
Anton Owens. Lower reception. Ledger. Gunpowder. President's office phone. Chalkboard.
I've seen my man do longer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yes. They do that. That's just the law of nature.
Yeah.
Ledger reception. Desk phone.
Women on the phone.
Lower Owens' car. Anton's car. Chalkboard. Close. Chalkboard inside the president's office. Lower claims he started learning about the duties of being president of Eubank Investments yesterday. Type, evidence. Obtained. President's office. Anton Owens. Lower reception. Ledge gun. President. Chalkboard view or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Vice confession. Mr. Eubank statement. Vice statement. Chalkboard selected. Vice statement. Vice statement selected.
We probably don't need this.
Chalk president's office phone.
No, I'm pretty sure that one is
Vice statement
irrelevant.
selected.
Just look at her
Vice
confession. That's the important
Vice
one.
statement selected.
And his
Mr. Eubank
statement.
statement. Mr. Eubank 5 Chalk president. Ledger reception desk. Mr. Eubank statement. Owen drove his car to the office the night of Anton's death. He had an argument with Anton about the future of the company. Type, statement. Reset ledge gun. President. Chalk 5 statement. Mr. Eubank 5's confession.
And then...
View or vertical scroll
yeah,
bar.
we know that.
Activate. Increase. Deactivate. 5's confession.
Okay, yeah. So that's what we did last.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Anton
where are
Chambers.
we?
Ser Pounce.
We are... Oh, okay. That's where we are.
Anton Ser Pounce. Justina. So, what's new? Ser Pounce.
I gotta click on that.
Ser Pounce. Meow. 5. Ser Pounce says that he's been busy balancing playtime with nap time. Not enough hours in the day.
Yes, quite.
Ser Pounce. Meow. Justina must be a busy cat. Justina left Aaron. I shouldn't tell them I'm more of a dog girl myself, right, Aaron? Justina left Aaron. At least dogs do things right, Aaron. Anton Chambers.
These dogs do things.
Ser Pounce.
Dogs do things.
Travel. Investigate.
Hey, sleeping is doing things, okay?
Investigate.
Is
Plants
it
selected.
though?
Painting selected. Window selected. Black. Plants are painting. Windows
We've
selected.
done all of these.
Travel. Police station. Eubank Investments lobby.
Okay, so where haven't we... What do we need?
Police station.
Police station?
We've
Okay, that's
been to
just
all
back.
of these.
Investment lobby.
We've been to all of the
Been to Eubank
locations.
Investments.
Parking garage.
Parking garage.
President's office. Owen's office.
President.
Back.
Yeah, okay. So we need to
So-
go and dispute some shit.
Police station.
We just learned that what's the word? Anton, or not Anton.
Owen.
Anton is
Parking
dead.
garage. President's office. Owen's office.
Owen and Lowell had an argument, but Lowell
No,
has
Owen
told us.
and Anton had an argument.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we need to go to Owen and
Yeah,
dispute.
yeah,
We need to go to Owen.
President's
Sorry,
office.
I'm a step ahead.
President Owen's office.
Oops.
Review statement. Justina left Aaron. I should go over his statement. Owen around 7 o'clock p.m. on the night of
And I'm
Anton's death.
wrong,
Drove in the office to get
actually.
some work done.
Never
1/5.
mind.
Owen, I parked the car in the garage and went into Anton's office. 2/5. Owen, Anton and I spoke, but we got into an argument over where to take the company. 3/5.
Okay, so he told us that.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Sorry, I was thinking of something else.
Owen, I left shortly afterwards. 4/5. Owen, before you ask, I don't have an alibi for being in the office. I didn't see anyone else. 5/5.
Okay.
That's the one. Sorry, that's the one we have to dispute. From Vi's confession. In her confession, she says she heard him talking to someone else in the garage.
Owen, around 7 o'clock p.m. Owen, I parked the car in the garage and went into Anton's office. 2. Owen, Anton and I spoke. Owen, I left shortly afterwards. 4/. Owen, before you ask, I don't have an alibi for being in the office. I didn't see anyone else. Justina's I.D. Missed type note. Anton's view or vertical scroll. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Vi's confession. Vi's confession selected. Mr. Eubank Chalk President Gunpowder. Ledger statement present. Vi's confession. Find Ser Pounce or Eubank Investments second floor when they heard a single gunshot coming from the lobby. When they got there, they didn't see Joy at the reception desk. Type statement obtained. Owen's office. Present. Vi's confession. Find Ser.
That doesn't seem to tell us.
Present. Justina left Aaron. I don't think this is really relevant. Skipping. Feel right. Justina left Aaron. I think I'll hold off on this for now. Right, Aaron. Owen, around 7 o'clock p.m. Owen. Owen, before
Is
last,
it-
now
one sec.
Justina's Aunt Smith type, no Paniki, Anton's car, view or vertical scroll, activate.
Oh, fuck's sake, it's the statement, not the confession.
Increase. Deactivate Fi's confession. Missed Fi's statement. Fi's state, chalk press gun, ledger, Fi's statement. Fi was hiding inside Owen's trunk when he left his house at 7 p.m. Sunday night. She was also in the trunk before he left the office and could hear her dad talking to an unknown party in the garage. Present.
Sorry, my bad.
Mr. Eubank, we have a witness who stated that you were in the parking garage talking to someone. Justina, why didn't you bring them up? Owen, well, Owen, hold on, who is this witness? Justina, left Aaron, I better not let him know his own daughter ratted him out, right, Aaron? Justina, that information is highly classified police information.
She said information twice.
Yep.
Owen, you expect me to believe that? Then tell me, who did I speak to? Justina, left Aaron, based on our evidence, is there anyone he could have spoken to, right, Aaron? Justina, here's who you spoke to that night. Justina's I.D selected, Hunt's statement, Miss Collins' statement,
What?
Toy Mouse. No cleaning crew.
Bollocks.
For this, you use someone's statement to represent them. So if you present
Hunt's statement.
her statement, you say she spoke to
Hunt's
her.
statement selected.
Or he
Present.
spoke to her, even.
Justina, left Aaron, I should rethink this. I know I have the evidence on me, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, perhaps it would make more sense to use someone's statement to represent them, right, Aaron?
Ah. Hey.
Okay, it does
Yeah,
tell
you
you that
spoke to
once
that
you fuck up once. Okay.
Justina's I.D selected.
Sorry, game. I'll shut up and let you do your job.
Miss Collins' statement, Toy Mouse. Miss Collins' statement.
Would she be in the garage?
Miss
I mean,
Collins' statement, Justina's I.D present.
there's no penalty for clicking, so fuck it. I'm not...
Justina, left Aaron, I should rethink this. I know I have the Justina, left Aaron, Justina, here's who you spoke to that night. Justina's I.D Smith, Toy Mouse, no cleaning crew.
You spoke to my ID.
Toy Mouse, no cleaning crew. Paniki statement, no cleaning crew.
You spoke to me.
Would that... Yeah, like, would that represent me?
Toy Mouse, no cleaning crew. Paniki statement,
Yeah, probably, but you're going to get the same default.
I
This
know,
is
I
wrong.
no clean Paniki statement.
Well, probably.
Oh, garage.
No Paniki
I
statement.
guess she could have been there.
No Toy Miss Collins' statement. Justina's I.D present. Justina, left Aaron, I should rethink this.
Nope.
Justina, left. Justina, here's who you spoke to that night. Justina's I.D Miss Toy, no Paniki statement. Anton's car. View or vertical scroll bar, activate.
You spoke to the car.
Anton's car.
Deactivate.
Hey, maybe it's a smart car. What do you know?
Ledger set lower Anton's car. Owen's car.
Maybe he has Kit from Knight Rider.
Owen's car.
You spoke to your own car.
Owen's car. Lower's car. Reception desk phone. Ledger statement. View or vertical scroll bar, ledger statement. Ledger set lower Anton's car. Paniki statement. No cleaning crew present. Justina, left Aaron. Lowell is the only person in the building whose movements we don't know yet. He's the only option, right, Aaron?
I mean, okay. Yeah, sure.
Justina, Lowell was the person, which makes it even stranger that you didn't say anything. Owen, well. Owen, it was such a minor thing, it was hardly worth bringing up. Swift, then what were you two talking about? Owen, and why should I tell you about my private conversation? Swift, you said you had nothing to hide. Owen, if you must know, go ask him yourself. I have nothing else to say. Swift, in the case, we
You can't do that.
That's
Justina, I'm starting
not
to think Mr. Eubank hates us even
suspicious
straight
at all. When you say it like that to the police.
Yeah, like that's okay. At this point, I feel like it's kind of reasonable to pull a hunt and go, "Hey, I'm pulling you in for obstruction of justice. You're going to prison, buddy. You know something. You're not talking."
By the
you
way,
go to prison now."
are we live? Are we good? We should be, but there's been no chat, so I'm just like...
We should be. Let me
Paranoid.
make sure. You keep going. I'll check really quick.
Swift, we can't push him if he doesn't want to talk.
Well,
you're the
we are the
police.
police.
Swift, unless you want to try to drag him to the station.
See, if Hunt was here, he'd be like, yes.
Justina, no thanks.
Yep,
Didn't
we're
check
live.
well when
Everything's
Hunt died.
good.
Swift, I think he's right. We should go ask Lowell himself. Swift, for now, let's update his statement. Left bracket statement, quote Mr. Eubank's statement updated, quote right bracket, Mr. Eubank's statement updated, Mr. Eubank's statement updated, condolences. Anton Chambers,
Wait, what?
condolences.
Did we do all these?
Anton Chambers,
Mm-hmm.
Magic City, Lowell Ledger, Ferris Eubank,
You're
back.
just back in the talk menu.
Travel, investigate. Top shelf selected. Bottom shelf laptop
And you've
selected,
done,
lamp
yeah.
selected,
Mhm.
back. Talk, travel, police station, Eubank parking garage, president's office. Foyer, back. Foyer, president's office. Talk. Review statement. Justina, left Aaron, I should go over his statement to get Lowell. I was at Eubank Investments the night of Anton's death, but I never saw him. 1/4. Lowell, I never went anywhere near Anton's office. 2/4. Lowell, I left this building around 10 o'clock p.m. and went straight home. I didn't see anyone, including Anton. 3/4. Justina's I. Smith Toy Mouse. No panic. Anton's car. View or vertical scroll. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Fi's confession. Mr. Eubank's statement. Mr. Eubank chalk president. Ledger's present. Mr. Eubank's statement. Owen drove his car to the office the night of Anton's death. He had an argument with Anton about present. Justina, Lowell, Mr. Eubank told us that he spoke to you inside the parking garage on Sunday. Justina, what were you two talking about? Lowell, did he now? Lowell, why would he tell you about that? Swift, we know how to make him talk.
Oh, ooh.
Okay, that sounds like you tortured a man, and that's not something you're allowed to do, police officer.
Lowell, it's simple really. We were talking about the future of Eubank investments. Lowell, but such information is strictly confidential. There's your answer. Lowell, I have already wasted enough time helping you two. I must get back to work. Justina, left Aaron. I would let him shut us out of this. Better find an opening, right, Aaron? Justina, sorry Lowell, but we can't accept that. What did you really talk about? Lowell, you dare question me. Lowell, I would stand for such slander. Lowell, prove it. If you can't, then get out of my office. Justina, left Aaron, no backing out now, right Aaron. Justina, then I will. Justina, here's why you wouldn't be speaking to Mr. Eubank about the future of the company. Justina's I.D selected. Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Toy mouse. No cleaning crew. Kaniki's statement. Anton's car. Viewport vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual ledger statement. Reception desk phone. Ledger statement. Reception Lowell's car. Owen's car. Lowell's reception ledger statement. Ledger
His
statement selected.
statement? That would be funny if we could
Reception Lowell Owens Anton Kaniki's statement. No cleaning crew.
fuck him up with his own statement.
Toy mouse. Present.
His statement was just about what he was doing
Ledger
during
statement. Lowell said he never saw Anton Chambers in his office. He left the office around
You
10.
know, so okay.
Present. Toy note. Kanik Anton Owens. Lowell's reception desk. Ledger statement. Viewport vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual chalkboard. President's office phone. Gunpowder. Ledger statement selected. Gun present chalkboard. Viewport vertical scroll bar. Chalkboard. Chalkboard's president. Ledger reception. Lower Owens car. Anton's car present. Chalkboard. Chalkboard inside the president's office. Lower claims he started learning about the duties of being president of Eubank Investments yesterday. Type evidence obtain. Present. Justina, Mr. Eubank only started planning with you once you became president, but that was only yesterday. Justina, on Sunday night, you were just a glorified secretary. Lowell. Lowell, it seems you two would leave empty-handed. Lowell, you really want to know what we talked about. Justina, left Aaron, I have a bad feeling about this right Aaron. Lowell, I was speaking to him about Detective Hunt's visit. Justina, visit, what are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
Lowell, oh dear, did he not tell you he was here Sunday night to see Anton himself? Swift, he was here. Justina, he didn't tell us. Lowell, oh yes, I called Detective Hunt myself. It seems our late president wanted to talk with him before meeting him the next day. Lowell, in fact, I'm pretty sure Detective Hunt was the last person to see him.
Yes.
Swift, and where's your proof? He would have told us if he had been here. Lowell, here's my phone. It shows I called him that night. Swift, it's Red's phone number. Justina, left Aaron. It also shows that he called Anton a little after 7 o'clock p.m. which would be after his talk with Mr. Newbuck, right Aaron. Justina, wait a moment. That means you knew Anton was here. You lied before. Lowell, I said I never saw him, which is true. Swift, but why were you two in the garage? Lowell, I was just grabbing something from my car when I ran into him. Swift, I think we have enough to work with. Thank you. Lowell, we will update your statement. Left bracket statement, quote ledger statement updated, quote right bracket, ledger statement updated, ledger statement updated, ledger statement updated. Justina, quote grabbing something from the car, quote is just an excuse. Those two are hiding something. Justina, quote grabbing something. Swift, I agree, but if Lowe is honest about Red, that means he was the last person to see Anton before he died. Swift, which means Red is a prime suspect. Justina, but he wouldn't kill anyone. We can't suspect him. Swift, that's why we should talk with him now. Figure out what happened. Swift, he should be at the station. Let's head there. Feeling presidential. Checking for phone call back. Talk. Travel. Police station. Talk. Review statement. Justina, left Aaron. I should go over his statement again, right? Hunt. We left the station shortly after leaving you and 1/5. Hunt. We headed to the local bar, and I decided to grab a bubbly water. 2/. Hunt. The patrol officers kept trying with the ladies, but kept getting shot down. 3. Hunt. Around 7 o'clock p.m. I had my fun watching them and left the bar. 4/5. Hunt. I went home afterwards. I needed some rest to prepare. Justina's Hunt's Miss Colin Toy no Kaniki Anton's view vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual Fi's confession. Mr. Eubank's statement.
It was just updated. It's further up in the list.
President's office gunpowder. President's chalk 5 mystic 5's confession. View vertical scroll activate. Decrease the actual evidence selected. Profiles. Summer close. Justina's I.D. Present. Toy no Kaniki Anton's Owen's car. Lowell's car. Reception desk phone. Ledger statement. Ledger statement. Lower Owen's Anton Kaniki no toy mouse. Present. Justina, detective, what you're saying isn't true. You didn't go home. Justina, we spoke with Lowell and he said he called you to come to Eubank Investments. Justina, and more importantly, you spoke with Anton midnight. Hunt. Hunt, I suppose this was always going to come up. Hunt, but I swear, if I thought it was tied to this case, I would have told you too.
Bruh, you're a police officer. You know how this works.
He's used to just arresting anything that annoys him. He couldn't arrest them. He didn't know what to do.
Swift, Ernest, this is serious. Right now, you were the last person to have seen Anton alive. Swift, meaning you are our prime suspect. Hunt, I expect no less from you, detective, but I'm no murderer. Justina, then what happened that night? Why were you even there? Hunt, while I was with the boys, I got a call from a man named Lowell Ledger. Hunt, he told me that Anton Chambers wanted to speak with me. Swift, and you agreed. Hunt, at first I wasn't going to, but then he said he wanted to confess something. After that, I agreed. Hunt, so I left early and spoke with him. Justina, and what did you talk about? Hunt, I'll let you hear yourself. I got it recorded. Justina, recorded. Hunt, let me play it for you too. Anton, hello detective, forgive me for being late. I had other matters to attend to. Hunt, let's not beat around the bush, Semi. Your assistant said you wanted to confess. Hunt, if you're really so busy, this can wait until your police interview tomorrow. Anton, yet you still came. Hunt, the last time someone wanted to confess to me, she was attacked before she had a chance. Hunt, I'm not letting that happen again, so out with it. Anton, I'll get right to it. If I come to the station tomorrow, I'll be sure to walk out a free man. Anton, I can get a team of lawyers to drag any case through the mud until you give up. Anton, it would be a waste of time for both you and me. Hunt, so you want to confess now and save me some time. Anton, you don't really want me, Semi. You want the head honcho, Owen Eubank. Anton, I can provide all the evidence you need to get Owen locked up for good. Hunt, and let me guess, I can get all of it in exchange for dropping this case. Anton, those are your words, not mine, but whatever happens next is your choice. Hunt, I see how it is. Hunt, you're scared. Scared we will find something on you. Hunt, people like you are exactly the type that think they can write their way out of justice. Hunt, if the Eubanks really are guilty of something, we will find it, with or without your evidence. Anton, I see. Anton, perhaps you need some time to think about it. You have until tomorrow. I hope you can change your mind by then. Hunt, then we have nothing else to talk about.
What does that mean, you have until tomorrow? Or else what?
He's not interested. He's removing the deal.
I guess.
I feel like it's just a salesman tactic.
Hunt, by the way, if you've got something to say, better to have you call me yourself. Hunt, once you're behind bars, you won't have anyone to do your dirty work.
So what is
Justina, that's a
he?
lot to process.
What does he have on him? Yes, we'll find
Justina,
out. Or do we know? Are we supposed to know that from before?
Say, Justina,
I
Sophie, any
remember.
ideas?
We know he's acting a little sketchy.
Well, yes.
We know that he's been like strong arming businesses and trying to buy their property.
Yeah.
And we know he's not like he doesn't have the authority to do that.
Fair.
I'm not quite sure what he has on him though.
I don't know how much of that is a crime.
I feel like strong arming, like blackmail, is a crime.
Blackmail is a crime, yes.
And he definitely blackmailed Newbuck or whatever his actual name was.
Oh yeah, true.
Gold.
He did, yeah.
Like he did blackmail him, but we only learned that after he'd been shot.
Yes.
So how useful that information is, we don't really know.
Swift, red, you shouldn't have recorded that. Justina, ha. Justina, why not? Anton was clearly trying to bribe the detective. And Justina, do you know what 2-party consent is? Justina, both parties agreeing to something. Swift, yes, but he's referring to the legal term. Swift, the law requires 2-party consent before anyone makes an electronic recording of a private conversation. Swift, without Anton's approval, what Red did was illegal. Justina, but he was only trying to solve this case. There are no bad intentions here. Swift, good or bad, it's still illegal for good reason. Swift, without it, police officers could trick suspects into saying something out of context. Justina, it happened. Swift, it was part of a court case over 15 years ago, but yes. Swift, we are too young to truly know about it. Red, on the other hand. Hunt, I wasn't intending to use this as evidence. Hunt, but I needed something as proof for myself, something that can help me get legal evidence. Hunt, that's why I kept it hidden. Swift, I'm sorry, Red, but I have to report this to the chief. Hunt, Sophie, I don't regret what I did. Hunt, people like him, they only follow the rules that suit them. At least I'm doing it for the right reasons. Swift, as police officers, we have to hold ourselves to the highest standards. Swift, if we don't hold ourselves accountable, then we don't deserve our badges. Hunt, if you will allow it, please wait until you solve this case. Hunt, I will gladly tell the chief myself afterwards. Swift, all right. Swift, but if you don't do so after this case, I will tell him myself. Justina, so now what? We can't use the recording. Swift, true, but Red was still there. As long as we keep out what they talked about, it should be acceptable evidence. Hunt, this evidence may not be legal, but forget the law. What matters is, now you know I didn't do it. Swift, can you tell us anything about what happened when you got there? Hunt, when I arrived, I met with the receptionist, and she brought me up to Anton's office. Hunt, she said, quote, Mr. Chambers called me earlier, and he was on his way, quote. Justina, so then, Joy must have known he was returning. Swift, I'm going to update Red's statement. Left bracket statement, quote, Hunt's statement updated, quote, right bracket, Hunt's statement updated. Swift, anything else? Hunt's statement updated. Hunt, no, he arrived, we talked quickly, then I left. Swift, a lead is still a lead. Swift, then we better get back to work. We still have plenty of investigating to do. Nicknames. Coffee run, drinking cup, Joy Collin, back. Talk. Travel.
Okay, so...
Bank investments lobby, parking garage. President's office. Parking
You want the
investments
lobby.
lobby?
You have to... Yep.
Talk.
You have to speak to the corporate character once more.
Oh, God.
Review statement. Justina, left Aaron, I should go over her statement. Joint the 30th of April, 6:23 p.m. Ubank Investments Reception Desk. 1/5. Joint, I was informed that Mr. Chambers left just a little bit ago. 2/5. Joint, the night should be quiet until my shift ends at 8 o'clock p.m. 3/5. Joint, beat. 4/5. Joint, I stayed on the first floor the whole night. As far as I know, he didn't return. 5/5.
That's the one you want to...
This one, I guess.
Justina's I. Deselect Hunt statement.
Mhm.
Hunt statements. Just
With...
present.
Yeah, there you go.
Justina, Miss Collins, we spoke to Detective Hunt. Justina, he told us you escorted him to the president's office the night of his death. Justina, that must mean you knew Mr. Chambers was coming back. Joint, I misspoke. I must have had the wrong date. Justina, but your recording said the date and time. Swift, why did you...
Yeah, like, why would you lie to this when the other witness is a fucking police officer? Like, that wasn't smart.
Joint, Ubank Investments policy states that I can't answer such questions without legal representation. Swift, you are within your rights to have one. However, we will take you to the station.
Oh, no. Guess who's gonna be the lawyer?
Swift, there, we can continue this
The
conversation.
only lawyer in the entire city.
In this entire world, we have one lawyer.
Yup. She's really busy.
She is very busy. She still has time to, like, put flowers in the lobby and shit.
Yeah, and drink a lot of tea.
A lot of tea.
I still think those are like espresso cups
Justina,
of
after
tea.
going around the whole of Ubank Investments, we finally had a lead. Justina, but did Joy really know all the answers? Was she a culprit this whole time? Justina, if Detective Hunt had told us what he did, we could have saved a lot of time.
Now, that would be a twist if she killed the fucking president. I don't know what the motive would be.
Say, Justina, if Detective Hunt had told us what he did, we could have saved a lot of time.
I didn't like him. Just, he annoyed me, so I murdered him. That's it. I was just annoyed that day.
The 2nd of May, Adjective Police Precinct number 5 viewing room. Swift, you're right, Justy, you seem to have your head in the clouds. Justina, when this is over, will Detective Hunt be okay? Justina, if he tells the chief he broke the law, what will happen? Swift, I'm not so sure, although he might have to take the highest punishment on the force. Justina, highest punishment, poor Hunt. Swift, I don't like it either, but his actions can't be ignored. Swift, but we can worry about him later. For now, he got us a lead. Swift, whatever Miss Collins knows, we have to find out. Colon, not so fast. Ferris, I'm not letting you talk to her without me there.
Yep.
Conservation of characters once again.
Ferris, until proven otherwise, she's innocent in my book. Left bracket profile, Ferris Ubank added to your profiles, right bracket, Ferris Ubank added to your profiles. Justina, do you honestly believe she isn't involved in this? Ferris Ubank added to your Ferris, I know she's hiding something. You two don't just bring people in for lying about their age. Justina, so you just decided to make
No,
your
they
job
do.
We kind of
They
do.
just bring people in for like anything. If someone is slightly, rude, they get arrested.
Say, Justina, so you just decided to make your job harder. Ferris, I'm here to make sure you do your job right. She is still an employee of my company. Ferris, even if she went all the way and killed Anton, I'm going to make you prove it without room for doubt. Ferris, and if you get something wrong, I'm going to...
I
put
mean,
back
she's
the
not
cards I can.
wrong.
Swift, sounds like this is going to be a fun time. Swift, when we solve this case, we can all get drinks together. Justina, you're way too optimistic. Justina, but I wouldn't have it any other way. The 2nd of May, Adversity Police Precinct number 5 interrogation room.
So is this the interrogation part?
Mm-hmm.
But you said this case had like 2 of those.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Swift,
That was-
Miss Collins, now that you have an attorney, let's get started.
That took a while.
Swift, you claimed you were unaware that Anton Chambers returned to his office on the night of his death. Swift, however, Detective Ernest Hunt claims you escorted him to Mr. Chambers' office that night. Swift, do you dispute these claims? Ferris, my client acknowledges that she escorted the detective to see Mr. Chambers that night. Ferris, however, visiting Mr. Chambers the night before he was scheduled for a police interview is highly unethical. Ferris, Detective Hunt should have disclosed his visit yesterday when Mr. Chambers' body was found. Justina, he thought it was unrelated to this case until he proved Mr. Chambers didn't die in the alleyway. Swift, we can dispute Detective Hunt's actions another time. We are here for Miss Collins' actions.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of doing whataboutism here. That's, kind of a fallacy. Shouldn't be doing that as a lawyer. I guess, I don't know. Is that a valid defense as a lawyer to just be like, but what about this unrelated
I
thing? I guess you're allowed
don't
to
think
do it.
so.
Say, Swift, we can dispute.
Like, you can do whatever you want.
Like, yeah, you can. Also, like, a lawyer wouldn't really be... This isn't the role a lawyer would take in a real interrogation. Their role would be sometimes they would tell their client not to answer a question, or
Yeah.
they would, like, object to the detectives, but they wouldn't be giving answers themselves. That's pretty improper. You shouldn't be doing that.
Swift, why did you
So,
trust
like,
Anton Chambers?
when we see her giving full fucking statements, that's
Mhm.
batshit. That should not be allowed.
What if the client literally tells the lawyer, hey, you answer for me?
I feel like lawyers are your advocates, so I think they can speak for you. Like, in that, like, I think it's technically allowed, but most detectives wouldn't accept it. I feel like in 99% of situations, it wouldn't be allowed,
Say, Swift, why
even
didn't
if
you
it's
tell us that Anton-
technically not wrong.
Say, Swift, why didn't you tell us that Anton Chambers returned to his office? I was unaware it was important. I depended on my recording so much I misspoke. Justina, left Aaron. Oh, please, swear me the weaponized incompetence, right, Aaron?
Weaponized incompetence.
Oh, I respect that.
Justina, can you tell us more about when you escorted Detective Hunt? Yes, of course. Collins statement, quote, press 1 for, escorting the detective, quote. Lower had told me a detective was coming, and I was to bring him to the president's office, 1/5. So when he arrived a little before 7 o'clock p.m. I escorted him to the office, 2/5. Escorting the detective was the only time I had left my desk or been in the president's office, 3/5. While at my desk, I didn't see or know of Mr. Chambers' return, 4/5. When I heard what happened, I thought he died before ever returning, 5/5. Justina left Aaron. If she never intended to tell us from the beginning, that means she didn't have time to prepare, right, Aaron? Justina left Aaron. I better use evidence she had no way of knowing to catch her off guard, right, Aaron? Lower had told me a detective was coming, and I was to bring him to the president's office, So when he arrived a little before 7 o'clock p.m. I escorted him to the office, 2/5.
Okay.
That's fine.
Escorting the detective was the only time I had left my desk or been in the president's office, 3/5.
I will remind you, because this is just, there's a lot of info. We have proof this is incorrect.
Justina's I got deselected. Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Toy mouse. No cleaning crew. Kaniki's statement. Anton's car. Viewport vertical scroll activate. Increase the activate gunpowder. Ledger statement. Ledger statement selected. Reset lower owns Anton's Kaniki's statement. No cleaning crew present. Ledger statement. Lower says he never saw Anton in his office. Present. Ledger statement. Lower says he never saw Anton in his office. He called Detective Hunt to come to Anton's office around 5 o'clock p.m. and called Anton Chambers around 7 o'clock p.m. Sunday night. Type. Statement. Obtained. President's office. Present. No cleaning. Anton's car owns Lower's car. Reception desk. Ledger statement selected. Reception desk phone. Reception desk. Lower owns Anton. Note present. Reception desk phone. The reception desk phone has a built-in speaker. It is connected to the president's office. Type. Edit present.
Is that...
Escorting the detective was the only...
No.
Shit.
Save. Escorting the detective was the only time I had left my desk or been in the president's office. 3/5. Justina
there you
Type. No click. Anton's car. Viewport vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Chalkboard.
Also, hi, Philip.
President's office phone.
Oh,
Gunpowder.
hello, Phil.
Ledger statement. Reception desk for ledger statement. Gun President Chalkboard. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase the actual files confession. Mr. Eubank statement. Mr. Eubank fight chalk president gun ledger perception present. Mr. Eubank statement. Owen drove his car to the office.
What do you mean we have a
the
new
night of
lawyer,
Anton's
Philip?
death.
We don't.
President.
We have the same lawyer.
Mr. Eubank statement. Owen drove his car to the office the night of Anton's death. He had an argument with Anton about the future of the company. He spoke to Lowell in the garage before leaving. Type state president reception ledgers gunpowder. President's office chalkboard. Files statement. Mr. Eubank's files confession. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. The actual files confession. Mr. Files statement chalkboard. Mr. Eubank files confession. Mr. Eubank files view or vertical Mr. Eubank files state chalkboard. President's office phone. President's gun ledge president. Closed summary. President's office phone. The president's office phone was connected to the reception phone on Sunday night from around 7 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. at night. There's no proof of who used it. Type evidence present. Justina, we know that isn't true. Save. Justina, we know that isn't Justina, and I got the evidence right here. Doesn't seem like much to me. Maybe look over your evidence before you try and call us out for lying. Ferris, the employees' Eubank investments are sharper than a knife. Your tricks won't work here. Justina, left Aaron. Geez, I made one mistake, and she calls me out. Right, Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. I guess I'll think of something else. Right, Aaron. Lowell had told me a detective was coming, and I was to bring him to the president's. So when he arrived a little before 7, escorting the detective was the only time I had left my desk or been in the president's office. 3/5.
The only time is
Justina's statement.
president office. Okay.
Miss Collins' statement. Toy mouse. No cleaning crew. Kaniki statement. No cleaning crew. No cleaning toy. Miss Hunt's just present. No cleaning crew. Owen Eubank put a cleaning crew on paid vacation after Anton's death. Their last day was the 30th of April at 5 p.m. Type evidence obtained. Eubank investments log present. Justy Hunt's Miss toy mouse. No cleaning. Kaniki statement.
Do you? So many of these are so hard to give a hint for without just telling you.
No Kaniki statement.
Yeah.
Anton's car. Kaniki statement. Kaniki no toy. Miss Hunt's Justy present. Kaniki statement. Meg started working on Anton's car yesterday morning. She found some clumps of wood present. Just Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Miss Collins just present. Miss Collins' statement. Anton Chambers left his office at 6:23 p.m. Joy was told he wouldn't return. Joy records important information on her phone. Type press just Hunt's Miss Collins toy mouse. No cleaning crew. Kaniki statement. Anton's car. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase the actual ledger statement. Reception desk phone. Lowell's car. Owen's car. Anton's car. Owen's car. Lower reception ledger statement. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase the actual. Mr. Eubank statement. Files statement. Chalkboard. President's office phone. Chalkboard. Files statement. Files state chalk president ledge reception. Lowell's car present. Files statement. Fi was hiding inside Owen's trunk when he left his house at 7 p.m. Sunday night. She was also in the trunk before he left the office and could hear her dad talking to an unknown party in the garage. Type statement. Lower reception ledger gun. President's office phone.
Right, we know that was... Isn't it the time, though? Because
There is also her confession that you haven't read.
Chalk files statement. Mr. Eubank view or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase the actual files confession. Files missed file chalk president ledge present. File close. Summary. Close files confession. File Ser Pounce were at Eubank Investment second floor when they heard a single gunshot coming from the lobby. When they got there, they didn't see Joy at the reception desk. Type present. Justina, Miss Collins, we have an eyewitness who didn't see you at the reception desk. Ferris, I don't see the problem. They could have shown up when she was escorting the detective. Justina, the problem is that doesn't line up with our witness. Justina, Detective Hunt got there right before 7 o'clock p.m. But our witness wasn't in the building yet. Ferris, then go ahead, show us how you know this. Justina, then I will. Justina, this is how we know the witness got there after Detective Hunt that night. Justina's I.D selected. Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Toy mouse. No cleaning crew. Kaniki's statement.
Wait, what? This is how we know...
Anton's car. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase the actual files confession.
How we know Fi got there after Hunt.
Chalk files statement. Files state chalk president ledge reception present. Files statement present. Justina, our witness saw Mr. Eubank leave his home at the same time that Detective Hunt arrived. Justina, since they were in the car at the time, they couldn't have gotten in there before Joy escorted the detective. Justina, or I guess I should say quote, she quote was in the car.
Okay, you're just telling her at this point. You're absolutely writing out poor Fi. That's harsh.
No, we shouldn't say she. We should say he, because Ser Pounce is the witness.
Yes, the witness is the cat.
Yes.
He saw it all.
Say Ferris, excuse me. Ferris, what was she doing in the building at the time? Swift, we can't disclose any details, Semi. We can keep promise the witness. Justina, left Aaron. Well, Sophie didn't break the pinky promise if I'm the one who told her right, Aaron. Ferris, and how do we know they were there? Do you only have their word? Swift, your client found this cat toy earlier. Do you recognize it? Ferris, unfortunately, yes. Ferris, it seems that the witness has a lot of explaining to do later. Justina, back to the main point. Our witnesses were only in the lobby because they heard a loud sound. Swift, the exact words were, quote, like those cop shows, when the police start shooting the bad guys, quote. Ferris, when this is over, those two are grounded for life. Justina, left Aaron. Poor Fi, but can you even ground a cat? Right, Aaron. Joy, I believe your witness was mistaken. Joy, I heard a sound, but it wasn't a gunshot. It was a loud noise from outside. Joy, I simply left my desk to check what it was. Joy, so your witness must have simply been wrong. Ferris, as the front desk receptionist, it's her responsibility to check if anything is out of place. Swift, did you find out what it was? Joy, sorry, but I couldn't find it. I still don't know what it was. Swift, then tell us more about this loud noise. Joy Collins' statement, quote, press 2, 4, a loud sound, quote. Joy, I was at the reception desk when I heard a loud noise, 1/5. Joy, I went around the lobby to find out where it came from, 2/5. Joy, the only conclusion I could find was it came from outside. The inside was perfectly normal, 3/5. Joy, I checked the whole area. There was nowhere in the building a gun could be fired, 4/5.
Really?
Joy, after I finished, I returned to my desk and resumed my work, 5/5. Justina, detective, her whole statement is that she didn't find anything. Justina, how do we prove she must have seen something? Swift, we need proof of something she can't just deny. Swift, we should pay close attention to her word choice. Joy, I was at the reception desk when I heard a loud. Joy, I checked the whole area. There was nowhere in the building a gun could be fired, 4/5.
Nowhere in the building. Well,
I was about to say, we have evidence of a gun being fired in the building.
We do indeed.
The actual gunpowder. Gunpowder selected. Lower Owens, Anton, no cleaning crew present. Justina, there is only one area during the whole investigation we were able to prove a gun was fired. Justina, the president's office. Ferris, I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. Ferris, are you saying the gunshot was from the 6th floor? Justina, exactly. Ferris, and what were your witnesses when she heard that sound? Justina, the 2nd floor. Ferris, and she said it came from the lobby below them. Justina, yes. Ferris, do you have any idea how ridiculous it sounds? It makes no sense. Justina, you wanted a source of the gunshot and I gave you one. Swift, I documented our witness's response. Take a look. Ferris. Ferris, putting aside what your witness said, there's a flaw with this theory of yours. Rebuttal quote, press 3-4, gunpowder in the room quote. Ferris, while it does say
See,
there's
like,
gunpowder
this is where there's some bullshit. Like, the detectives would not be explaining their theory of the case to the witnesses.
Yeah, we shouldn't
And
be
the-
doing that.
Yeah, and the lawyer would not be allowed comment on the detective's theories until trial.
Yeah, everyone's just commenting on each other's theories. We're just brainstorming.
It's like
the
a writing
case.
circle.
Yeah.
Say, Ferris, while it does say that gunpowder from a discharge gun was found, it never says when. 1/5. Ferris, Anton Chambers carried his gun with him everywhere. 2/5. Ferris, he could have fired his gun any day before the day of his death, and gunpowder would have been picked up. 3/5. Ferris, I know that blanks also require the same powder without wasting a bullet. 4/5. Ferris, you can't prove that the gunpowder came from Brutus and not from a different gun. 5/5. Justina, when you put it like that, what I said was kind of dumb. Swift, don't give up now. Believe in your theory. Swift, that gunpowder didn't just show up out of nowhere. It must have been there the last few days. Swift, think about why it would be there and not removed. Ferris, while it does say that gunpowder from a discharge gun was found, it never says when. 1/5. Ferris, Anton Chambers carried his gun with him everywhere. 2/5. Ferris, he could have fired his gun any day before the day of his death, and gunpowder would have been picked up. 3/5.
Okay.
Ferris, I know that blanks also require the same powder without wasting a bullet. 4/5. Ferris, you can't prove that the gunpowder came from Brutus and not from a different gun. 5/5.
Shit. What do we have?
Justina, when you put it like that, what I said was kind of dumb. Swift, don't give up now. Swift, that gunpowder. Swift, think about why it would be there and not removed.
Why would it be there and not removed?
Statement 3 is what you want to dispute.
Ferris, what? Ferris, he could have fired his gun any day before the day of his death, and gunpowder. Just Miss Toy, no cleaning crew. No cleaning Toy, Miss Justina present.
Nice.
Justina, the gunpowder wasn't from the night before his death. Justina, the cleaning crew finished cleaning the building at 5 o'clock p.m. before Mr. Chambers returned that night. Justina, but your husband hasn't had them come back since that night. Justina, so the gunpowder could only have been there that night. Ferris, Ferris, Miss Collins, do you know why he hasn't gotten them back? Mr. Eubank didn't specify, but I'm sure he has his reasons. Perhaps he simply wanted to give the staff a much-needed break. Ferris, I see. I'll ask him about it later. Ferris, then it seems we have to address the real question. How could both my client and a witness hear a sound from the 6th floor? Ferris, and most importantly, why would they hear it from the 1st floor? Justina, Justina, left Aaron, shoot, I need an answer. Right Aaron, Swift, Miss Collins, do you still claim that the sound you heard was not a gunshot? All I can confirm is that I heard a loud sound. And as the wonderful Mrs. Eubank has said, it's impossible anyway. Swift, we trust our witnesses, so it is possible. Justina, left Aaron, she's right. I can't just give up on my theory, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, I better look over the evidence again, right Aaron. Justina, this evidence shows how a loud sound can appear in the lobby from the president's office. Justina, this evidence shows how a loud sound can appear in the lobby from the president's office. Justina's I.D selected.
Oh, that's
Smith, Anton's car, view or vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual gunpowder. Ledger statement. Reception desk for Lower's car. Reception desk, Lower and Anton no clean present. Justina, Miss Collins, there is a place for the sound to come from. Justina, the phone for the reception desk has speaker functions. Justina, if the speakers were on, it would play the gunshot from the president's office. But it doesn't make sense. How could the sound of a gunshot appear at the reception desk phone? The reception desk phone is not always connected to the president's office. Ferris, she's right. You need to show how it would be possible.
But it was.
Swift, it means we need evidence that shows why the speaker played the gunshot. Justina, left Aaron, there must be something from the president's office that will be enough, right Aaron. Justina, here's the evidence that shows how the sound was heard from the
Oh,
president's
thank you,
office.
game, telling me for exactly that it's from the president's office.
Say, Justina.
Yeah, it's rare when it
sound.
does that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it does. It's
But,
like,
but this one was easy. I didn't need
time.
the hint for this one. Like,
Justina's I got deselected. Unsmith type.
I was about to say, I assume you don't need me to help you on this one.
Increase the actual chalkboard. President's office phone. President's gun. Ledger set Lower and Anton present. Justina, the president's office phone could have been connected to the reception desk phone. Justina, we know he had a phone call from 7 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. that night. Justina, as long as the shot happened during the phone call, the speaker would play the gunshot. Ferris, then answer this. Why was it connected? Are you saying he was shot during a phone call? Swift, not necessarily. All that matters is that both phones were on. Justina, left Aaron. Let me think of everyone we know who was in the building who turned on the president's office phone. Right Aaron. Anton Chambers. Owen Eubank. Joy Collins. Ernest Hunt. A ghost. Justina, the person who turned on Anton, a ghost.
oh, I need to.
Yeah. You need to click that one for an achievement.
Yes.
Justina, everyone, I know what happened. Justina, there's only one answer, a terrifying answer that will shake the very foundation of this case.
Oh no.
Justina, Eubank Investments is haunted by a ghost. We must exorcise the building before it does something worse.
Okay.
We
This
must
is-
exercise the building.
This is where this is where you get fired.
Yep.
Excuse me. Do you need to take a leave of absence?
No, excuse me. We'd
permanent
like
one.
you to take a leave of absence.
Swift, Ferris, Joy, Swift, Justy, please tell me you're joking. Justina, oh, yes I am. It was just some light-hearted fun. Justina, left Aaron, maybe ghosts are not the answer. Right Aaron. Justina, let me try again. Anton Chambers.
There's the achievement. Thank you.
Justina, Anton Chambers, Owen Eubank. Joy Collins, Ernest Hunt. Joy Owen, Anton Chambers, Justina. Anton Chambers is the only logical choice. It was his office. Swift, but the phone call started at 7 o'clock p.m. and we know he was at the store until that time. Swift, there's no way he could have done it. Justina, good point. I'll try someone else. Anton Chambers. Owen Eubank. Justina, Owen Eubank did visit the office at night. He could have done
He
it.
was later. No, yeah.
Swift, but the phone call started at 7 o'clock p.m. and we know he left his home around that time.
Yeah.
Swift, there's no way he could have done it. Justina, good point. I'll try someone else. Anton Chambers. Owen Joy Collins. Ernest Hunt. Justina, Detective Hunt was in the office at night. He could have done it. Swift, but he has no motive to do it. When we spoke with him, it seemed like he wanted to keep things under wraps. Swift, using it to call the reception desk would only expose him and his conversation. Justina, good point. I'll try someone else. Anton Chambers. Owen Joy Collins. Justina, Joy Collins. There's no way you wouldn't notice the reception desk phone being on. Justina, so you would have wanted it to be on, which means Justina, you turned on Anton's phone to eavesdrop on the detective's conversation. Ferris, are you accusing my witness of lying to us the whole time? Swift, I trust Justina's logic, so yes, Miss Collins is actively withholding information from us. Ferris, I think you are missing something important. Ferris, let's see you counter my next point. Rebuttal quote, please stay on the line 4, calling phones quote. Ferris, my client works only at the front desk dot 1/4. Ferris, she can manually connect the president's office phone to the reception desk, but only from the office dot 2/4. Ferris, yet she remained on the first floor the whole time dot 3/4. Ferris, she has no power to do it from her desk dot 4/4. Justina, thanks for the encouragement, but it seems we are at a crossroads again. Swift, you can't turn on a phone by accident, so we need to think of when. Swift, when we have a when, we will know how. Justina, left Aaron, I should think over all the evidence again. What would she want to hide from us, right Aaron? Ferris, my client works only at the front desk dot 1/4. Ferris,
It's
she can manually connect the president's
next.
office phone to the reception desk, but only from the office dot 2/4.
This one?
No, next one, sorry.
Yeah, next
Ferris,
one.
yet she remained on the first floor the whole time dot 3/4.
That one.
So she was in the office at some point.
Just Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Tommy Mouse. No cleaning crew. Kaniki's statement. Anton's car. Viewport vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual gunpowder. Ledger statement. Reception desk phone. Lowell's car. Owen's car. Lower reception desk. Ledger statement.
You should look at Hunt's statement. You flew past it.
Viewport vertical scroll activate.
Should I?
Decrease the actual evidence. Select profiles. Summary close. Just present. Just Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Hunt's statement. Hunt's statement. Just present. Hunt's statement. Present. Hunt's statement. Ernest visited Anton in his office at 7 o'clock p.m. after getting a call from Lowell. Joy brought him up to Anton's office. Type statement.
Oh, right.
Present.
But like,
Justina, there was one point when Miss Collins was in the president's office. Justina, when she escorted Detective Hunt up there. Joy, yes, I was being a nice host and escorted him. Joy, but I never went to the phone. Justina, we can ask Detective Hunt if he remembers. Ferris, the key word is if. Ferris, it's her word against the detectives. Justina, left Aaron, how do I prove that? It's not like there are footprints we can use, right Aaron? Justina, detective, what do you do? Swift, hum. Swift, there is one thing that is bothering me. Swift, this whole theory is built on proof that the gunshot was played from the reception desk phone. Swift, then why was the speaker on? Swift, if Miss Collins really did connect the president's office phone to the reception desk, she did it on purpose. Swift, meaning she would have wanted to overhear the conversation with Detective Hunt. Swift, she could have just placed it next to her ears like most people. Ferris, my detective, it seems you're poking a hole in your own case. Ferris, have you given up already? Swift, quite the opposite. This is a new way to prove Justina's theory. Justina, how am I supposed to know why the speaker was on? Swift, look over all the evidence we collected. Swift, ask yourself, why did she choose to do it? Swift, once we prove that, this mystery is as good as solved. Justina, left Aaron, then I need to think long and hard about this, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, why would she have to keep it on a speaker, right Aaron? Justina, the reason she had the phone on speaker is Justina's I.D selected. Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Miss Collins, Hunt's just present. Miss Collins' statement. Anton Chambers left his office at 6:23 p.m. Joy was told he wouldn't return. Joy records important information on her phone. Type statement obtained. You like investment present. Justina, Joy told us that she records events on her phone. Justina, if she wanted to record the conversation between Detective Hunt and Mr. Chambers, keeping the phone to her ear wouldn't work. Justina, she would have the sound played by a speaker with her phone near it to get the best sound. Ferris, that would mean. Ferris, Miss Collins recorded the whole murder. Swift, Miss Collins.
I'll be back in a second. I was going to go grab another drink.
uh-huh.
Joy, Mrs. Eubank, you can't let them confiscate my phone. Ferris, legally, the law allows for them to take it if they get a warrant to access any data on it. Ferris, however, I would advise you to let them know willingly. Joy, no, I can't. Ferris, Miss Collins, I can't help you if you don't cooperate. Ferris, keeping information from law enforcement will only make things worse. Ferris, if you have the recording of the gunshot on your phone, let us know. Joy, all right, you got me. I was recording everything from the president's office. Joy, the recording ended when I heard the gunshot. Swift, why didn't you record any more? Joy, I think the phone on the desk was hit after the gunshot, and it turned off. Joy, that's when I went upstairs. Swift, let's save the phone recording for later. Swift, why were you doing it in the first place? Joy, I was doing so to help Anton Chambers' ex-wife. She wanted me to get dirt on him. Ferris, that sounds exactly like her. Justina, to clarify, she's the one Anton is divorcing, right? Ferris, yes, her name is Vivica. Joy, in order to get complete custody of her son, Vivica needed to present evidence he was unfit. Joy, she told me last week that she would pay me if I could get any evidence for her. Joy, it's also why I was recording Mr. Chambers' movements that day. Justina, left Aaron, that explains why she had that recording for her statement, right Aaron? Ferris, I get why Vivica needed that, but why did you do it? Ferris, how much money could she possibly offer? Joy, Mrs. Eubank, do you know what the minimum wage is in Azure City? Ferris, 18 pounds an hour. Joy, do you know how much I make? Joy, 20. I worked here for 2 years and barely make more than minimum wage. Joy, Vivica offered me a side job that I could do while at work. Justina, did you send this recording to Vivica? Joy, I did, but I still have it on my phone. Swift, then we have the million-arm question. Swift, do you know who killed Anton Chambers? Joy, no. Joy, when Anton is sitting at his desk, I can usually hear everything. I was able to record everything between Anton and the detective. But after the detective left, someone came in. They were talking in front of the door, and the phone was too low quality to pick up everything they said. Justina, if you couldn't hear them, why did you keep listening in? I thought they would move closer to the phone. Sadly, they didn't. Then the gunshot happened, and the phone was not off. Swift, did you hear anything else before the gunshot? I heard a sound like something heavy hit a wall, followed by something that crashed to the floor, then the gunshot happened. Justina, hitting the wall, then something crashing, sounds like a struggle. Swift, Miss Collins, do you know what 2-party consent is? Yes, that's why I tried to hide the gunshot. Swift, and during said struggle, was anyone talking? No, it was just the sounds I said. Swift, then you know that we have to charge you for illegally recording 2 conversations. Swift, we also need to confiscate those recordings from your phone. Swift, we can keep only the struggle part and dispose of the rest. Justina, but whatever she recorded could help us find the culprit. Justina, why only keep the ending part? Swift, Mrs. Eubank, if your client was found guilty in court because of this recording, what would you do? Ferris, anyway, would demand a mistrial. Miss Collins' illegal act makes anything said on the recording fruit of the poisonous tree. Ferris, but legally, there is a loophole. Ferris, recordings of conversations are illegal, but other recorded sounds are perfectly acceptable. Swift, meaning we can keep the struggle and dispose of everything else from the recording. Justina, I'll update the evidence from the President's office. Left bracket statement, quote, President's office phone updated, quote, right bracket, President's office phone updated. Swift, Miss Collins, can you tell us what happened when you went upstairs? President's office phone updated. When I heard the gunshot, I thought Mr. Chambers killed someone. So I took the stairs and sneaked my way to the 6th floor. Justina, that explains why our witness didn't see you in the lobby. Justina, why did you take the stairs? If I took the elevator, they might see me. It was easier to sneak in by the stairs, even if it took longer. When I got there, I didn't see anyone, but people weren't the only thing missing. Both the rug and clock on the wall were missing. They were there when I came up with Detective Hunt. Justina, do you know who removed them? I don't know about the clock, but I didn't know about the rug. It was Lowell. When I was looking around, I heard the elevator arrive at the floor. I ran to see what it was, and I saw Lowell carrying one end of the rug. It looked like someone was on the other side carrying the rug, but the door was closed just enough that I couldn't see who. Swift, what time did this happen? 8:25 p.m. Sunday night. I wanted to be there sooner, but climbing 6 flights of stairs in heels took the wind out of me. I wanted to follow Lowell, but I didn't know where in the building he went. I thought he went to the 1st floor, but I couldn't find him. Swift, if Lowell took the rug after Mr. Chambers was shot, he must have wanted to dispose of it. Swift, something we couldn't find must have been on the rug. Swift, Justy, do you have any ideas? Justina, if Anton Chambers was shot in his office, it would make sense that he would be bleeding. Justina, yet we couldn't find any blood in his office. Justina, what if, after getting shot, he fell on the rug? Justina, the way, the rug would absorb all the blood and none would get onto the floor. Swift, Mrs. Eubank, do you happen to know what the rug was made of? Ferris, it's a wool rug, why? Swift, wool rugs are highly absorbent. Justy's theory about the rug absorbing all the blood makes sense. Ferris, but that isn't proven yet. None of you have found the rug yet, so this is just speculation. Swift, which is why we need to ask him ourselves. We need to bring Lowell Ledger here. Swift, Mrs. Eubank, would you be able to bring Lowell here? Ferris, of course I can. I'll drag him in here myself if I must. Ferris, but that doesn't mean I believe he's a culprit. Swift, then let's return here once Mr. Ledger arrives. Justina, after that, Miss Collins was sent to Miss while Mr. Ledger was brought in. Justina, because Lowell is the president of the company, Mrs. Eubank once again agreed to represent him. The 2nd of May, Adjuster Police Precinct number 5 viewing room. Justina, looks like Mrs. Eubank brought our star witness. Hunt, I didn't think he would be so willing to come. Hunt, you would think he would resist with every fiber of his eggplant suit. Swift, Eubank Investments is co-owned by both Owen and Ferris, so Ferris is technically his boss. Swift, she can fire him for not coming in for questioning. Hunt, the fact she even let us bring him in for questioning surprises me. Justina, after what happened with Joy, I think even she knows Lowell is involved with this murder. Justina, and solving Anton's death matters more than their upstart president. Justina, how about you? Have you made any progress on Anton's case? Hunt, it seems that Anton's bullets were being smuggled in. Hunt, if I can find the bullets he was smuggling, that would really help us. Swift, got any ideas on where to find them? Hunt, nice try, but a detective never reveals their secrets. Justina, I'm pretty sure there's just magicians. Hunt, or Cantrana, magicians got it from us, it's a well-known fact. Justina, is that? Oh, never mind, just let us know if you find evidence for us. Hunt, I should have something by the time you're done. Hunt, good luck in there. Swift, Lowell Ledger, you have been brought in to answer questions about the night of Anton Chambers' death. Swift, a gunshot was heard by a witness that night, and when the witness went there, they saw you. Lowell, I already told you, I was in the building that night. Swift, then I will ask you a simple question. Swift, are you involved with the death of Anton Chambers, including purposefully tampering with evidence? Lowell, I was not involved with the death of Anton Chambers. Lowell, may I leave now? Ferris, what my client means to say is, you need something substantial to keep him here. Swift, we already have proof that the gunshot from the president's office happened that night. Swift, were you unaware of it? Ferris, my client has already told the police that he was on the 5th floor the whole night. Ferris, there is no proof that the gunshot on the 6th floor could be heard on the 5th floor. Justina, left Aaron, I could hear a gunshot from a different floor, but we can't say the same from floor 5 to 6, right, Aaron? Justina, but our witness saw him heading towards the elevator with a rug. Lowell, and what does a rug have to do with Mr. Chambers' death? Swift, we have reason to believe he died on this rug, and it contains evidence. Lowell, is there any proof of that? Ferris, a previous witness saw you. Ferris, while they saw that you had the rug, there is no proof of blood or any indication of murder. Swift, they took a picture of the president's office after the murder and the rug was missing. Swift, given their testimony, we have reason to believe you were involved. Lowell, I see. Lowell, yes, I was carrying a rug, but you are clearly missing context. Lowell, allow me to explain. Lowell Ledger's statement, quote, dropping off the rug, quote. Lowell, Mr. Eubank asked me to help him bring the rug to his car, dot, 1/5. Lowell, so I went to the president's office with him and we simply took it, dot, 2/5. Lowell, after grabbing the rug, Mr. Eubank and I headed to the garage, dot, 3/5. Lowell, I simply left the rug in Mr. Eubank's trunk so he could take it home, dot, 4/5. Lowell, afterwards, I have no idea what happened to the rug, dot, 5/5. Justina, left Aaron, can't we just get a witness who is completely honest for a change, or at the very least be upfront about lying, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, he has to be working with what he knows. Perhaps there is something he's missing, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, something no one would ever expect, right, Aaron? Lowell, Mr. Eubank asked me to help him bring the rug to his car, dot, 1/5. Lowell, so I went to the president's office with him and we simply took it, dot, 2/. Lowell, after grabbing the rug, Mr. Eubank and I headed to the garage, dot, 3/5. Low, I simply left the rug in Mr. Eubank's trunk so he could take it home. 4/5. Justina's aunt's Miss Toy Mouse, no cleaning crew. Kaniki statement, Anton's car. Anton's car, Kaniki, no toy, Miss Toy, Miss Toy, no Kaniki, Anton, viewport vertical scroll, activate, deactivate, Lower's car. Viewport verticals, activate, increase, deactivate, Lower's car. Owen's car. Owen's Anton, Kaniki, no toy, Miss present, Owen's car, close, Owen's car has adaptive cruise control, a light dash up trunk release, and voice command. The trunk release is so someone can open the trunk from the inside. Type evidence, press Miss Toy, no Kaniki's, Anton's car selected. Anton's car, Kaniki, no toy, Miss present, Anton's car is a stick shift car that requires that someone learn to drive it. It had dents, scratches, and a broken tail light. Type evidence, press Miss Toy, no Kaniki, Anton's car, Lower's car, Anton, Kaniki, no toy, Miss present, Lower's car, a standard automatic car with hand crank windows. We don't have access to the inside of the car. Type evidence, obtain present, Miss Toy, no cleaning crew. Kaniki statement, Anton's car. Kaniki statement. Kaniki statement selected. Anton's car selected. Kaniki's no toy, Miss present. Kaniki statement. Meg started working on Anton's car yesterday morning. She found some clumps of wool in the car trunk before she started working on it. Present. Justina, sorry, quote President Low, quote, but your term has come to an end. Justina, here's the proof. Low, it's cute. You think that would be enough to take this president down? Low, evidence like that is hardly worth my time. Justina, left Aaron, why did I make such a dumb mistake? Right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, I can't let him win. I need something better. Right.
How's it going?
Low, Mr. Eubank asked me to help him bring the rug to his car. 1/5.
I think I got this.
Save. Low,
I
save.
just,
Low, Mr.
I think I
Eubank
just
asked me to
picked the wrong
Low, so I went to the president's office with him and we simply took it. 2/5.
state.
Low, after grabbing the rug, Mr. Eubank and I headed to the garage. 3/5. Low, I simply left the rug in Mr. Eubank's trunk so he could take it home. 4/5.
Oh no, I picked this. Okay, so it's not that. Shit.
What did you present?
Meg's statement. Because she said she found some wool in Anton's car.
Yeah, that is a fair one, but there is also something more pressing as an issue with this story.
Low, afterwards, I have no idea what happened to the rug. 5. Justina, left Aaron.
That's the right
Low,
statement. Statement 4 is the right one, but it's a different thing you need to present.
Low, I simply left
Think
the rug
about
in
what
Mr.
else is in that trunk.
Low, I simply left the rug in Mr. Eubank's trunk so he could take it home.
Mr. Eubank's trunk. Yeah, okay.
Just Smith toy, no click, Anton, viewport, evidence, select viewport, verticals, activate, increase, the actual Fi's confession. Fi's confess, missed 5, chalk president, ledger stay present. Fi's confession, Fi's Ser Pounce were at Eubank Investments second floor when they heard a single gunshot coming from the lobby. When they got there, they didn't see Joy at the reception desk. Type, present, led gun, press chalk, 5, Mr. Fi's confession selected, Mr. Fi's statement, Fi's chalk president, ledge present, Fi's statement, Fi was hiding inside Owen's trunk when he left present. Justina, Mr. Ledger, we have witness testimony that Mr. Eubank didn't take it. Justina, if the rug had been placed in his car, they would have seen it, but they didn't. Justina, if Mr. Eubank didn't take it, where did it go? Lowell, and who is the witness? I demand to know. Ferris, Mr. Ledger, I can verify the witness and their location. Ferris, they will be punished greatly for being on Eubank Investments property without permission. Justina, left Aaron, poor Fi, right Aaron. Justina, with that answered, what happened to the rug? Lowell, if your witness said I'm lying, you tell me. Lowell, surely if they didn't see me put it in the car, where would I have put it? Ferris, due to that witness' particular location, they were unable to see anything. Ferris, I can only say that if you had put the rug in the car, they would have known. Lowell, it's getting really annoying to see you beat around the bush. Ferris, keeping this witness identity hidden is necessary for the future of Eubank Investments. Justina, left Aaron, there's a whole lot of words to tell him to shut up, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, but it is her daughter. It's kind of sweet she's keeping her identity a secret, right Aaron. Lowell, then perhaps I'm misremembering all of this. We could have just left it by the car instead. Lowell, then someone could have come by and taken it. Nothing I could do about that. Lowell, if that is all, the president of Eubank Investments is a busy man. Swift, you're not leaving yet. Aside from our unnamed witness, there were only 4 people there that night. Swift, since one of them is a victim, the possibility of an unknown party is unlikely. Ferris, then where did the rug go? It can't disappear into thin air. Justina, left Aaron, I better come up with an answer and fast, right Aaron. Justina, here's the one place Mr. Ledger could have put the rug. Justina's I.D's Hunt's Smith toy.
Now we do the thing.
Kaniki's statement. Anton's car. Kaniki's statement. Kaniki's no toy. Miss Hunt's Justina's I.D. present. Justina, this should be all the proof you need. Swift, that doesn't help. Justy, you better try again.
Oh, never mind.
Justina, oh, sorry. Justina, left Aaron, if not in Mr. Eubank's
You're
car,
right,
then
you need
put it
to
somewhere
just present the car.
Justina, here's the one place Mr. Ledger could have put the rug.
Ugh.
Justina's I.D. select Hunt's Smith toy. No Kaniki, Anton's car. Anton's Kaniki, no toy. Miss Hunt's Justina's I.D. present. Justina, this should be all the proof you need. Swift, that doesn't help. Justy.
Nope.
Justina, oh, sorry. Justina, left Aaron, if not in Mr. Eubank's car, then put it somewhere only he would have access to right Aaron. Justina, here's the one place Mr. Ledger could have put the rug.
Oh,
he
yeah,
did it.
present this. I forgot. I don't get this one.
Anton's car.
This one's a lead.
Anton's Kaniki statement. Anton viewport vertical activate. Increase the actual Lower's car. Anton Kaniki no toy. Miss Colin present. Justina, there were only 3 cars in the garage that night, including his. Justina, so he must have placed it in his car. Ferris, but why lie about which car was used? Swift, because if he put it in his car, that means he drove it somewhere, and we might find evidence inside. Lowell, again, nothing but speculation. Lowell, and speculation is just a waste of time. Swift, then I'm sure you won't mind if we investigate your car. We haven't had a chance to look inside. Lowell, absolutely not. Lowell, no one in their right mind would ever allow the police to do such a thing. Ferris, if you want to search his car, you will need a warrant.
No one in their right mind would allow the police to just. Why not? If you don't have anything to hide, then like.
Yeah, like if you were actually innocent, you would just be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't care.
You wanna look at my car? Sure, I don't care.
Ferris, I doubt any judge would give you one if you can't prove you will find evidence. Justina, left Aaron, the rug would have been removed by then, right Aaron? Justina, what now?
Not how warrants work. They would definitely get a warrant with this much evidence.
Swift, hum. Swift, Mr. Ledger, when you were in the garage, did you see Anton's car? Lowell, yes, it was there. Justina, what are you getting at, detective? Swift, if the theory is correct, then Anton must have already died before the rug was removed. Swift, the body must have been moved, but to where? Swift, looking over the exits, the only options are the front door and garage. Swift, so that leaves the garage. If Mr. Eubank's car wasn't an option and Anton's car stayed there overnight. Swift, I think that leaves only one option. Swift, Mr. Ledger's car. Ferris, excuse me, why would he possibly do that? Swift, I'm not sure why, but it would explain why he wouldn't want us to check his car. There might be evidence in there. Lol, a Detective Swift, quit joking around. Lol, accusing the president of Eubank Investments of tampering with a crime scene isn't funny. Swift, the president, who only got there after the former president died.
He's so... Oh my god, I want this guy to fucking suffer. He's so like, I'm the president,
I love how
bitch.
smarmy he is, like accusing the president of Eubank Investments.
I'm the president of Eubank Investments, by the way.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am a rich man.
I am in fact the president.
And who only got there after. Swift, if you won't let us look, then we will get a warrant. Ferris, you can only get a warrant if you can prove for certain you will find something.
No,
That's
again,
not
not correct. Like, if you could prove for certain something was there, you wouldn't need to go find it.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Ferris, as it stands,
like, oh, I know there are drugs in the back of your car, but because I haven't seen them personally, I can't do anything. Have a nice day.
Justina, and why is that? Ferris, if he needed a car, why would he use his own car? Let me explain. Rebuttal quote, the better car quote. Ferris, if Anton's car was in the parking garage, Lower could have grabbed the keys from the body lot 1/4. Ferris, afterwards, Lower could have just driven Anton's car to Nickel and Diamond's Antiques and left the body there dot 2/4. Ferris, after leaving the body at the store, Lower could have taken a bus or simply walked back to pick up his own car dot 3/4. Ferris, we know Anton's car only entered the parking lot once, so his car didn't leave the garage dot 4/4. Justina, detective, does it really matter why he didn't use Anton's car? Swift, we need to cover all possibilities. We will only be able to get a warrant if our case is airtight. Swift, this is a pretty high dash profile case. One slip dash up in our whole department would look bad. Justina, if the station did look bad, could I just say I was a clerk?
Well,
yeah, probably.
Technically you are.
Ferris, if Anton's car was in the parking garage, Lower could have grabbed the keys from the body dot 1/4.
Look at the description of Anton's car again. We haven't seen that one in a while. That might be useful.
No clean Kaniki statement. Anton's car. Anton's Kaniki no toy miss.
I know. It's a
present. Anton's car is a stick shift car that requires that someone learn to drive it. It had dents, scratches, and a broken tail light dot type evidence.
Yes.
Ferris, if Anton's car was in the parking garage, Lower could have grabbed the keys from the body dot 1/. Ferris, afterwards, Lower could have just driven Anton's car to Nickel and Diamond's Antiques and left the body there dot 2/4. Defense Miss Toy Nook Kaniki Anton's car. View of Anton's car Kaniki Nook Toy Miss Justina's I dot present. Justina, before you poke holes in our theories, poke the holes in your own. Justina, when we spoke with the mechanic, she told us that Mr. Chambers drives a custom dash built stick shift. Justina, most people wouldn't be able to drive that. Ferris, that is true. My husband tried driving it once and almost crashed it. Ferris, but this is nothing but speculation.
Also known in Europe as a normal car.
Yeah. Everyone drives stick shift here.
Yeah, we call them manual.
Yeah, manual. In America, everyone drives automatics.
Mm-hmm.
Swift, according to the mechanic, there were quote dents, scratches, and a broken tail light quote before she fixed it up. Swift, but I doubt someone who drives their car every day would cause that. Swift, my theory is simple. He tried to use Mr. Chambers' car, couldn't drive it, damaged it in the garage, gave up, then used his own car. Low, and again, speculation on when the car was damaged. Low, you can't prove that the car was damaged that very night. Swift, Mr. Ledger, can you drive stick? Because according to our evidence, your car is automatic. Swift, if you can, you will need to prove it. Low, I don't need to answer. You will just use whatever I say against me. Ferris, detective, we both know you need something more solid than that. Ferris, prove to us that his car was originally used to move the body. Justina, left Aaron, there must be something that shows his car was used. Better think fast, right, Aaron. Justina, here's proof Anton's car must have been used Sunday night. Justina's I. Deselect Miss Toy no cleaning crew. Kaniki's statement. Kaniki's no toy Miss Justy present. Justina, the mechanic told us that they found some clumps of wool in the car. Justina, all we have to do is match it to the rug from his office. Low, and how will you know if it matches the rug? It's long gone. Swift, we do have a picture of you with the rug. All we need to do is cross-reference it with rug sold online. Swift, if the material matches, then we know it's the same rug. Low, you detectives are more clever than I thought. Low, but it's all for naught. After all, there's something important you simply can't explain. Swift, sounds fun. Tell us what it is. Low, I wouldn't even know where to move the body. Low, Ledger's statement quote finding the alleyway quote. Low, what happened to Mr. Chambers that night was completely unexpected. 1/4. Low, if the plan was to pin it on his attacker, then I would need to know that information beforehand. 2/4. Low, but I had no means to speak to him about it before his death. 3/4. Low, after all, I was in my office the whole time before I carried the rug out. 4/4. Justina, he must have known where Anton was attacked and where to move the body. Swift, our aim is to narrow this case so that we can reliably get a search warrant. Swift, if we can just prove how he could have known, that should be enough. Justina, left Aaron, there is only one way he would know, but how do we prove that, right Aaron? Low, what happened to Mr. Chambers that night was completely unexpected. 1/4. Low, if the plan was to pin it on his attacker, then I would need to know that information beforehand. 2/4. Low, but I had no means to speak to him about it before his death. 3/4. Low, after all, I was in my office the whole time before I carried the rug out. 4/4. Just Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement.
He talked to...
Hunt's statement. Miss Toy no cleaning crew.
Eubank, right?
Kaniki's statement. Anton's car. View or vertical scroll activate.
Lowell did after his death.
Reception desk phone.
A good bit after.
Was that after?
Lowell's car.
Yeah.
Owen's car. Lowell's car. Owen's car. Anton's Owen's lower reception view or vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual chalkboard. President's office phone. Gunpowder. Press chalk view or evidence select.
Oops.
View or vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual files confession. Mr. Eubank's statement. Mr. Eubank chalk press gun ledge present. Mr. Close. Mr. Eubank's statement. Owen drove his car to the office the night of Anton's death. He had an argument with Anton about the future of the company. He spoke to Lowell in the garage before leaving. Type statement obtained. Owen's office.
Before leaving. So that was after.
Present.
Mm-hmm.
Justina, sorry, quote President Lowell, quote, but your term has come to an end. Justina, here's the proof. Lowell, it's cute. Do you think that would be enough? Lowell, evidence like that is hardly worth. Justina, left Aaron, why did I? Justina, left Aaron. Lowell, what happened to Mr. Chambers that night was completely unexpected. One slash Lowell, if the plan was to pin it on his attacker, then I would need to know that information before. Lowell, after all, I was in my office the whole time before I carried the rug out. 4/4.
Okay. It is this statement or
It's not this one. It's statement 3. You want to dispute?
bollocks.
Swift. Justina, Lowell, but I had no means to speak to him about it before his death. 3/4.
I had no means to speak to him.
Justina's statement. Miss Collins' statement.
Speak to
Statement.
Anton.
Justina's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Toy mouse. No cleaning crew. Kaniki's statement. Anton's car. Viewport vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual perception desk phone. Lowell's car. Owen's car. Anton's car. Lowell's perception desk phone. Viewport vertical scroll bar activate. Increase the activate gunpowder. Ledger statement. Perception desk phone. Ledger statement. Perception lead gun. Viewport vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual chalkboard. President's office phone.
I mean, he could have talked to him on the phone.
Anton's present. Justina, sorry, quote President Lowell, quote,
Okay.
Lowell,
You may as well look over his statement as well.
Who's?
Lowell, what happened?
Lowell's, you skip past it a few times.
Lowell, but I had no means to speak to him about it before his death. 3/4. Miss Toy, no, Kaniki, Anton's car, viewport vertical scroll, activate, increase the actual president's gunpowder, ledger, perception desk, ledger, Lowell, Anton, Kaniki, president, ledger statement. Lowell said he never saw Anton in his office. He called Detective Hunter comes Anton's office around 5 o'clock p.m. and called Anton Chambers around 7 o'clock p.m. Sunday night. Type.
Called Anton Chambers.
Present. Justina, we do know when you talked to Mr. Chambers. Justina, when you showed us your phone call to the detective, I saw you had a call with him that night. Justina, meaning you spoke to Anton after he had left the alleyway. Lowell, you can't prove that. Even if we did talk, that doesn't mean he told me anything. Ferris, Lowell, I think that's more than enough reason to request a search warrant.
Oh shit.
When even your
Ferris is
own
on our
lawyer
side.
is like, "Hey, guy, you know."
Lowell,
They kind of
you're supposed to be on my side. Do something. Ferris, my job is to protect you bank investments at all costs, including from within. Ferris, I gave you enough of a chance to prove your innocence. Now your lies are a liability to yourself and my company. Ferris, your best bet is to just confess now so we can finally know what happened that night. Ferris,
Okay, no,
confess to power
that's
of one proof
legal.
will only make things worse for you.
You're getting disbarred. 100% you're getting disbarred. Because there's a thing called zealous defense. You owe, once you take someone on as a client, if you're a lawyer, you owe them a full defense irrelevant to whether they're innocent or guilty. You can't just decide, oh no, you've been lying and I don't believe you, so fuck you now. Or if it was because, yeah, you're doing harm to my company, that's a massive conflict of interest. And then you shouldn't be here, which is true.
Yes. She shouldn't have been here for the entire thing.
No, she really shouldn't. The fact that you're a lawyer does not mean you just get to walk into a police interrogation.
Yeah.
Lowell, ha ha ha. Lowell, and all because I couldn't clean my car in time. Swift, moving the body is a crime, one we intend to make you pay for. Lowell, yet you don't even know who the murderer is. Lowell, the closest you got is me moving the body. Swift, Lowell, are you saying you know who killed Anton? Lowell, detective, how about a plea deal? Lowell, you drop all charges against me, and I'll tell you everything I know. Swift, what do you have to bargain with? Lowell, simple. Lowell, I know who the culprit is. I even have proof. Justina, you expect us to believe that? Lowell, if you want the truth of the matter, you will accept my terms. Justina, you can't just move the whole body and expect us to trade that away. Lowell, you two are only here because you are out of leads. You need my evidence. Lowell, unless you want to keep running around like a pair of headless chickens.
Move a whole body. With moving someone's decapitated head, like, that's less of a crime. You know, you already moved the head, not a big a deal.
MMM. Swift, if you fulfill your end of the bargain, then I can accept those terms.
I wouldn't accept this guy's terms, man. This guy's a slime ball.
Justina, detective. Swift, don't worry. Justina, I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Again, realistically here, the detective would be like, hey, well, unless you tell me there's someone else involved, I have very good evidence, or good reason to suspect you were the murderer. And like,
yeah,
you're gonna be convicted because it looks like you murdered him for his job. And that case could be very easily
That's a very easy case, yeah.
Yeah, like, this guy,
very
we know,
very
moved
nice,
the body.
simple motive, like, makes sense. He moved the body.
Like, I believe that.
Like, yeah. And he's a slimy git, so it would make sense.
Yeah, like, if you just get him on the witness stand for 2 minutes, the jury will hate
the jury
him.
will be like, yeah.
Can I vote death, please?
He's a bit of a cunt, yeah.
Swift, where is the evidence? Lowell, do you take me for a fool? I'm not giving it to you until I sign the official deal. Lowell, but I suppose I can give you a tease. Lowell, Owen Eubank was the one who killed Anton Chambers.
Okay. That's a tease.
He said he had proof. He's telling you, but he's not giving you proof.
Ferris, I know my husband. He would never do such a thing.
Right, but look, that's a big lead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lowell, believe it or not, it happened. Lowell, the two of us carried the body down the elevator to the garage.
Like, I'd just take that and be like, right, fuck your plea deal. Thank you.
Say, Lowell, the two of us carried
Now
the body
you're
down
going
the
to prison.
Yeah.
Say, Lowell, the two of us carried the body down the elevator to the garage. Lowell, he offered me the role of president if I helped clean up his mess. Lowell, I wasn't going to turn down such a wonderful deal. Lowell, until the police learned everything. Lowell, that's why I had my backup plan, to keep some evidence on Owen just in case. Ferris,
Until the police ruined everything. Oh no, those police officers solving murders. How dare
Those
they,
meddling
really?
police officers.
Put me under the bus just to get out of this. So, Ferris, you are throwing my whole company under the bus just to get out of this. Lowell, it's nothing personal, just business. Ferris, Emma's legal representative, I will look over any official deal written before he signs.
Again, you really shouldn't be his lawyer anymore. He's just accused your husband. Like, there's no way this should be allowed. I'm sorry, but this is jumping the shark.
Swift, I'm sure you and Sue will have plenty to talk about then. Swift, Mr. Ledger, you want to remain here for the time being. It will take a while to write up the plea deal. Swift, if you leave, it will be cancelled. Lowell, understood. Swift, Mrs. Eubank, we will be bringing Owen Eubank in for questioning. Swift, I presume you will take up his defense. Ferris, naturally, I will request no questioning can be done until Mr. Ledger's evidence has been fully verified. Swift, I agree. Once everything is settled, we will return here later with Mr. Eubank.
Like, that makes sense.
This is kind of annoying, though, that Ferris is just everyone's lawyer. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, they could have come up with a new one. I hope K6 has a new lawyer. Like, I like Ferris, but it just...
Ferris is cool, but it's just...
Like, here, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
This is... I was watching a Brandon Sanderson lecture on how to write good fantasy books today. Don't ask me why, but I was watching that, and, like, he said, like... People fixate on plot holes too much. Kind of every story is going to have plot holes. The issues are the plot holes that yank your reader out of the story.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't really care about things like, what was it? Like Cinema Sins level plot holes. Where they're like
Cinema Sins is
shit
stupid.
Yeah.
No, Cinema Sins is dumb.
Like, that's what he was talking about.
Some
like,
of the Cinema
those
Sins
sorts of
quote-unquote
things-
plot holes aren't even plot holes.
Oh yeah, they're just explained like 2 minutes afterwards. I know. But yeah. Like he was saying, the issue is when a plot hole is pulling the reader out of your story.
Yes.
When they're thinking about the other thing more than the book as they're reading it, or the game in this case. And I think this is one of those, at least for me.
Yeah, I mean, we've pointed it out
Because,
so many
like,
times because it's
She
kinda
shouldn't be
stupid.
here. Like in this case especially, she should not be here. The others, I think up to case 4 were fine. This one, there's such an obvious conflict of interest. Anyone can see that. She should not be here by now.
Swift, I agree. Once
Anyway,
everything is
that's
settled,
my
we will return here
law
later with
rant
Mr. Eubank.
done. Let's move on.
Swift, for now, this interrogation is over. Justina,
But
Lowe's
wait,
was reported to the
there's
chief officer
more.
for his plea deal. Justina, we were also granted a search warrant for Lowe's car. Justina, as for Sophie and I, we had only a little bit of time before we could go talk to Mr. Eubank himself. Justina, in the short time I've known him, I could never see Mr. Eubank as a murderer. Justina, was Lowe's evidence truly enough to convict him? We had to wait for the plea deal before finding out. End of case 5, part 2. The 2nd of May at City Police Precinct number 5 viewing room.
I guess we get a part 3.
Indeed, another investigation section.
Oh, shit.
Justina, that was stressful. Swift, it only feels stressful because it's not over. There are too many lingering questions. Swift, we have
Even
some time before
more
the plea deal is over. We should
evidence.
investigate while we can. Justina, but we already investigated Eubank investments. Where else can we go? Swift, what we need is information. Swift, if Mr. Eubank really is the culprit, was it premeditated or an accident? Swift, see what I'm getting at. Something happened in that room that led to Anton's death, and I bet money it's related to the company. Justina, how do we figure out the motive? Swift, let's start from the top. What do those two have in common? Justina, they both lead Eubank investments. Justina, if only we knew how to find out more about Anton's business deals. Swift, then we need to figure that out, and I know just who to ask. Swift, I think we should talk with Chandrelia. She worked with Mr. Eubank long enough to know something. Left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file. Swift, your dad, Ash, had been talking to Red. We should see if he learned anything since yesterday. New lead added to the left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file. Justina, alright, so that's 2 people. Who else? New lead added to the case file. Swift,
You see what I mean about conservation of characters?
Mm-hmm.
Say, Swift, besides witnesses, we should also go see Red. Swift, if there are any updates on the body, he would like to know. Left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file. Justina, sounds like a plan. Let's go talk with all of them. New lead added to the Justina, left Aaron, better clean up my notes. I don't need information about the lobby now, right Aaron?
Thank you.
Swift, Red should be here. Let's look around the station first. Left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file, new lead added to the case file. Talk. Joy Collins interrogation. Justina, I don't know what's more shocking, Joy spying on Anton or being paid by Anton's ex-wife Vivica. Swift, for me, it was the ex-wife part. She must really hate his guts to have done that. Justina, yeah, and we can't even listen to the recording either. This whole case could be solved. Swift, what Joy did was illegal. Using illegal evidence is just as bad, if not worse. Swift, unlike Joy, the police reflect the values of our society. Swift, I
That's
want to
also
be
incorrect,
what
by
I
the
can't
way.
do if I start breaking the law. Justina, but if you can't solve
The
this case
police
without
can use... The police can use illegal evidence as long as they weren't the ones who broke the law to obtain it.
Really?
At least in America. Yep. Police and lawyers at trial can use evidence that obtained illegally as long as they didn't do the illegal act or, like, cause it to happen. Like, if they paid someone to do it, it still counts. But if
Yeah.
someone just does it and then gives it to them, they can use that. That's fine.
Justina, but if you can't solve this case without such evidence, isn't that just as bad? Justina, I wouldn't want to believe.
Shit, dude. They should bring you in as a law consultant.
Oh god, no! I know very, very little. I just watch a lot of like Legal Eagle and read a lot of legal like thriller books, and then go research random bullshit that gets mentioned to see if it's true.
Uh-huh. I should read more of those.
Yeah, I find them really
The
interesting
few-
because I
the
go
few
down
that I've
rabbit
read
holes.
were fun. Yeah.
We can do a. We should really start the book club.
We should. No, the literature club.
Ah, yes. Sorry, but it will include some books.
Well, yes, books are by definition literature. Yeah, we should. Well, it would be like what, 1 week, once a week we meet up, or bi-weekly maybe, and
Yeah.
we pick a book, and then talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Or like, yeah, we pick a book. Even like monthly, we pick a book. Everyone
Yeah.
goes off and reads it, and then the next month we talk about it and pick a new book.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best format. Gives everyone time to actually read through the book as well. If we ever did something like the Sanderson one, we might have to do more than a month though, because
True,
some of
true.
those get a bit big.
True.
Justina, I wouldn't want a police system that can't solve any case. Swift, I wish I had the answer, but I don't.
And then maybe we sprinkle in some writing as well if we want to.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, I do want to do some writing. That is why I was watching the Sanderson lectures. I do
Mhm.
want to do some writing.
Say, Swift, I wish I had the answer, but I don't. Swift, but if you ask me, we don't need the full recording, just the struggle. Swift, Joy's other evidence was enough to get us this far, so let's finish what we started. Joy Collins interrogation. Lowell Ledger interrogate. Justina, I can't believe Lowell helped move her body. Justina, I wouldn't do that. The blood and feeling of death all around. Swift, given that we couldn't find any blood in the building, he did a good job moving it. Justina, that's not the type of praise I expected. Swift, tampering with evidence is wrong, but doing it right is tough. Swift, I should ask him so I know what to look for next time. Justina,
Hey,
I'd
look,
rather know
I
that
don't
here
like
would
that
do
he
a job
did
so
it, but I respect that he did it well.
Yeah. He did a good job. You know?
Save. Justina, I would rather knowledge disappear. It would make our jobs so much easier. Joy Collins interrogation. Lowell Eubank. Justina,
Your
do you think
job,
Mr.
you
Eubank
were a clerk.
Say, Justina, do you think Mr. Eubank really did it? Justina, he's not the most forthcoming, but I just can't see him as a murderer. Swift, we still don't know what happened, but I do know something. Swift, he seemed very sad about Anton's death. Justina, he did, but maybe he regrets it. Justina, only regretting it after pulling the trigger. Justina, twice. Swift, that's certainly possible, if only... Joy Collins interrogation. Lowell you finishing investigation. Swift, there's some time before Lowell's plea deal is ready. Swift, we should find more evidence. Justina, left Aaron. I'll talk to her about this after we finish our investigation, right, Aaron? Joy Collins interrogation. Lowell finishing in back. Talk. Trap investigation. Push select.
You have to click
Yes,
that at
all
the end
selected.
to wrap it up.
Oh.
Talk.
Well, that's new. I guess we don't have dispute anymore.
Travel. Investigate. Talk. Travel.
There will be some disputing. It's this one. The format of this one is a little janky.
Station offices. Back. Station office. The 2nd of May, Azure City Police Precinct number 5 station offices. Justina, Detective Hunt, are you here? So, while you two were with Lowell, Ernest took Joy back to Eubank Investments. Justina, he did. Why did he do that? So, since Joy is trying to cooperate with the police, she said there might be some evidence that could be useful. So they headed back to Eubank Investments. Swift, there's no time like the present. We should hurry. So, you can certainly go there now, but you wanted to speak to Chandra, right? So, she's waiting in the interrogation room. So, Ernest also left behind a gift for you too. Justina, a gift. Annie, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the world's greatest illusionist, Annie, Maggie Shawn.
Oh no.
Justina,
Conservation of characters.
Annie, pick a card and find out. So, since Annie worked with our victim, Ernest thought she might know something. Annie, so, I had a whole trick planned. So, if you want to deal with our district attorney, no magic until this case is done. Annie, fine, no magic until this case is done. Justina, left Aaron, she really wants that the right Aaron. Left bracket profile, Annie card added to your profiles, right bracket, Annie card added to your profiles, Annie, so, what can the world's greatest illusionist do for you? Annie card added to your profiles, Swift, we know that Anton wanted to buy the class orphanage and hide it from the Eubanks. Swift, do you know anything else that could help us out? Annie, lucky for you, this is one secret a magician can share. Annie, Anton's plans were to convert the old motel into townhouses, the fancy type. Annie, with a popular judge and one of the best schools nearby, wealthy families would pay pretty handsomely for a spot. Annie, that's why he was lucky enough to get Bill to agree to move the orphanage back in March. Annie, Eubank Investments plans to get property everywhere in Azure City. Annie, he never told me directly, but knowing close dash up magic makes borrowing papers pretty easy. Card statement, Anton wanted to convert the orphanage into townhouses. This was part of his plan to get properties, not just the orphanage, all around Azure City for Eubank Investments. Left bracket statement, quote, Annie card statement recorded in the case file, quote, right bracket, Annie card statement recorded in the case file. Justina, come to think of it, on the day we spoke to him, Annie card statement Anton, the motel isn't what matters to me, it's the land it sits on. Anton, it's situated on a property gold mine. That land could be put to much better use. Anton, the whole area ought to be transformed into new luxury townhouses and condos. Anton, a plethora of Azure City's finest would love nothing more than to settle their families right next to Whitehall. Justina, turns out he did spell it out for us. Justina, speaking of which, what's a townhouse? Swift, they are smaller houses that can be bunched up together by cutting out extra space. Swift, they might sell for less each, but you can make more townhouses on a single plot of land, which leads to higher profits. Justina, why not make more apartments? You can get even more units to sell. Annie, because apartments tend to be sold to the lower class, and Anton wanted the upper dash class money. Annie, after all, the best way to make money is to take it from those who already have it. Annie, that's the magic of profit. Swift, thank you. Annie, if we have any issues with your statement, then we will let you know. Left bracket area, you can now travel to the interrogation room, lobby, and store right bracket, you can now travel to the interrogation room, lobby, and store dot. Swift, when you are ready, we can head out. You can now travel to the talk. Review statement. Ferris Eubank. Justina, Annie, how do you really feel about Mrs. Eubank? Annie, is it really important? Justina, you had some choice words for her during your confession. Justina, what I want to know is why? Annie, she was always out of touch, privileged to do whatever she wanted. Annie, she pretends to be so down dash to dash earth, all flowers and sunshine, but she never really understood people like me and Bill. Annie, we can't all just follow our dreams the same way she can. Annie, so yes, I only treated her nicely for work reasons. Annie, does that answer your question? Justina, it does, but I think you're the one misunderstanding her. Justina, she really did see the best in you. She defended you because she believed in you, that you weren't capable of hurting anyone. Justina, I think if you asked her, she might have helped you with your dream. Annie, I think we should move on. Review statement. Ferris Eubank. Anton Chambers. Annie, so I heard Anton kick the bucket. What happened to him? Justina, if we knew that, there wouldn't be a case to solve. Swift, all we can say is that he died a couple of nights ago. Your statement could help us solve this case. Swift, though, you don't seem upset about the news. Annie, we both just had the same goal in mind. Otherwise, we were no different from strangers. Annie, same thing for you too, right? Isn't his death just another case to solve? Justina, left Aaron, she's right. I was more worried about my dad than Anton's death, right Aaron? Swift, Red once told me that we should never treat the dead like strangers. Swift, ever since I took this case, I learned so much about him. Swift, the way he talked to people, his hobbies, his family. Swift, so to me, this case is like honoring the memory of a friend. Justina, I never thought of it like that. Annie, nor did I. Swift, it's just some wisdom taught to me the day I was promoted. Review statement. Fair Anton check back. Talk. Track investigate. Book. Justina, what's this book here for? So, it's a book book of police. It holds the rules and policies of the station. So, which you would know if you ever read it. Justina, I mean, I have been so busy doing paperwork and solving cases. Justina, not enough time in the day for everything. So, then when this case is finished, I want you to read this cover to cover. Justina, left Aaron, I'm starting to think she wants me to suffer. Right Aaron. Book selected. Computer. Justina, Lynn is looking good as always. So, do you hear that, Justina? Justina, hear what? So, your computer is begging you, quote, please, don't leave me. There's so much work to do, quote. Justina, don't worry, you wonderful machine. I'll be back soon. So, there's no pressure, but if you don't solve this case soon, we might have to sell her off. Justina, but Sophie and I finally named her last week. She's too young to be sold.
What's with everyone in this world naming their objects? Their tools?
I have no idea.
It's like,
I have no idea.
It's like a real thing now. It's not just an eccentric person. Shut up, Alexa. Naming.
The Hound
their
would hate it
things.
here.
Everyone just names their stuff. Yeah, the Hound would hate it here. God damn it, it always comes back to Game of Thrones. Why?
Yep.
Why?
At this point, I'm just trying to do it because it's funny.
So, then you better hurry. Her life is on the line. Justina, left Aaron, as if I needed more motivation to solve this case. Right Aaron. Computer selected. Medal, back, medal. Justina, what's this medal for? So, it's from the mayor's office for our outstanding service to the city. Justina, is our station really good? So, do you think Detective Ser kept his title for his looks alone? Justina, I suppose not. Justina, Justina, quote, rewarded for solving the UO-13 incident, quote. Justina, what's that? Justina, what's that? Sounds like a case number. So, it was a case Detective Hunt solved a few years ago. So, better to ask the man himself, but wait until after this case. Justina, I'll ask him later then. Justina, left Aaron, maybe if I stay at the station long enough, I'll find out about it. Right Aaron. Medal selected, back. Talk, travel, police station.
Sequel hook.
Eubank Investments lobby. Interrogation room. Store. Viewing room. Back. Viewing store. Interrogation room. The 2nd of May, Azure City Police Precinct number 5 interrogation room. Justina, detective, I thought we were going to speak with just Chandra. Why is Hannah here? Swift, I figured maybe her partner in crime could help. Swift, as for why I brought you two in, I'm hoping you two can answer some questions. Left bracket profile. Chandra added to your profiles. Right bracket. Chandra added to your profiles. Chandra, I already told you everything I know about the charity. Chandra added to your Swift, it isn't about the class orphanage this time. What we want to know is about Eubank Investments itself. Swift, can you tell us anything you wouldn't know about the company?
Good question. Do you want to click through all those relevant dialogue options anyway, or will I tell you the ones that matter?
I want to click them.
Okay.
Chandra, well, there's one thing, but I can't. Chandra, I signed an NDA with the Eubanks, plus it wouldn't be right. Hannah, Eubank Investments has been hitting the red with a capital R. Chandra, Hannah. Hannah, you signed the NDA. I did nothing of the sort. Hannah, if anyone asks, I have a top-secret network of spies that feed me all the information I need. Left bracket profile. Arrow you added to your profiles. Right bracket. Arrow you added to your profiles. Justina, left Aaron. So telling the police is forbidden, but telling friends is not. Right Aaron. Hannah you added to your profiles.
What does he say?
How long is part 3? It's not that long. It's not a super long investigation section.
Okay. That's good.
Say, Justina, left Aaron. So telling the police is forbidden, but telling friends is not. Right Aaron. Justina, what do you mean by hitting the red? Hannah, Eubank Investments has been failing to make a profit for about a year now, with new investments not paying off.
Oh, shit.
Hannah, they need a bank loan and investors for their new projects, but they need a plan on how this money will be used. Hannah, the bank won't just give you a loan for nothing. They need to know that you can pay it off or that you can offer collateral. Hannah, to get the loan, they need property that is worth investing in. Hannah, my sources found out about it 3 months ago. Your statement, Eubank Investments needs a bank loan to keep the company going. They can only get it by getting property that is worth investing in. Left bracket statement, quote, Hannah over your statement recorded in the case file, quote, right bracket, Hannah over your statement recorded in the case file. Justina, that's a lot more in dash depth than I was expecting, coming from you. Hannah over your statement, Hannah, what can I say? My sources are great. Chandra, then you better hope your quote sources, quote, don't get in trouble because of you. Justina, it shouldn't be hard to find land to invest in. I can think of a few run-down areas that could use the investment. Swift, if I had to guess, they don't seem eager to invest in the poorest areas. Hannah, my sources said the poorest neighborhoods are risky ventures. Hannah, Mr. Eubank needs to find a safe investment or else the company is finished. Hannah, Azure City is running out of quote risk-free quote land to invest in, so they haven't had the best luck. Left bracket lead completed, right bracket lead completed. Swift, this does add a lot of context. Thank you, Anna. Tell your quote sources, quote, we thank them as well. Lead completed. Talk. Review statement. Risk-free investing. Justina, I still don't get why banks wouldn't approve loans to the poorest neighborhoods. Justina, surely it's the poorest areas that have the most potential for growth. Hannah, I might know why. There's a stigma against being poor. Hannah, growing up in the poorer East Bay, I was told to act like I was from the West Bay in school. Hannah, my family didn't want us to view us as poor. Hannah, if I had to guess, that stigma likely applies to bank loans too. Swift, banks are businesses, but businesses are run by humans. Swift, if they think they won't make any money, even for dumb reasons, then they won't risk it. Swift, economics can never be unbiased as long as humans remain biased. Justina, so Ubank investments can't get a loan because the bank doesn't think they make a profit off the poor. Chandra, exactly. Ubank investments doesn't turn poor areas wealthy, they kick the poor out for the wealthy. Chandra, at least, that's what Hal's sources told us. Review statement. Risk-free investing. Review statement. Risk investment from the government. Justina, can't Ubank investments get work from the city like 10 years ago? Chandra, Ubank investments appeared at the right time to get that funding. Chandra, now, the politicians of Azure City have moved on to other issues. Chandra, homelessness is a major topic and Mayor Bolton's proposal to fight it isn't popular. Chandra, so if the city has any money to spare, Mayor Bolton's opponents won't let him use any. Justina, I see. Justina, left Aaron, I should keep up with city politics, right Aaron? Review statement. Risk investment for recovering from injuries.
No,
Justina,
no, you
everything
shouldn't.
Yeah, no. We just had our local elections. I didn't even go.
I don't care anymore. Like
I
the
went-
Roscommon County Council is what our local like city thing is called.
Mhm.
Do fucking nothing. I can't think of one thing they've done in like the last 10 years, to be honest.
I went 2 weeks ago for the first round to vote for the city mayor. And the city mayor won in the first round. The one that we wanted, I guess. I don't really care. So the second round, it was for the like county and everything. And I like don't care.
Yeah, we probably have a mayor for our city, but I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't know who he is or if we even have one. That's how little he does. Like, or she. I don't know.
Or they.
Or toast.
Yeah. Or God.
Maybe the mayor is God. That would make a lot of sense.
Justina, with everything that
Oh,
happened the last
Joey,
3 weeks,
we've,
it seems that you are recovering well.
We've really gotten off topic.
Yes.
That is a skill of ours.
We do that.
Chandra, it might look so, but I haven't fully recovered. Chandra, I started getting seizures and the doctor thinks it could be permanent. Chandra, I started taking medication to try and help. Justina, seizures from being hit in the head. Swift, if the head injury is strong enough, it's possible. Swift, at its worst, it could be permanent. Chandra, I'm not even allowed to drive until I can go half a year without a seizure. Hannah, lucky for her, best friend Hannah is here to help. Hannah, until she recovers, I'm going to try and drive her around the city as needed. Review statement.
Man,
What about the whole prison situation?
yeah. What about the prison situation? But also, it's nice to have friends like that.
Risk-free investing. Investment from the government. Recovering from injuries. Back. Talk. Trap. Investigate. Frame. Justina, how come I can see the viewing room? Isn't it normally dark? Swift, we only keep it one dash way during interrogations. Since Chandra is here, we decided to make it more open. Swift, make it casual. Hannah, exactly. We're all friends here. Got to keep things casual. Justina, I don't remember agreeing to that. Hannah, how about co-workers, colleagues, work fellows? Chandra, I know Hannah can be a bit much, but she's a good person. Chandra, not everyone would try to cover for a friend like she did. Justina, alright, but I'm sticking to co-workers and only for this case. Frame selected. Books. Justina, left Aaron. I never noticed those books in the viewing room before. Right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. Are they for people to read while waiting? Right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. If you ask me, watching from the outside is a lot more fun than reading. Right Aaron. Books selected. Back. Talk. Travel. Police station. Station offices. Ubank Investments lobby. Store. Viewing room. The 2nd of May, Azure City Police Precinct number 5 viewing room. Lowell, if it isn't the detectives that cost me my job. Lowell, how wonderful to see you both. Lowell, to what do I owe the pleasure? Justina, left Aaron. In case you forgot, you're the one who moved the body. Right Aaron. Justina, we just happened to be passing by. What are you doing here? Lowell, just waiting around for all the legal work to be finished. Lowell, I can't exactly leave the station, so I thought I'd wait around here for a while. Lowell, you two are welcome to waste your time here. Lowell, we'll never cross paths again, so feel free to enjoy me while it lasts. Lowell, and don't think you can get any information about my evidence here. This is strictly a casual visit. Justina, left Aaron. I doubt we will find any evidence here. Right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. But if I have time, I do have the option to talk with him a bit. Right Aaron. Talk. Future plans. Swift, once you go free, what do you plan to do? Lowell, go to another company and work my way up. Lowell, it didn't work out for Ubank Investments, but there are plenty of companies to work for. Lowell, many of them would love to hire the former president of Ubank Investments.
Yeah. Sure.
The former president of Ubank Investment, who has been convicted of moving a body.
Who was the president of Ubank Investment for like 2 days. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Shane was Philip was like, we're not in the EU, probably.
Okay, yeah, I can at least confirm we are in the EU.
Yeah, we are also.
Save. Lowell, many of them would love to hire the former president of Ubank Investments. Justina, but you moved a dead body. Even if you're not judged, what you did was still illegal. Lowell, then I should fit in quite nicely with any corporation.
Oh, you know, he's right about that.
He's not wrong.
Justina, left Aaron. By the gods, right Aaron. Swift, but don't you dream of doing something else? Anything that doesn't involve chaining yourself to a company. Lowell, and what is a quote dream quote? Just a shackle to a future that might never come. Lowell, if I have to be quote chained quote to something, let it be something that gives me the tools to live my life. Lowell, rather than follow some foolish dream. Justina, what do you
Again, he's not wrong.
Lowell, it's simple really. Lowell, when I was younger, I had a friend who would let me borrow his family's guitar. Lowell, I would try and play it, slowly learning the chords, the hand placements, etc. Lowell, my 10-year dash also had a dream to be a famous musician, a silly dream that every child believes at one point. Lowell, but that dream was always going to be a dream. Few people ever make a career in music. Lowell, rather than being quote chained quote to that, I freed myself. Swift, why don't you try and play again, even if it's just for fun? Lol, because I'll never be good enough to make it worth the time. And if I can't be the best, why go for it? Lol, my time is better spent elsewhere. Justina, left Aaron. If Lowell was as dedicated to music as he was to his job, maybe he could have made it. Right, Aaron. Future plans. Lowell's watch. Justina, you know, you and Detective Hunt have very similar dash-looking watches. Lowell, you have quite the eye. I also noticed the two of us have the same taste. Lowell, in my case, this watch was given to me by my granddad. Lowell, he called it a good luck charm. Justina, I don't think a quote good luck charm quote would have put you in hot water with the police. Lowell, and yet, I'll be walking out of here a free man. That's pretty lucky to me. Swift, that watch must be pretty old if you got it from your granddad. Lowell, he said it was the first thing he ever purchased with his own money. Lowell, he worked as a shoe shiner as a child on the weekend to afford it. Lowell, some days he would tell my dad and our stories of his hardship of growing up in Azure City. Lowell, or quote the good old days quote as we would like to call it. Swift, and the watch still works. That's pretty impressive. Lowell, I had to get it fixed a few times, but it still works. Lowell, quote time is money quote for the words my granddad told me when he gave me this watch. Lowell, I never truly understood those words until I was an adult. Lowell, now I know those are words to live by. Future plans. Lowell's back. Talk. Track. Investigate. Window. Justina, it's so cool we can look inside, but the people inside can't see us. Justina, do you ever wonder if this is how the gods view us? Justina, watching us from a one-way window and watching us go about our days. Justina, and keep track of actions so they know what our next life will be after we pass away. Justina, I wonder if they have favorites, like some people who have such interesting lives that they follow daily. Swift, I never thought of it. I bet they have been following you for the last few weeks. Swift, you went from desk work to the front lines in a matter of hours. Who wouldn't want to watch your every move?
Yes, we have, actually.
Yeah, we've been, you know, every time you have a sudden, like, leap of inspiration, that's us.
Say, Swift, you went from desk work to the front lines in a matter of hours. Who wouldn't want to watch your every move? Justina, if anything, you're the more interesting one. I bet the gods watch you race around the city all day long. Window selected. Chairs. Justina, left Aaron, 2 chairs, sitting against the back of the wall, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, a pair of lovers who will never be apart, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, they take on the weight of everyone who sits with them, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, the weak, the sad, and those with a broken heart, right Aaron. Chairs selected.
Okay.
That's aggressive for some chairs.
Frame.
Just some share slam poetry.
Yeah.
Chairs frame. Justina, you know, I never gave this a proper look. Justina, quote, no, you're right, the interrogation room, quote. Justina, I didn't know this was placed here. Swift, it wasn't always here. I think it was added 5 or 6 years ago. Swift, there was this big media frenzy about someone claiming not to know their rights. Swift claims that the police never told them and forced them to confess under stress. Justina, so they put up this sign. Swift, forced is the better word.
Real
They
thing.
to do something proactive, so they passed a law to require it.
Yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it? A long time ago.
I don't know about this specific case, but, like, that's why America has Miranda rights. You
Yeah,
ever
Miranda
heard the,
rights.
like, yeah, you have the right to remain silent, blah,
Yep.
blah, blah.
Yep, you gotta tell them.
It's not, yeah, you have to get that before you're interrogated.
Yeah.
It's not like, what's the word? It's not like TV where if you don't do that, immediately the case is gone, but it can fuck up a confession.
Swift, now every police station viewing room in the city has a document like this on the wall. Justina, but what about the person who started it? Did they really not know their rights? Swift, I can't say. Both sides claim the other was lying, so the whole case became a mess. Swift, all I can say is, if the police followed proper protocol in the interrogation room, this whole thing could have been avoided. Swift, but they thought the end justifies the means, and look where it got them. Frame selected. Back. Talk. Travel. Police station. Station offices. Eubank Investments lobby. Interrogation room. Store. Back. Store. The 2nd of May, Azure City Sunrise District, Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. Justina, Dad, are you here? Ash, Justina, Detective Swift, it's good to see you too. Is everything all right? Swift, Mr. Smith, we wanted to follow up on what happened yesterday. Ash, oh please, we are basically family now. Call me Ash. Ash, Harris called me yesterday to explain what happened. Looks like we need to find another buyer. Ash, there's some legal issues to settle since he signed the paperwork and everything. Ash, but thankful Gray is able to help sort it out. Justina, Gray, who's that? Ash, Gray, that nice clerk's brother. Swift, didn't you know? Sue's older brother is a business attorney, like Mrs. Eubank, but works with all sorts of small businesses.
So we do have another lawyer.
Holy
What?
shit, there's another lawyer in the world.
How is it even possible?
Also, I note another business attorney, not an official defense lawyer. We still don't have one of those.
We don't have those. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we don't need those. We have business
a
attorneys.
distinct lack of defense lawyers. Yes.
Swift, I'm surprised she got you in touch with him. Ash, I'll tell you about it later. I better catch you up with what I learned. Ash, Gray has been helping me make sure the store can sell after what happened yesterday. Ash, Gray has been helping me make sure the store can sell after what happened yesterday. Ash, he says Luna should be clear from any legal troubles. Ash, I really like Harris. Seemed like a stand-up kind of guy. Ash, but I trust Gray to figure it out.
New character wasn't added, but new character was mentioned.
Yeah.
Ash, still, I doubt Eubank Investments
I don't
will want
count
the
this
store.
guy
They
as
have
a
no use
full
for it.
character.
Mr. Smith's statement, Gray has been helping Ash to make sure the store can sell. He doesn't know why Anton wanted the store. Left bracket statement, quote, Ash Smith's statement recorded in the case file, quote, right bracket, Ash Smith's statement recorded in the case file. Justina,
You
I'm
can
glad he's helping
dispute
you, but I
that.
wish you didn't need a lawyer. Ash Smith's statement recorded in the case file. Say, Justina, I'm glad he's helping you, but I wish you didn't need a lawyer. Left bracket profile, Ash Smith added to your profiles, right bracket, Ash Smith added to your profiles. Ash, let your old man worry about that. You have a case to solve. Ash Smith added to your profiles.
He should have just called up Ferris.
Yeah, she seems to do it for everyone else.
Left bracket lead completed, right bracket, lead completed. Ash, while you two are here, stay for a while. Lead completed. Ash, talk. Review statement. Justina, left Aaron, I should go over his statement. Ash, Gray has been helping me make sure the store can sell after what happened yesterday. 1/5. Ash, he says Luna should be clear from any legal troubles. 2/5. Ash, I really like Harris. Seemed like a stand-up kind of guy. 3/5. Ash, but I trust Gray to figure that out. 4/5. Ash, still, I doubt Eubank Investments would want the store. They have no use for it. 5/5.
Oh, this.
Yeah, we just heard what their uses for it, so you could dispute that.
Justina's aunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Kaniki's statement. Lower's car. Ledger's statement.
But we still have...
Gunpowder. View or vertical scroll bar activate.
Okay, it did clear up some of the old evidence.
Yeah, which is nice.
Deactivate card statement. Mr. Eubanks statement. Card statement.
Uh,
Card statement. Fight your present. Ledger
that
statement.
one,
Lower's car. Present. Card statement. Anton wanted to convert the orphanage into town present. Justina, we have a witness who has found out that Anton had been trying to gather property around the city. Justina, Anton could have used this property's location for a profitable development. Justina, he already tried it with an orphanage, and he was willing to do it again here. Justina, which is why we are trying to get as much information as possible. Ash, why would he need property so badly? Present evidence. Go back. Present evidence. Justina, I have the... Justina, I have the evidence right here. Justina's I.D selected. Unsmith, Kaniki, lower, ledger, gunpowder. View or vertical scroll, activate. Increase. Deactivate. Mr. Smith's statement. Your statement. Card statement. Your statement. Card mystified. Chalk present. Your step summary. Your statement present. Justina, it seems that he needs to keep gaining property to keep the company afloat. Justina, we believe it's connected to his death. The timing is impeccable otherwise. Justina, do you know anything about Anton that could help us out? Ash, I see. Ash, I don't know how helpful it is, but I can tell you a story. Say, Ash, I don't know how helpful it is, but I can tell you a story. Ash, the full story about what happened 10 years ago. Swift, you mean when the store was bought? Swift, Justina told me yesterday. Ash, there's a bit more to the story her mother and I left out. Ash, 10 years ago, Sol and I were looking to start a business and came across Eubank Investments. Ash, as you know, Lina was hurt, and we spoke with the Eubanks at the time. Ash, Justina might have said they simply agreed, but they didn't. Ash, as Luna's hospital bills were piling up, Sol pleaded with the Eubanks for support, but they ignored him. Ash, he wanted them to pay for the hospital bill and admit that they lied about the quality of the building. Say, Ash, he wanted them to pay for Ash, but they refused to listen. Justina, you never told me about this. Ash, you were 12 at the time. A simple story was easier to explain. Ash, Anton in particular was refusing to budge one bit on the matter. Ash, he said that it was the building construction company's fault and they were in no way liable. Ash, they told Sol that he was at fault for not bringing a safety inspector with him. Ash, Sol threatened to press charges against them for lying about the state of the building, and it finally got their attention. Ash, we spent hours in a single room trying to reach an agreement. It was almost pushed to court. Ash, then suddenly, Mrs. Eubank gave in to our demands. Ash, she gave us the building and paid for Luna's hospital bill, provided we dropped the case. Swift, I'll update your statement. Left bracket statement, quote Mr. Smith's statement updated, quote right bracket, Mr. Smith's statement updated. Swift, why did she give in later? Mr. Smith's statement updated. Ash, I can't say. Maybe it was Justina's mom. She was ready to throw a chair if I didn't stop her. Ash, you would think she was Luna's mom. Ash, Anton was not happy, but was powerless to stop it. Justina, but wasn't he president? Ash, he was, but Mr. Eubank took his wife's side and it was that. Ash, as for why Mr. Eubank did that, my guess is semi. They were married at the time. Of course he would support his wife. Say, Ash, as for why Mr. Eubank did that, my guess is semi. They were married at the time. Of course he would support his wife.
What do you mean at the time?
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Like, they are still married.
Yeah.
Ash, I wonder if Anton ever let her go. Ash, that's the full story of how we got the store. Justina, why didn't you tell me all this? You had all these details for 10 years. Ash, those 7 days of fighting weren't all for this building. They were for Luna too. Ash, we didn't want their money out of greed, but to have them pay for hurting her. Ash, but we agreed to tell you and your sister a nicer story. There's enough hate in the world, and we don't want the hate to be a cycle. Justina, when this all started, I was sure the Eubanks were kind and friendly because of what you told me. Justina, that's why I joined the embezzlement case on my first day. Ash, and how were they when you met them? Justina, Mrs. Eubank clearly was as kind as I was told. Mr. Eubank, he's scarier, a liar and controlling, but I don't see him as a murderer. Justina, this whole case, it's so complex. I don't know how we'll solve it. Ash, I don't know if anything I told you will help you find the culprit, but if anyone can catch them, it's you. Justina, you really think so? Ash, you got that fire in your eyes, like a furnace ready to make beautiful glass. Ash, I've known you all your life, and I've never seen you more invested in anything like these cases. Ash, even if no one calls you a detective, you are one to me. Justina, trust me, I don't have to go far for someone to call me one, but thanks, I needed that. Justina, I'm still a little mad at you and Mom for hiding it. Ash, when you have kids someday, you'll understand. Justina, left Aaron, I think that's all we can get here, right, Aaron? Talk. Grey Earl. Justina, serious conversation aside, why hasn't anyone mentioned Sue's brother? Swift, you didn't tell me you had a sister until yesterday. It's the same thing. Justina, yeah, but Jean is boring unless you need someone to put on a fashion show. Ash, you should try taking an interest in her work someday. You might be able to bond with her better. Ash, got us for Gray, best lawyer I ever worked with. Justina, Gray must be a great lawyer. Swift, he has a pretty successful career. I think he could give Mrs. Eubank a run for her money, both as a lawyer and as a tea drinker. Swift, I'm surprised Sue got in touch with him.
Oh god.
Do you see
Another-
the name?
Another tea... Yes.
Flip the name. Yeah.
Yes.
there you go.
Yes.
Ash, Sue asked him to help out for free in exchange for some glass animals. Ash, he's a glass art collector. Been here a few times and I didn't even know. Ash, but paying in glass is a perfect deal for me. Justina, left Aaron. Maybe after this case, I should go meet him. He sounds like an interesting guy, right, Aaron? Grey Earl.
Are they hinting that case 6 might have a different lawyer?
No way. Surely not.
Harris Newbuck.
It would feel
After everything
weird.
that Say, Justina, after everything that happened with Harris, is it the right time to try and sell the store? Ash, I'll sell this place like a apple on a snake. Justina, wait, what? Ash, yes I will. I just wanted to say something fun like Harris. Swift, I think you are fun just the way you are, Ash.
Okay.
Swift, anyway, I'm sure Harris is already in custody. Swift, RD.A is much more interested in our current case. Swift, so I doubt you would want to spend too much time on him. Get that settled and move on. Justina, is she really this busy? Swift, up to the roof in cases and can only focus on the biggest ones. Swift, let's take a field trip there. I can show you all the sights. Justina, that doesn't sound fun. Justina, left Aaron. A law office sounds like the most boring field trip, right, Aaron? Grey Earl. Harris Newbuck, back. Talk. Trap, investigate. Plants. Swift, you sure have a lot of plants in the store? Ash, I wouldn't say it's a lot. Justina, yes, Dad, it's a lot. Ash, don't say that. Gardening is in your blood. Ash, these plants are as much your family as your mom and I. You wouldn't say that about your family, would you? Justina, the plants died. Plants don't have feelings. Swift, sounds like your family has a love of plants you don't share. Ash, my wife Primrose can make a patch of dirt into a beautiful garden. Ash, give her a lump of wood and she will carve you whatever your heart desires. Justina, my dad isn't the only artist in my family, Semi. My mom is one too, just with plants. Ash, when I first met Primrose, my thumb was as far from green as can be. Ash, with the store being sold soon, I have been trying my hand at new types of art. Swift, I would have thought the two would be very different. Ash, that's the joy of life, Semi. We all have the chance to appreciate the things we used to hate. Ash, like a seedling, we all grow in ways we could never dream. Justina, but unlike you, I doubt I will ever take joy in gardening. Plants selected. Camera. Justina, we should get more cameras for this store. Ash, we are selling the store, dear. There's no reason to buy more. Ash, let the new owner buy more if he's worried. Swift, your dad's right. Justina, I know, I just feel guilty. I should have pushed for more security here. Justina, I was the manager here. I could have done more. Ash, Justina, you were a better manager than I could have ever been. Ash, you couldn't foresee Anton's death, let alone that he would be found here. Swift, it's the culprit's fault for the murder, not yours. Swift, so, rather than feeling guilty, let's solve this case. Camera selected. Rabbit. Swift, I love all these little animals you make. Ash, catching the spirit of an animal is both challenging and rewarding. Ash, animals move, change, and interact with the world. Ash, I never get tired of making them, no matter how big or small they are. Justina, my dad has been making them as long as I can remember. I once thought he would make his own zoo. Ash, a glass zoo would be fun. Certainly easier to take care of a glass rabbit than a real one. Swift, can you make me an owl? I would love to get one. Ash, when this is all solved, I'll make you one on the house. Rabbit selected. Metal detector. Justina, this metal detector was surprisingly important yesterday. Swift, for helping us solve the case. Justina, yeah, good job, metal detector. Now I can finally break your heart in peace. Swift, break apart. That's so mean. Justina, listen, after how annoying it was yesterday, it doesn't deserve to live. Justina, I'm doing my dad no, the world, a favor. Metal detector selected. Elephant. Justina, I always liked the green animals, they look so happy. Ash, ever since you were a kid, you loved green. Even as an adult, you haven't outgrown it. Swift, I love how each color is given its own shelf. Ash, it was an idea Justina came up with after Sol passed away. Ash, she said that rainbows can attract the eyes of customers. Swift, and did it work? Justina, you know, I'm not sure. Come to think of it, how would I judge if it works? Justina, or whatever, it looks nice and that's all that matters. Elephant selected. Soil. Justina, looks like you finally cleaned up the soil from yesterday. Ash, and I'm glad I did. I'm not going to leave a dirty store. Justina, so, did you ever find out what happened? Ash, you know, the funniest thing happened. The 1st of May, 3 o'clock p.m. Magic City Sunrise District, Nickel and Diamonds Antiques.
Whoa, what the shit?
Ash, I hope Justina and the detective are doing all right. Harris is a good person. I wouldn't want him to be murdered.
Flashback.
Ash, oh Luna, what is it? Luna, Ash, I need to confess something. I broke the pot here last night. I'm sorry. Ash, the pot over here. I was wondering about that. Ash, oh, don't worry about it. I'll clean it right up. Luna, but it had unused flour. I had to act quickly to save it. I thought you would be mad. Ash, oh, I see. Luna, do you know why I got that flour? Luna, no. Why? Ash, it was for you. Ash, blue jellies represent love, something I want you to carry with you to college. Ash, I know your relationship with your mom is rocky and none of the Smiths can be there with you. Ash, but we love you and you will always have a home here. This flower was my farewell gift to you. Luna, I don't know what to say. Ash, you don't need to say anything. I can see everything I need on your face. Ash, I remember when Justina and Jean went off to college. It was like years of hard work raising them had finally paid off. Ash, you think I'd be used to it by now? Luna, thank you, Ash. Ash, when you graduate, you can show me the flower and how much it has grown. Luna, I promise to take good care of it. Ash, I know you will, and don't forget to video call. I can give you all the advice to help raise the little plant. Ash, or just call to let us know how you are doing. Ash, can you believe it was Luna? Justina, yeah, who knew? Justina, left Aaron. I'll keep the whole quote. Already proved she did it. Quote to myself, right, Aaron. Soil selected. Back. Talk. Travel. Police station. Station of Ubank interrogate viewing room. Back. View interrogation Ubank Investments lobby. The 2nd of May Ubank Investments lobby. Joy, welcome back to Ubank Investments. Joy, where we are investing in a beautiful future for you. Justina, hi Joy, what are you up to? Joy, the wonderful detective in red invited me to help him investigate. Joy, he said he could get me out of trouble if I cooperated. Joy, but he's currently in the president's office looking around. Justina, thanks for the tip. Justina, since you are helping him, would you help us out as well? Joy, anything for our city's finest. Justina, left Aaron, she's such a suck dash up, but I do like being called quote finest quote, right Aaron? Joy, I have something recorded you might want to hear. Joy, the 30th of April, 7:05 p.m. Ubank Investments reception desk. Joy, at Owen's request, Lowell tried arranging a meeting between Owen and Anton. When informed, Anton declined the meeting. Joy, he gave no reason why. I should look into this later. Joy, beep. Joy, I didn't tell Mr. Eubank that he declined the meeting. Left bracket statement. Quote Joy's second statement recorded in the case file. Quote right bracket. Joy's second statement recorded in the case file. Justina, left Aaron. Better update her old statement. Right Aaron. Joy's second statement recorded in the case file. Left bracket statement. Quote Miss Collins statement updated. Quote right bracket. Miss Collins statement updated. Miss Collins statement updated. Miss Collins statement updated. Swift. So if Mr. Eubank contacted Lowell, how did you find out? Swift. So Joy. Joy, I best keep that information to myself. Justina, left Aaron. It's best not to ask right Aaron. Justina, so what stopped you from telling Mr. Eubank when he got here? Joy, because if I did, I wouldn't be able to eavesdrop on their meeting. Joy, 2 meetings worth of juicy information to send back to Vivica could get me a handsome paycheck from her. Justina, left Aaron, and look how it turned out. Right Aaron. Swift, Lowell knew the meeting was declined. Swift, anything else we should know? Joy, that's all from me. Your detective friend is upstairs. Swift, thanks Joy. We will head up there soon. We have talk. Receptionist job. Justina, so, do you think the Eubanks will let you keep the job? Joy, Mrs. Eubank said she will decide after this case is over. Joy, but she's a wonderful person. I'm sure she will find it in her heart to forgive me. Justina, left Aaron. I'm not going to tell her she fired her maid for this exact reason, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Maybe eavesdropping on Anton is different enough from robbery, right Aaron? Receptionist job. Vivica Chambers. Swift, how did you get involved with Vivica? Joy, she came in one day to have a meeting with Anton. We spoke a bit while she waited. Joy, I dropped some juicy rumors on her, and she asked if I could find any proof. Joy, let's just say, I know how to get info around here. Justina, I'm pretty sure you would have been fired if you got caught. Joy, but I didn't get caught until today. Swift, quote, juicy rumors, quote, you say, like what? Joy, Vivica wanted info to make the divorce go in her favor, so anything to make him look like a bad father. Joy, the big rumor was about his gun and his small collection of ammo hidden in his office. Swift, we didn't find any ammo when we were in there earlier. Where would it be? Joy, I still don't know. I had to spend 2 days stalking him just to find something for Vivica. Joy, and the best I could do was catch him bringing in ammo, then walking out without it. Joint, the other detective is currently up in the president's office looking for the demo. Swift, then let's check up on Red. Maybe he found something. Justina, left Aaron, who knew rumors could help us out, right Aaron. Left bracket area, quote, you can now travel to the president's office, quote, right bracket, you can now travel to the president's office. You can now travel to the president's office. Receptionist job. Vivica Chambers parking garage. Swift, we heard the forensics team were checking Lowe's car. Swift, were they able to finish up? Joint, they finished up a while ago. Joint, you are welcome to visit the garage again. The mechanic can update you on what they found. Justina, thanks Joy, we'll ask Meg about it. Left bracket area, you can now travel to the garage, right bracket, you can now travel to the garage. You can now travel to the garage. Receptionist job. Vivid parking back. Talk. Track investigate. Desk selected. Flowers, logo selected. Window select. Furniture select back. Talk. Travel. Police station. Station offices. Parking garage. President's off parking garage. The second to May Eubank Investments garage. Meg, my favorite detectives. Welcome back. Swift, hey Meg, we heard forensics finished looking over Lowe's car. Swift, do you happen to have the details? Meg, sure do.
For reasons.
Meg, the forensics team looked over the whole car, both the trunk and seats. Meg, they found small traces of blood and bits of white carpet in it. Meg, the blood belongs to Anton and the carpet matches the one in his office. Meg, other than that, there was nothing unusual except this paper found inside the glove box. Meg, it has S2021 written on it. Left bracket statement, quote, Megan's second statement recorded in the case file, quote, right bracket, Megan's second statement recorded in the case file, Justina, left Aaron, better update Meg's statement, right Aaron, Megan's second statement, left bracket statement, quote, Kaniki's statement updated, quote, right bracket, Kaniki's statement updated, Kaniki's statement updated, Kaniki's statement updated, Justina, what does S2021 mean? Justina, what does Meg, you two are the detectives, isn't it your job to figure it out? Justina, I mean, yeah, but why must we do all the hard work? Justina, the least Noah could do is write down what it is. Swift, come on, Justy, where's your sense of adventure? Figuring this out is half the fun. Justina, is it so wrong to just want all the answers to be given to me? Meg, then you shouldn't have been a detective. Justina, left Aaron, after this case, I'm going back to just being a clerk, right Aaron. Swift, thanks for the update, Meg. Meg, you're welcome. I've got finishing touches to do on the car.
K6. Allow me to introduce myself.
The gods say no, Justina. The gods want you to be a detective.
Meg, good luck on the case. Talk. Save. Save. Talk. Talk, travel. Talk, frying oil. And card. Forensics team.
I guess we haven't seen this one.
Justina, what were the forensics team like? I haven't gotten a chance to meet them. Meg, honestly, pretty boring. Meg, they only talked to me after they finished up. I think they just needed someone to relay the results to you. Meg, they wouldn't even let me look in the car. I only wanted to pick apart his car just a little. Swift, sorry Meg, the forensics team is filled with straightforward people. Swift, they tend to get overworked, so they don't have time to casually talk. Justina, good to know I'm not missing anything by not meeting them. Frying oil.
Is this new or...
And card.
I don't think so.
We talked about frying oil before.
And her.
And her?
Forensics team back.
Okay.
Talk.
Mhm.
Travel, investigate. Poster selected. Grey car selected. Blue car. Red car selected. Blue car.
That's new.
Justina, this garage looks so much emptier now. Meg, Mr. Eubank took his car back home. Meg even left me a nice tip for watching over the cars. Justina, you got paid to just be here. Justina, if that's how he treats his employees, maybe I should get a job here. Meg, I heard an executive assistant position had just opened up. You should apply. Justina, on second thought, no, I don't think I'm enough of a bootlegger to take Lowell's previous job. Blue car selected. Red car select back. Talk. Travel. Police station. Station office at Eubank Investments lobby. President's office. The second Eubank Investments
I
President's
was going to
office.
say you should do the other ones first.
Oh, bollocks.
It doesn't matter. I would just
himself is being brought in for questioning soon.
go through this, then I would go away to the other ones and come back. I think there's only one more to do.
Is there even anything else to do, though?
What have we done? We've done
like-
the parking garage.
We've done the garage, we've done the other thing, we've done the lobby, we've done the other, like...
Swift, hey Red, you heard right.
Done the
other
interrogation. I know, you might be
locations,
right, yeah.
Integration
I think
room,
this is
viewing
the
room.
last one. Yeah, this is the last one then. Never mind.
Left bracket lead completed, right bracket, lead completed. Justina, have you found anything? Lead completed. Not yet. I've been searching Anton's desk. Not yet. I've been searching. I tried getting into his computer, but I had no luck so far. It's password dash protected. There are also some updates on the autopsy report.
Don't tell me it's S2021. Like he randomly had a paper with his password, just conveniently in his car.
As you know, Anton Chambers was shot twice. However, gunshot residue was just found on his coat's right arm. The first shot was a non-fatal shot to the abdomen, striking his right rib. The second was a fatal shot that pierced the heart, from which death was almost instantaneous. After the bullets were removed, they were tested for fingerprints. Despite their best efforts, we couldn't lift any fingerprints off either one. Justina, left Aaron, better just update his previous statement with the new info, right Aaron. Left bracket statement, quote Hunt's statement updated, quote right bracket, Hunt's statement updated. Justina, fingerprints can be found on bullets. Hunt's statement updated. Swift, forensics has ways of lifting fingerprints on bullets, but it's very rare. Swift, most of the time, the fingerprints get smudged to the point it's unusable. They were hoping that Anton, being a gun enthusiast, likely touched it so much that they were able to get a clean print. They almost got something off the first bullet.
Why would he be constantly like touching his bullets? That's a bit weird.
Say, they almost got something off the first bullet, but no luck. The second bullet had no chance, so there's no way to prove he loaded it. Justina, but how is the lack of fingerprints useful? Swift, we take what we can get. Perhaps it will come in handy. Swift, the gunpowder on his coat is what interests me. Where did it come from? They believe he must have fired a gun sometime before he died. However, we can't say exactly when or what type of gun. Swift, there was the bullet he fired upwards.
We
in the
know
air.
this,
Did it
though.
come from that?
Yeah.
Hunt, forensics tested it, but it doesn't match. They said the gunpowder only matches if he fired a gun around 3 feet from the ground. Justina, maybe he shot at someone else with a third bullet. Swift, if so, we need to find proof soon. If he shot at someone else, they might have the bullet still inside them. Justina, left Aaron, the gunpowder evidence should be updated as well, right Aaron. Left bracket statement, gunpowder updated, right bracket, gunpowder updated. Hunt, ballistics also has an update for us. Gunpowder updated, hunt, both bullets fired from the murdered weapon entered the body perpendicularly and were close to their respective entry points. Justina, was that not obvious? Hunt, it's official now, no room for doubt. Swift, I'll add it to the evidence. Ballistics report, both bullets fired from the murdered weapon entered the body perpendicularly and were close to their respective entry points. Swift, thanks Red. For now, let's look around the place. Talk. What we missed. Swift, what have you been up to since we brought Joy in? Hunt, I got the case file from yesterday all cleaned up and ready for you too. Justina, yesterday's case file certainly saves me time, but why did you do that? Hunt, something about yesterday's case left me wondering. Hunt, what was Anton going to do about the flash drive? So I looked over the whole case. Justina, did you find something? Hunt, nothing at all, but something tells me it might be important, so I got it for you too. Swift, I'll take it off your hands. Previous case summary, the case from yesterday, cleaned up by Detective Hunt. Harris Newbuck shot Anton with a taser, took his flash drive, and escaped before Anton could get up. What we missed. Forensics. Justina, come to think of it, you know a lot about forensics. Sophie. Swift, no, I just know what every good detective should know. Justina, I doubt it. If Detective Hunt started speaking about fingerprints, I'd assume he was an imposter. Hunt, it hurts, but it's true. Hunt, did Sophie not tell you she wanted to go into forensics at one point? Justina, she didn't. Why am I finding out now? Swift, it's not a big deal. I knew I wanted to get into criminal justice and I thought about lab work. Swift, back in high school, I used to study it for fun. Swift, but over time, I wanted to be involved in helping the city directly. Being behind a desk all day wasn't for me. Swift, so I joined the police academy and worked my way to become... Swift, so I joined the police academy and worked my way to becoming a patrol officer. Justina, but forensics sounds so cool. You should have stayed on the path. Hunt, but now she can use that knowledge as a detective. Hunt, if you ask me, more police should learn forensics. A lot of bad arrests could be avoided if they learned the basics. What we missed.
Says Detective Hunt.
Forensics. Back. Talk. Trap investigate. Bookshelves. Justina, hey detective, do you think something might be a clue within these books? Hunt, I don't think he's the kind of person to hide something in such an obvious place. Justina, you don't know that. I bet there's a secret hidden here. Why else would he have all these books? Hunt, to look smart. Someone comes in and sees all the books and says, quote, wow, he's smart, quote. Hunt, or perhaps, bear with me, he read them all before. Justina, no, he was rich. He would pay someone to read them for him. Justina, I'm going to dig into these and look for a clue. Hunt, there's 50-9 books
He
in
would
this room.
pay
I'm sure you want
someone
to check
to read them. What, and like write a book report?
Justina, on second thought, maybe he just wants to look smart. Bookshelf selected. Chair. Justina, do you think these fancy chairs are? What's the word? Justina, useful, like they serve a purpose besides showing off. Swift, oh, I want to try. Hunt, Detective Swift, you know we can't tamper with evidence. Hunt, until it's been properly documented. Swift, yes sir, I'll write down everything about it. Justina, all that just to sit on a chair. Hunt, you can never be too careful on the job. Sue hates it when we don't document the evidence properly. Swift, I inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. It's all clear. Hunt, then by all means, sit all you like. Swift, it's soft and comfy. Justina, then why do you look so sad? Swift, now I want one. Hunt, let's not look up the price. Your wallet shouldn't know. Chair selected. Chalkboard. Hunt, Ms. Assistant, do you know what's written on here? Justina, no, it looks like just numbers and shapes to me. Justina, when I looked earlier, Lower said, quote, this information is strictly yada yada yada, quote. Justina, I bet he doesn't even know what it means. Hunt, Hunt, Sophie, help me move this. Swift, yes sir. Hunt, move it over there. Hunt, perfect. Justina, is that a safe? Hunt, I knew there was something hiding in here. Justina, but how did you? Hunt, if he was willing to bring a package of illegal bullets here, he must have had some place to hide them. Justina, then how do we get in? Looks like it needs a code. Swift, Justy, do you have any evidence that might help? Justina, left Aaron, evidence to help us open this safe, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, when I have something, I should bring it to Detective Hunt, right Aaron. Chalkboard
There it
selected.
is.
Window, back. Back, window, chalkboard select window. Justina, do you think the people on the street ever look up and see us looking down at them? Justina, do they know if we are judging them from our tower? Hunt, no, well worry about that when the people on the street level are already judging you. Justina, fair point. Justina, hey detective, what do you see from up here? Hunt, you mean from this window? Justina, yeah, Lowell asked me the same question. I'm wondering what you think. Hunt, I think it's a city of people. Justina, wow, real original. Do you also think that chicken tastes like chicken? Hunt, what I mean is, people of all kinds of backgrounds live here. Hunt, it doesn't matter the culture, origin, or background, we are all people in this city. The only dividing factor is money. Hunt, if everyone was the same, it wouldn't be the city I know and love. Justina, that's deeper than I expected from you. Hunt, don't worry, I'm still a chicken tasting like a chicken kind of guy. Hunt, I just ask myself every day why I serve this city. I do it because of these people. Hunt, I wouldn't want to work anywhere else in the world. Window selected. Back. Talk. Present evidence. Hunt, we need to open this safe. Got any ideas? Present evidence. Go back. Justina, left. Go back. Present evidence. Justina, here's the proof. Justina's I.D. Hunt, Miss Collins, Kaniki statement. Lowell's car. Ledger statement. Lower Kaniki statement. Lowell's car. Ledger statement.
It's a rather statement, right?
Gunpowder. Do you
It's her second.
Activate. Increase. The actual previous case ballistics report. Mr. Smith's statement. Your statement. Card statement. Mr. Eubank's statement. Five statement.
Oh no, sorry.
Mr. Card. Yours.
It's
Mr.
the
Ballistics
first one.
report.
I just checked
Previous
the
case
guide.
summary. View or vertical scroll. Activate. Decrease. The actual evidence profiles. Summary. Justina present. Justina Hunt. Smith Collins statement. Kaniki statement. Kaniki Smith Hunt. Justina present. Justina. Forensics found this paper in Lowe's car. Justina put S2021 as a safe combo. Hunt. I'll give it a try. Click. Hunt. Looks like forensics was right on the money. It's open. Swift. Let's check inside.
Shocker.
Hunt, and what do we have here? Hunt, he has his own private collection of gun accessories here. Justina, this guy really liked guns. Hunt. Swift, even as a hobby, this is a bit too much for my liking. Hunt, but check this out. Leftover bullet boxes. Justina, this looks like, oh, Justina, a pack of bullets. That's it. I expected something more illegal. Hunt, it's because these are hollow point bullets. Justina, what are hollow point bullets? Swift, here it is semi. They create a wider wound when they hit someone. Swift, Ashen City makes them illegal for civilians because they can be more dangerous than standard bullets. Swift, but politics aside, something more important is missing. Swift, this isn't a full package. 2 bullets are missing. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Justina, I think so. Is there any way to prove any of the bullets that shot Anton were from this box? Hunt, I'll send this info to our coroner, Rebecca. She can confirm if the bullets match.
Another character mentioned. Yay.
Justina,
Another case 6.
Maybe. I wonder if K6 is just going to be all these same characters.
Probably.
Save. Justina, there's something else. Justina, a clock. What's this doing here? Hunt, I know the clock. It was on the wall over there on Sunday night. Justina, come to think of it. Justina, I remember now. Joy said she saw the clock was missing. Hunt, took you long enough. This is why you're the assistant, and I'm the master. Swift, brilliant catch as always. Red. Justina, but why hide a clock in here? Swift, it's stuck at 8 o'clock p.m. so I think it's broken. Hunt, someone didn't want anyone to find this. As for why, I'll leave that to you too. Justina, I'm going to write this all down. Justina, left Aaron, better to replace the chalkboard evidence with the safe and update all of it, right Aaron? Left bracket statement, safe updated, right bracket, safe updated. Justina, going back to bullet semi, with all these empty boxes, where did all the other bullets go? Safe updated. Justina, Hunt, I got intel saying he would practice at a private shooting range with his gun. Hunt, one that would let something as minor as illegal bullets be ignored. Justina, there are some really stubborn gun lovers in this country. Swift, so if he does use them regularly, that would explain why he needed more. Justina, so why was the code to the safe in Lowe's car? Hunt, oh my dear assistant, you asked the wrong question. Hunt, Detective Swift, what's the more important question? Swift, let me think. Swift, is it who else knows the code to the safe? Hunt, exactly, we can worry about how he knows later. Hunt, someone opened this safe, and so far, only Lowell and Anton could have opened it. Justina, do you think Mr. Eubank? Hunt, if you don't know, don't speculate, just keep it in mind for now. Swift, I'm going to update Meg's statement. Left bracket statement, quote Kaniki's statement updated, quote right bracket, Kaniki's statement updated, what we missed. Forensics, finding the safe back. Finding the safe.
We are done.
Justina, now that you found the safe, what are you going to do now? Hunt, with all the evidence in the safe, you can say I have plenty of ammo. Swift, I'm sure you're just gunning to go after them. Hunt, your pun game is getting good.
I wish I hadn't clicked on this.
Hunt, but yes, I want to look into where he got hollow point bullets. I bet he smuggled those into the city. Hunt, you two got a murder to solve. Leave this smuggling case to me. Swift, we won't let you down, sir. Justina, left Aaron. Solving a smuggling case sounds fun. I hope we get a chance to help him someday, right, Aaron?
Oh, is that a
Case 6?
K6 thing? Well, K6 is apparently a fire of some description.
Ah, okay.
So I didn't think it's this.
What we missed. Forensic finding back.
Maybe that's case 7.
Travel.
Maybe.
Police station. Station offices. Eubank Investments lobby.
But yeah, you can go back to the police station now and
police
ask for
station,
the
yes.
investigation.
Okay.
Joy Collins interrog Low Ledger Owen Eubank finishing investigation. Swift, Lowell's plea deal should be ready. Swift, come on, we don't want to miss this. Justina, are you sure this deal is worth it? He moved. Justina, are we sure we can trust him? Swift, too late now, come on. Justina, left Aaron, I really hope she knows what she's doing, right Aaron? The 2nd of May, Azure City Police Precinct number 5 station offices. So, glad you can all make it. So, Mr. Eubank is in the interrogation room. He will be ready if Lowell keeps his end of the deal. Ferris, I will only accept concrete proof. Anything less, and I will demand defamation charges against my husband. Lowell, I have quite the audience. It's an honor to solving this little case.
No, you mean against my client, not your husband. The charges are raised by your husband. Also, you can't do that. You're his lawyer.
Lowell, without further ado. Lowell, here you go. A photo I took right after Anton died. Justina, WH- what happened? Lowell, when I arrived, he was already like this. I simply took a picture. Justina, if his body hit the desk, it would explain why the phone turned off and Joy couldn't eavesdrop. Swift, where is Anton's body? Lowell, it's out of frame because he fell closer to the door. You can't see it or the blood because of the angle. So, we confirmed the time was at 8:05 p.m. end of the night. Swift, I see. I'll add it to the evidence. Lowell's photo. Lowell took this photo the night of the murder. Mr. Eubank had the gun near his right hand. Anton's body is out of frame. Taken at 8:05 p.m. end of the night. Ferris. Justina, Mrs. Eubank. Ferris, if you need me, I will be in the interrogation room with my client. Ferris, I won't speak on this evidence until then. Lowell, well, I did my part. Now if you would excuse me. So, Mr. Ledger, you will remain here. Lowell, on what grounds? All charges have been dropped, remember. So, we need to determine whether this photo and the crime scene have been tampered with. So, once we verify the authenticity, you will be free to go. Lowell, fine, but everything I gave is real. Lowell, I look forward to being let go. Justina, left Aaron, I guess it's up to you to head to the interrogation room, right Aaron? End of case 5, part 3.
And we were in the end game.
Swift, Owen Eubank, thank you for being here. Owen, I've been informed of what Lowell has said. Owen, and he has lied to the police and has put my company at risk. Owen, I am no murderer. Swift, I understand your concern, but there are a lot of questions we need answers to. Swift, and we hope you can answer them. Ferris, there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for what happened. Ferris, my client was blackmailed. Justina, blackmailed by whom? Lowell. Owen, I couldn't say anything or else he would pin the murder on me. Owen, if the press got that photo, my whole company would fall apart, then my family. Owen, all I had to do was make him president, and he would help hide all this. Owen, but since it seems he intends to pin it on me anyway, I will defend myself. Swift, if you are serious, then there is one key question to all this. Swift, do you know how Anton Chambers died? Owen, I was attacked. I was afraid for my life. I had to defend myself. Justina, then it means it was you. Ferris, my client was invoking his right to self-defense. Ferris, one that he would have brought up to the police had Lowell Ledger not attempted to blackmail him.
That's not alright.
Justina, detective, can he just get away with it in self-defense?
Isn't it?
It's not a right. It's an exception to murder. It's a mitigating factor. But you don't have a... I don't think... officially you don't have a right to defend yourself, but when you murder someone, if you did it
I
in
think
self-defense...
you have a right to defend. I think that's in the Constitution.
It might be.
American.
I could be incorrect on
anyway.
that one. I'm not sure.
Swift, the legal definition of self-defense provides 3 factual elements. Swift, justify fear, inability to escape, and using force only when needed. Swift, to assert your claim of self-defense, you will need to explain how you met all 3 elements. Swift, Mr. Eubank, the matter of you being blackmailed can be saved.
That's all correct.
Owen. Ferris, my client can satisfy the legal definition, as you will soon see. Swift, then let's start from the beginning. Swift, Mr. Eubank, can you please explain what led to him attacking you? Owen. Owen, yes, give me a moment to remember. Owen Eubank,
Give me a moment to remember when I was attacked with a gun. It's kind of hard to remember that small detail, you know?
Owen, while at home, something important popped up that required me to meet with Anton. 1/5. Owen, I contacted Lowell to set up a meeting so we could discuss it in person. 2/5. Owen, we agreed to meet in order to talk about the future of our business. 3/5. Owen, after I parked my car, I headed straight to his office. 4/5. Owen, when I got there, he pointed his gun at me and threatened me. I still don't know why. 5/5. Justina, and what happened after he attacked you? Swift, patience, Justy, we need to make sure his story lines up step by step. Swift, we need to focus on this statement first. Justina, left Aaron, then I better confirm he's telling the truth here, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, he clearly wants to make it seem as if he was tricked, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, but I doubt it's that simple, right Aaron. Owen, while at home, something important popped up.
Okay.
Owen, I contacted Lowell to set up a meeting so we could discuss it.
So.
Owen, we agreed to meet in order to talk about the future of our business. 3/5. Owen,
Sure.
after I parked my car, I headed straight to his office. 4/5.
I guess we don't care about the. He talked
That's fine.
to someone in the garage because we've done that already.
He took someone into the garage after. This is still correct.
Owen, when I got
Like, he
there,
went
pointed his gun
up
at me and
into the
threatened me. I still don't
building,
know why. 5/5.
then talked to someone in the garage on the way out.
So Owen, when I got there, he pointed his gun at me and threatened me. I still don't know why. 5/5.
It's statement 3, by the way, you care about.
Justina, Owen, we agreed to meet in order to talk about the future of our business. 3/5.
Oh.
Justina's statement. Statement just present. Statement. Anton Chambers was shot twice, a non-dash fatal shot to the abdomen, striking his right rib, and a second fatal shot piercing the heart, from which death was almost instantaneous. No fingerprints were found on both bullets inside Anton. Type. Present. Just statement. Miss Collins statement. Kaniki statement. Miss Collins, just present. Miss Collins statement. Lowell informed Anton about having a meeting with Owen on the 30th of April, 7:05 p.m. Anton declined the meeting, and Mr. Eubank was never told. Type. Statement. Obtain. Present. Justina, Mr. Chambers had no intention of meeting you. Justina, you set a meeting with Mr. Chambers, but he declined it. Justina, meaning he didn't want to meet with you. Owen, how did you? Owen, I contacted Lowell to have the meeting, and he said Anton was free at the time. Justina, asking him to set it up isn't the same as having Mr. Chambers agree to it. Owen, if I set a meeting, it happens. He isn't allowed to decline. Ferris, my client wouldn't even know until arriving there. Ferris, we already have your witness testimony stating that he left our house before he was informed. Owen, what witness are you talking about? Who saw me leaving my own house? Justina, it's a long story. Swift, even if he did leave before finding out, what matters is that Mr. Chambers didn't want to see him. Swift, and why is that? Owen, you are asking the wrong man. I can't explain his actions. Swift, but he wouldn't have attacked you for no reason. Swift, so it's in your best interest to tell us what the meeting was about. Owen, I refuse. I'm here to state my reason for self-defense, not talk business.
I refuse.
Say, Owen, I refuse. I'm here to state my reason for self-defense, not talk business. Swift, if he attacked you, this could help explain your need for self-defense. Owen, seems I have no choice. Owen Eubank statement, quote, the B2TM plan, quote. Owen, our meeting was on finalizing details of the B2TM plan. 1/5. Owen, I wanted our company to grow beyond the walls of this city, to expand across this whole country. 2/5. Owen, Anton and I both share the same vision for the future of our company. 3/5. Owen, we just had a few key metrics to work out, which we normally settle in my office. 4/5. Owen, but since he had another meeting in his office beforehand, I decided to just go to him. 5/5. Justina, these two seem to be on too good of terms to result in murder. Swift, Mr. Eubank wants everything to seem in his favor, but we have evidence he doesn't know about. Swift, so let's pick apart his story. Owen, our meeting was on finalizing details of the B2TM plan. 1/5.
B2TM?
Owen,
It's a new acronym.
Owen, I wanted our company to grow beyond the walls of this city, to expand across this whole country. 2/5. So, Owen, I wanted our company to grow beyond the walls of this city, to expand across this whole country. 2/5. Owen, Anton and I both share the same vision for the future of our company. 3/5. Owen, we just had a few key metrics to work out, which we normally settle in my office. For Owen, but since he had another meeting in his office beforehand, I decided to just go to him. 5/5.
Once again, it's statement 3. This one is a little weird. In fact, this one is very weird.
Owen, our meeting was on finalizing details of the B2TM plan. 1/5. Owen, Anton and I both share the same vision for the future of our company. 3/5. Justina's statement. Miss Collins statement. Kaniki statement. Lowell's car. Ledger statement. Ledger statement. Lower Kaniki. Miss Collins Justy present. Ledger statement. Lowell says he never saw Anton in his office. He called Detective Hunter comes to Anton's office around 5 o'clock p.m. and called Anton Chambers around 7 o'clock p.m. Sunday night. Type statement obtained. Present. Just Miss Kaniki. Lowell's ledger statement. Gunpowder. View or vertical scroll bar activate. Increase the actual Mr. Eubanks statement. Files statement. Save. President's office phone. Save files Mr. Eubanks statement. Mr. Eubanks fight save press gun ledge lower Kaniki state present. Mr. Eubanks statement. Owen drove his car to the office the night of Anton's death. Press Kaniki lower ledge gun press save files Mr. View or vertical evidence select view or vertical activate. Increase the actual Mr. Smith statement. Your statement. Card statement. Your statement. Card statement. Card statement selected. Your statement. Your state card Mr. Fight safe present gun present. Your statement. Eubank Investments needs a bank loan to keep the company going. They can only get it by getting property that is worth investing in. Type statement obtained. Police present. Gun present save five Mr. Card statement. Mr. Eubanks statement. Card statement. Fight safe present gun present. Card statement. Close. Card statement. Anton wanted to convert the orphanage into townhouses. This was part of his plan to get properties, not just the orphanage. All around Azure City for Eubank Investments. Type present.
Yeah, so is it like... Oh, it is.
Justina, Mr. Eubank, Mr. Chambers' actions say otherwise.
Yes, that's it. I just find that really weird.
That
It's
is
not,
weird.
Like, it's very lateral.
Justina, I'm
Bit
sure
of a
you're aware
leap.
Mr. Chambers was supposed to be brought in for questioning yesterday. Justina, the reason being that he wanted to use underhanded methods to take over the orphanage to build townhouses on the land. Justina, he clearly wanted more property.
Yeah, that's why they were bringing him in. It was fraud. Or not fraud, blackmail.
Justina, so we know the
Harassment, whatever you call it.
Owen, Ferris, the deal took place in March. The B2TM plan started only recently. Owen, yes, of course, he must have changed his mind since. Swift, but he never disclosed the sale of the orphanage to you. Swift, he hid it because he knew you would disagree. Owen, well, Ferris, both my client and I were completely unaware of his actions. Ferris, had we known, we would have stopped him doing so at once. Ferris, as far as my client knew, they agreed on this plan together. Swift, Mr. Eubank, it seems you and Anton had different views of the company. Swift, can you share how different you two could be? Ferris, detective, I don't see how such a question is connected to the case on hand. Swift, your client claims he was attacked, but we want to know why. Owen, you are asking the wrong person, detective. Owen, when I went to see him, he attacked me. Owen, the only thing I can tell you is how I defended myself. Justina, he's right, detective. Why haven't we focused on that? Swift, we will get there in due time. Swift, but I don't think Mr. Chambers pulled his gun out for no reason. Swift, I think something happened in that room that led to Mr. Chambers dying. Owen, detective, I'm a victim here. Owen, I was attacked by Anton, then blackmailed by Lowell. Owen, you're doing nothing but digging around in mud just to get me on a murder charge. Swift, you claim self-defense, not me, but that only works if you are honest. Swift, otherwise, it's just murder. Ferris, detective, my husband is no murderer. Swift, then finding out why he was attacked should prove it. Owen, fine, the sooner this is over, the better. Owen Eubanks statement quote business partners quote. Owen, it's only natural that he and I disagreed on a few things. 1/5. Owen, but we have been a team for years, seeing eye to eye on every major issue. 2/5. Owen, his data analysis skills were second to none when deciding our path forward. 3/5. Owen, and I negotiated our company to where it is today. 4/5. Owen, that's why I can't imagine what caused him to suddenly attack me. 5/5. Justina left Aaron. There's got to be a reason Anton would pull his gun. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron, but what kind of conflict would escalate to violence? Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. It has to be something he wouldn't want us to know. Right, Aaron. Owen, it's only natural that he and I disagreed on a few things. 1/5. Owen, but we have been a team for years, seeing eye to eye on every major issue. 2/5.
We have evidence against that one.
Justina's aunt statement. Miss Collins statement. Kaniki statement. Lowell's car. Ledger statement. Gunpowder. Ledger statement.
Another bit of a leap, but it
Ledger
makes
statement.
sense.
Lower Kaniki
kind
Aunt's
of.
Justina's present. Ledger statement. Lowell says he never saw Anton in his office. He called Detective Hunter Count Press Justina Smith. Kaniki Lower. Ledger statement. Gunpowder. View or vertical scroll activate. Increase the actual card statement. Mr. Eubanks statement. Five statement. Safe. President's office phone. Safe 5. Mr. Card statement. Mr. Eubanks statement. Mr. Eubanks safe president ledge lower present. Mr. Eubanks statement. Owen drove his car to the office the night of and press lower ledge gun present safe 5. Mr. Eubanks card statement. Card statement. Mr. 5 safe president ledge lower present selected. Card statement. Anton wanted to convert the orphanage into townhouses. This was part of his plan to get press lower ledge gun
Yeah,
present.
we just use that.
Safe 5. Mr. Eubanks card statement. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase the actual ballistics report. Mr. Smith statement. Your statement. Mr. Smith statement. Mr. Smith's yours card. Mr. 5 safe president. Mr. Smith statement. 10 years prior, the Eubanks and Anton disagreed about selling the store. Present. Justina, there is a major issue that you disagreed with Mr. Chambers about. Justina, 10 years ago, to be exact. Owen, what are you talking about? Justina, I'm talking about Eubank Investments' first project in the Sunrise District. Justina, there was an accident at one of the stores and, in the end, the store was sold to Sol Hart. Justina, he worked with a glassmaker who told us that Mr. Chambers refused to accept any blame. Justina, but you maltrained him and agreed to sell it at a discount. Owen, that was 10 years ago. How do you know that? Justina, that glassmaker is my dad and the one who was hurt is my friend. Owen, your dad is right. I sided against him when we started. Justina, but my dad doesn't know why. Can you explain that? Owen, Ferris, if you must know, it's because I asked him to. Ferris, when Luna was hurt, fight had been only a few months old. Ferris, at first I was on Anton's side, choosing to fight the claims that it was our fault. Ferris, but hearing both your parents and Sol talk about the injury to Luna. Ferris, I just couldn't do it. Ferris, how could I be a mother and tell other parents their daughter's life wasn't our fault? Ferris, so I asked Owen to try and help them. Owen, Ferris was right. If it happened to our daughter, we would have done what your parents did. Owen, Anton was also a parent at the time, but he didn't see it our way. Owen, he thought accepting the blame would only make us look weak, which he said is a death sentence for a company like ours. Owen, but I trusted my wife more than I trusted him, so I made my choice. Swift, then what happened? Owen, Ferris, he told us he would accept our judgment and let it go. Ferris, it was just one building. The district was big enough that we didn't need all of it. Swift, but he never truly let it go, and disagreements can lead to more violent solutions. Ferris, don't tell me you think. Swift, I'm saying that the two got into a heated debate, and it escalated to violence. Swift, an escalation is a two-way street. Owen, this is nothing more than speculation. Owen Eubanks statement quote, we are a team quote. Owen, he attacked me suddenly when we were supposed to have our meeting. 1/5. Owen, yes, I pulled rank on him in the past, but only when needed. 2/5. Owen, and yes, him still buying the store is against the B2TM plan. 3/5. Owen, but our company had a bright future long before that night. /4/. Owen, but when he attacked me, he threw all that away. 5/5. Justina, detective, you kind of made him angry. Swift, all the more reason to push this. Swift, we are getting close. I can feel it. Swift, if those two had an argument, we must get to the bottom of it. Owen, he attacked me suddenly when we were supposed to have our meeting. 1/5.
Okay, so
Owen, yes, I pulled rank on him in the past, but only when needed. 2/5. Owen, and yes, him still buying the stories against the B2TM plan. 3/5.
I guess we
Owen,
don't.
but our company had a bright future long before that night. 4/5.
Ah,
Justina's statement.
Yeah.
Miss Collins' statement. Kaniki's lowest ledger statement. Gunpowder. Viewport verticals activate. Increase. The activate levels photo. Previous case summary. Ballistics report. Mr. Smith's statement. Your statement. Your state cards miss present. Yours closed summary. Closed. Your state present. Justina, a bright future, except that isn't true. Justina, we have sources that say the company has been in the red. Justina, you need a new property to get more investors or a loan from the bank. Owen, that information is not public knowledge. Owen, if the police leak that information. Swift, Mr. Eubank, we have no intention of doing so. We only want to solve this case. Swift, if you and Mr. Chambers had a fight, would it have been related to the company's financial situation? Swift, and that's why you didn't want to tell us. Owen, I was attacked. I was afraid for my life. I had to defend myself. Justina, stop saying that. Swift, he has to say it. It's required to claim self-defense. Swift, that said. Swift, his lawyer seems awfully quiet. Ferris. Swift, Mrs. Eubank, is what we just said news to you. Ferris. Ferris, I didn't know, but I only found out 2 days ago. Owen, Ferris, you're not going to tell them. Ferris, Owen, I completely believe you're innocent. What happened to Anton was not your fault. Ferris, but these two are good people, and if there's anyone I trust to solve this case, it would be them. Ferris, 10 years ago you trusted my judgment. Please, trust me again. Owen, when we got married all those years ago, I told you there was no other person I would trust with my life. Owen, if you believe it's important to share it, then I trust you. Ferris, thank you, Owen. Swift, how did you find out 2 days ago? Ferris, after everything with Anton, I was preparing his defense the day before he was supposed to come in. Ferris, regardless of his actions at the orphanage, I was going to make sure our company's image wasn't damaged. Ferris, that's when I uncovered something. Owen, our company had stopped growing, with some investments not paying off as expected. Ferris, Owen never told me. I handled all the legal matters, but he purposely kept some details away from me. Ferris, so I confronted him, and we started yelling. Justina, left Aaron, we should keep out the part where I overheard and right Aaron. Owen, I told her at the time I would handle it. Owen, I had been trying to keep the company going by any means possible. Owen, I even started selling some of my older golf trophies to cover some expenses. Justina, trophies, surely they can't be that expensive. Owen, it wasn't much, but even a little bit of money helps. Owen, collectors would pay around 1 million arms for one. Justina, left Aaron, what? That's more than I have ever seen in my life, right Aaron? Owen, I had a deal in Appleton ready, and I was sure it would fix everything. Owen,
That wasn't much. $1 million.
yeah. What's $1 million?
Yeah, not much really. But any money helps, you know. Pocket change.
Every little bit helps, you know.
Save.
A little million here, a little billion there, you know.
Owen, Anton wanted to
A small loan of $1 million.
save.
A tremendous loan. The best loan.
Owen, Anton wanted to keep investing in properties in Azure City. We couldn't afford to do both, so we needed to pick one. Owen, it was only after the embezzling that I started having doubts, but I wanted to handle it without needing the police. Owen, even after the orphanage deal came to light, I still wanted to give him a chance. Owen, we were supposed to meet after everything with the police was settled. Owen, but once Ferris found out what I was hiding, I needed to speak to him that night. Swift, and you left in the middle of the fight. Owen, I had a lower scheduled meeting and I needed to keep it. Owen, I figured once I met with him, then I could explain it better to Ferris. Owen, but when I got back home, I couldn't let her know he was in the office at all. Owen, I wanted to keep my family away from Lowe's blackmail. Swift, Lowe said you offered the job to him. You said it was blackmail. Swift, Mrs. Eubank, were you aware of this before today? Ferris, no. Owen only told me after Lowe asked for a plea deal. Swift, Swift, Mr. Eubank, what happened when you got there? Owen, when I got there, Anton told me he had to go. Owen, that's when I stopped him, telling him we had some important matters to discuss. Owen, he tried to push past me, and I told him he wouldn't leave until we were done. Owen, I had plans set in motion in Appleton unless he had something bigger. We were going to present my plans to the bank. Owen, that's when he pulled his gun on me. Owen, I was so surprised, my monocle popped off. Justina, it popped off. Owen, only my right eye had proper vision for the next few minutes. Owen, I couldn't put a new one in, so what happened next is a bit messy. Owen, he said, quote, you think that Backwater Town is going to save this company. You can't make a profit from poor farmers, quote. Owen, quote, so step aside before you regret it. Something important happened tonight that I need to settle, quote. Justina, left Aaron, better update his statement, right Aaron. Left bracket statement, quote, Mr. Eubank's statement updated, quote, right bracket. Mr. Eubank's statement updated. Justina, so you could have stepped aside, but didn't. Why engage him after he pulled his gun? Mr. Eubank's statement updated. Justina. Ferris, as an exception to the legal definition of self-defense, our country's castle doctrine affords a person a special privilege.
What?
Say, Ferris, as an exception to the legal definition of self-defense, our country's castle doctrine affords a person a special privilege.
This is also true, depending on what they're going to say next.
Ferris, they can stand their ground in any place they own, including a place of business.
I think that's a slightly incorrect. Castle doctrine is a thing, and it does mean, say, if someone is robbing your house, normally for self-defense, if you could leave and just go away, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like if you come up to a knife and try and stab me on a street and I could just walk away, but instead respond by shooting you, then I'm still liable. But if you break into my house and attack me, I don't have to leave my own home.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would apply in this case. I don't think so. I don't know.
Ferris, my client was attacked inside Eubank Investments, which he owns. Ferris, thus, under castle doctrine, he can continue to claim self-defense even if he had the ability to escape. Justina, what's castle doctrine? Swift, quote, one's place is their castle, and they have a right to protect it, quote. Swift, applying it to one's company is a new one to me, but that's not the interesting part. Swift, what does, quote, something important happened tonight that I need to settle, quote, mean? Owen, I don't know. At the time, I didn't think about it. Justina, left Aaron, perhaps we know right Aaron. Justina, here's what Mr. Chambers considered to be important from the night. Justina's I.D selected. Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Kaniki's statement. Lowell's car. Ledger's statement. Gunpowder. Viewport vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase the actual ballistics report. Mr. Smith's statement. But viewport vertical activate. Increase the actual previous case summary. Previous case summary. Ballistics. Yours card. Mystic 5 safe. Present. Justina, there is one matter that he could be dealing with. Justina, Harris Newbuck. He used his taser on Mr. Chambers right before stealing his flash drive and running off. Justina, if Anton was determined enough, he might have gone after Harris to get it back. Swift, it would make sense. Swift, Mr. Eubank, do you think Mr. Chambers would do it? Owen, let me think. Owen Eubank's statement, quote, Anton's personality, quote. Owen, I hate to say it, but Anton had a strong personality, 1/4. Owen, but he went to his office to meet with the detective instead of going after Harris, 2/4. Owen, he could have gone back to load his gun, but he only had one bullet at night, 3/4. Owen, yet he raised his gun at me. He would have shot me if I hadn't acted fast, 4/4. Justina, we got our confession, right? Ferris, the only thing my client is admitting to is being the one who started it. Ferris, he isn't admitting to murder. Swift, she's right, and I think there's something strange in his recounting of the story. Swift, I think we should point it out first. Owen, I hate to say it, but Anton had a strong personality, 1/. Owen, but he went to his office to meet with the detective instead of going after Harris, 2/4. Owen, he could have gone back to load his gun, but he only had one bullet at night, 3/4.
I've lost track of the bullets.
Well, we know he was shot twice, so you can press that one. We know he was shot twice.
Justina's Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Kaniki's statement. Lowell's car.
Yeah, I think it's Hunt's statement that says
Miss
that.
Hunt's statement. Hunt's statement. Just present. Hunt's statement. Anton Chambers was shot twice. Present.
Yeah.
Justina, Mr. Eubank, there is a problem with that theory. Justina, Anton Chambers was shot twice by his own gun, meaning his gun was loaded with a second bullet. Owen, what do you mean he was shot twice? Swift, were you unaware that the first shot wasn't lethal? Owen, when he raised his gun at me, I fought back. Owen, I hit his leg with my umbrella and, while Anton was distracted, fought to keep his gun within view of my right eye. Owen, we ended up hitting the wall at some point, then a bang. Owen, what happened next? I can't remember. Owen, it happened so fast and the next thing I knew, my back hit the desk and the gun was in my hand. Owen, I was knocked out for just a moment and that's when Lowell came in. Owen, when I checked Anton's gun, it was empty, so I thought my shot killed him. Justina, did you ever check the body? Owen, I was so in shock, I just took Lowell's word. Owen, my mind was more worried about covering up the shooting than figuring out what happened.
Oh, did Lowell just come in and be like, maybe I should.
I could
maybe
use
I should
this
just
to my
finish
advantage.
the job. Yes, yes, yes.
And so the company shall be mine.
And they'll never know.
Safe. Owen, my mind was more worried about covering up the shooting than figuring out what happened.
Ah,
Swift, I
It's
see why you...
the perfect crime.
Swift, I see why you hid the truth. It certainly makes you sound guilty. Swift, but if you only remember one shot before being knocked out, it means you weren't the killer. Justina, but hold on. How do we know he's telling the truth? Owen, I'm telling you the truth because my wife says she trusted you too. Owen, I have no reason to hide this. Ferris, he told me he couldn't remember what happened either. Even if he was lying to you too, he wouldn't lie to me. Justina, then who shot him? Swift, there was only one person who was in the room after the first bullet went off. Anton Chambers. Ernest Hunt. Joy Collins. Lowell Ledger. Justina, between the time of the first shot and Joy arriving upstairs, there was only one person there. Justina, Lowell Ledger. Ferris, Lowell did it this whole time.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, the obvious culprit actually committed the crime.
Yeah.
Illegal.
I love that. Because so many times in these stories, it's like, well, it's the obvious thing. So, like, you're conditioned to think that, well, it's the obvious one, so
there has
clearly
to
it's
be a
not
twist.
them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's actually the obvious one, it's a twist, funnily enough. It actually happens in the very first Agatha Christie novel. Which now I forget. A Mysterious Affair at Styles, that's what it's called. It happens in that book, which I spoiled now. Sorry for spoiling a 105-year-old book. You know.
I mean, really, man, you gotta give it a little more time.
Might even.
It was on my reading list, I promise.
I think it's actually in public domain at this point. It's that old.
Swift, I'm thinking the same thing. If he saw the first shot, he just needed to fire a second shot to kill him.
Yep.
Swift, then he could blackmail Mr. Eubank into thinking he pulled the trigger. Swift, I think we need to bring him in for questioning. Owen, the good dash for dash nothing weasel. Owen, how dare he? Owen, he killed my friend. Owen, blackmailed me. Owen, and tried to pin his murder on me. Owen, when I get my hands on him, I'll... Owen, that felt good. Owen, now, would you kindly drag Lowell in here and charge him with murder? Swift, we can bring him in again, but charging him is harder. Swift, we still don't have any decisive evidence. Ferris, I'm going to stay. Someone has to make sure you do your jobs right. Swift, Mr. Eubank, please wait outside. Swift, we will be back here soon.
You should, again, let's not go into it again, but this is just so aggressively stupid.
The 2nd of May, Azure City Police Precinct number 5 viewing room. Swift, how are you doing, Justy?
All right, I guess we're getting to the end now.
Yep, there is not much left.
Paper perjury. Set Swift, how are you doing? Justina, I think this is it. Lowell is the guy we've been chasing for 2 days. Justina, and right now, I'm not feeling anything. Justina, I guess my body hasn't processed it yet. Justina, once this is over, we can finally close this case. Hold on, you two. So, before you go in, you should know we checked the photo. It's real. He didn't fake it. Justina, that's good to know, but we never questioned that, right? So, in case you forgot, his agreement is that he would turn over evidence in exchange for us dropping all previous charges. So, meaning, we can only charge him with murder. Otherwise, he's walking out of here. Justina, so the feeling I didn't have, it's back. Catching a murderer is way above my pay grade. Justina, we don't even have proof Lowell killed anyone. Swift, hey Sue, can you give us a moment? Sue, I do need to get back to work. Good luck in there. Sue, I'll get the paperwork ready for when you both solve this case. Swift, hey Justy, you trust me, right? Justina, left Aaron, breathe in, breathe out, right Aaron. Justina, I trust you. Swift, then you'll be fine, but no matter what, I have your back. Swift, we can do this, partner. Justina, left Aaron, breathe in, breathe out, right Aaron. Justina, I'll calm down. Justina, do you mind if we wait inside for them? Swift, sure thing. Swift, Lowell Ledger, do you know why we brought you back here?
This is like a law. Every interrogation must begin with an aggressive T-sip.
Mm-hmm.
Lowell, what can I say? I couldn't leave anyway. Lowell, did things get settled with Mr. Eubank? Swift, it's settled, but we have one more question for you. Swift, why did you shoot Mr. Chambers? Lowell, do you think you're funny? I gave you all the proof you needed. Lowell, and now you think I committed murder. Ferris, detective, evidence is everything. I expect some evidence before asking a loaded question. Justina, he's the only person who could have done it. Mr. Eubank was knocked out at the time. Lowell, and excuse you two just ate up like wild pigs. Lowell, fortunately, I saw the whole thing. Swift, you mean the shooting? Lowell, I was nearby at the time and looked into the window when I saw them. Lowell, I saw the whole thing from start to end. Only afterwards did I take the picture. Justina, you expect us to. Swift, perfect, just what I wanted to hear. Swift, Mr. Ledger, tell us everything you saw. Leave. Lowell, fine, I'll walk out of here a free man anyway. Lowell Ledger's statement, quote what I saw, quote. Lowell, I looked into the window when I saw the two talking, but I couldn't hear them. 1/6. Lowell, suddenly, Mr. Chambers pulled out his gun and aimed it at Mr. Eubank. 2/6. Lowell, Mr. Eubank hit Mr. Chambers with his umbrella, then took the gun while he was stunned. 3/6. Lowell, with the gun in his right hand, Mr. Eubank fired his first shot. 4/. Lowell, Anton was hurt, but he lunged at Mr. Eubank. That's when the second shot was fired. 5/6. Lowell, but Anton pushed him back into the desk, and that's what knocked Mr. Eubank out. 6/6. Justina, this is a long testimony. Swift, I asked for all the details, and he delivered. Lowell, ask as much as you want. I have nothing to hide. Lowell, after all, I'm no murderer. Justina, left Aaron, if he did see everything, he must have changed something to make Mr. Eubank the murderer, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, what would he change, right Aaron? Lowell, I looked into the window when I saw the two talking, but I couldn't hear them. 1/6. Lowell, suddenly, Mr. Chambers pulled out his gun and aimed it at Mr. Eubank. 2/6.
I mean, that checks out.
Lowell, Mr. Eubank hit Mr. Chambers with his umbrella, then took the gun while he was stunned. 3/6.
That checks out. Well, the umbrella
That
part checks
corroborates
out.
with what he said.
Yeah,
Lowell, with the gun in his right hand, Mr. Eubank fired his first shot. 4/6.
sure.
Lowell, Anton was hurt, but he lunged at Mr. Eubank. That's when the second shot was fired. 5/6. Justina's I.D. Smith Konkaniki Lowell's card ledger statement. Gunpowder. Viewport vertical scroll activate. Increase. The actual Mr. Smith's statement. Your statement. Card statement. Mr. Eubank's statement.
What are you looking for?
It's not this one, right? It's the old one.
Card yours, Mr. Smith's statement. Viewport vertical scroll. Mr. Yours card. Mr. Eubank's statement. Mr. Eubank safe. Press gun. Press Mr. Close. Mr. Eubank's statement. Owen and Anton got into a disagreement. Owen's monocle popped off when the gun.
Oh, it is.
Present. Mr. Eubank's statement. Owen and Anton got into a disagreement. Owen's monocle popped off when the gun was pulled on him. He can't see with his left eye without his dot. Type statement.
Oh no, it's not that.
Present gun. Present safe. Files. Mr. Eubank's statement. Your statement. Mr. Smith's statement. Viewport vertical scroll activate. Increase. The actual Lowell's photo. Previous case summary. Lowell's photo. Viewport vertical activate. Increase. The actual Lowell's photo. Previous case summary. Ballistics report.
Do you have a ballistics?
Ballistics
What does
report
that
selected.
say? I guess that's
Mr.
just...
Your card missing present. Ballistics report. Both bullets fired from the murdered weapon entered the body perpendicularly and were close to their respective entry points. Type evidence obtained. Owen's office. Present. Mr. Eubank's statement.
Yeah, like the solution for this one, I had to check the guide for. This is one of the ones I could not get. This and one more that I just could not get.
That's when the second shot was fired. 5/6.
I can tell you.
Justina's
I'm debating just telling you this one because it's so weird.
Viewport vertical scroll bar.
Is it this statement?
It's 4.
Oh.
Low, but Anton pushed him back into the desk, and that's what knocked Mr. Eubank out.
It's about where the gun was.
Justina, low, with the gun in his right hand, Mr. Eubank fired his first shot. 4/6. Justina's I.D. Statement. Ms. Collins' statement. Statement. Just present. Statement. Anton Chambers was shot twice. A non-dash fatal shot to the abdomen, striking his right rib, and a second fatal shot piercing the heart, from which death was almost instantaneous. No fingerprints were found on both bullets inside Anton. Type present. Statement. Anton Chambers was shot twice. A non-dash fatal shot to the abdomen, striking his right rib, and a second fatal shot piercing the heart, from which death was almost instantaneous. No fingerprints were found on both bullets in present selected. Justina, it's time to end you faster than your term as president.
Okay.
Justina, here's the proof. Lowell, was there evidence? I couldn't tell from how useless it was. Lowell, you better hurry up. Time's a dash ticking. I have a date with freedom I don't want to miss. Justina, left Aaron. There's no way you'll get away now, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. After everything you put my family and the Eubanks through, Lowell, I looked into the window when I saw the two talking, but I couldn't hear them. 1/. Lowell, with the gun in his right hand, Mr. Eubank fired his Smith Collins' statement. Kaniki's statement. Lowell's car, ledger statement. Gunpowder.
Do you have any ideas, or will I tell you for this one?
Viewport vertical scroll gunpowder.
Like, I honestly don't think you'll get it. It's something I still struggle to understand. I don't get it, really.
I go for it. Fuck it.
It's the ballistics report. It's saying that like he couldn't have
Okay,
held
I mean,
the gun in
I
his
would have
right
clicked on
hand.
that. I would have clicked on that like
Increase.
first thing because
Deactivate.
it makes sense
Lowell's photo. Previous case summary. Ballistics report. Ballistics report selected. Mr. Your card. Mr. Five present.
for
Ballistics report.
gun-related
present.
shit.
Ballistics report. Both bullets fired from the murdered weapon
Yeah.
entered the body perpendicularly and were close to their respective
But I
objects
just
present.
don't get their logic at all. I don't get what they mean.
Justina, Lowell, your story doesn't add up. Justina, if Mr. Eubank had shoot the gun from his right hand, it wouldn't match with the first bullet's entry point. Justina, the bullet needed to shoot straight into his right side, but he couldn't do that with his right hand.
Why not?
Justina, and if he wanted to just shoot Mr. Chambers, he would have aimed close to his chest. Lowell, I must have been mistaken. Lowell, oh yes, I know. When Mr. Chambers pointed his gun at Mr. Eubank, the two circled each other. Lowell, the gun was in his left hand, but from my angle it was in his right hand. Lowell, then everything played out as I said, with the two switching sides. Lowell, my left and right were mixed up, a simple mistake. Swift, can you go into more detail on what you saw? Lowell, ledger statement, quote, switching sides, quote. Lowell, Mr. Eubank was facing towards the door with his back towards the desk, dot, 1/5. Lowell, Mr. Chambers was the one who had his back towards the door, dot, 2/5. Lowell, that's why I said it was in Mr. Eubank's right hand, because I saw it on the right side of him, dot, 3/5. Lowell, when Mr. Eubank grabbed the gun in his left hand, he steadied his aim and fired, dot, 4/5. Lowell, then everything played out as I said previously, dot, 5. Justina, so the main difference is that the two in the room were flipped. Justina, do we know why Mr. Eubank was at the desk? Swift, let me see. Swift doesn't look like it. He doesn't even remember how he got to the desk. Swift must have had memory loss when he got knocked out. Swift, if you ask me, Lowell's story doesn't seem likely. Justina, left Aaron, then how do we prove Lowell is lying? Right Aaron. Lowell, Mr. Eubank was facing towards the door with his back towards the desk, dot, 1/5. Lowell, Mr. Chambers was the one who had his back towards the door, dot, 2/5. Lowell, that's why I said it was in Mr. Eubank's right hand, because I saw it on the right side of him, dot, 3/5. Lowell, when Mr. Eubank grabbed the gun in his left hand, he steadied his aim and fired, dot, 4/5. Lowell, then everything played out as I said previously, dot, Justina, do we know why Mr. Eubank was at... Swift, let me see.
Okay.
Swift doesn't look like it. He doesn't even remember how he got to the desk. Swift must have had memory loss when he got knocked out.
What are we
Swift, if you ask me,
disputing?
Justina, left Aaron, then how do we prove Lowell is lying? Right hand.
You want to dispute 4.
Lowell, when Mr. Eubank grabbed the gun in his left hand, he steadied his aim and fired, dot, 4/5. Justina's I, dot, Hunt's statement, Miss Collins' statement, Kaniki's statement.
We have a good reason
Okay.
to, or we have a reason why he wouldn't do that.
Where does he talk about? Where's the thing where he talks about
Lowell's ledger statement, gunpowder, view or vertical spread,
the shooting from his point of view?
activate.
Does he even have that?
Who?
Deactivate.
Where he talks about what
Eubank.
happened?
Lowell's photo.
His
Previous case
statement
summary.
then.
Lowell's photo. View or vertical activate.
Do we have it?
Deactivate. Lowell's photo. Previous case summary.
We have his other
Yeah,
statement,
decrease
which
a few.
is
Ballistics report. Mr. Smith's your statement. Card statement. Mr. Eubank's statement. Mr. Eubank present. Mr. Close summary.
It's been-
Close.
yeah,
Mr.
there you
Eubank's
go.
statement. Owen and Anton got into a disagreement. Owen's monocle popped off when the gun was pulled on him. He can't see with his left eye without his dot. Type. Statement. Obtained. Owen's off present.
oh, is that why?
Justina. Lowell. The explanation doesn't make sense. Justina. Mr. Eubank's monocle fell out of his eye when Mr. Chambers pulled his gun out. Justina. He's blind in his left eye without it. Justina. If he was going to fire it, he would have used his right hand. Justina. The way he could see more clearly. Ferris. But hold on. Being blind in one eye doesn't make it impossible to fire it. Ferris. My husband isn't useless without both eyes. Swift. But Lowell did say steady, meaning that the shot was not fired as soon as it was
Why are
steady.
you arguing this? Like, why are you arguing for your husband to go to prison? I don't. This is so stupid. I'm sorry.
It's just a natural instinct at this point for her.
Yeah.
She just argues against
She's not
whatever
even a
the
defense lawyer.
whatever the detective comes up with. She's like, no, I must dispute this.
No. I need to find a hole in this immediately.
Lowell, don't get so hung up on a single word. He still shot him. Swift, then let me ask you one follow-up question. Swift, was he wearing his monocle when he fired? Lowell, he was. That's how he was able to take the gun and fire it before Mr. Chambers could react. Lowell, you have my word against this. Justina, left Aaron. Lowell clearly wants his story airtight and a missing monocle would be a problem. He needs Mr. Eubank to be the only suspect, right, Aaron? Justina, Lowell, we can prove that he did lose his monocle. Justina, here's how we know he lost his monocle before firing. Justina's I dot deselected. Hunt's statement, Miss Collins' statement, Kaniki's statement, Lowell's car, ledger statement, Lowell's car, ledger statement, gunpowder, view or vertical scroll bar,
How do we know that?
activate,
Shit.
increase, deactivate, Lowell's photo. Previous case summary, Lowell's photo, Lowell's photo, Mr. Yours card statement, Mr. Eubank's 5 statement, present, check, Lowell's photo, Lowell took this for check,
Check.
I
Can we look at the
assume that would
photo?
let you see the picture.
check selected, present,
I
check
assume
selected.
that brings up the picture visually.
I guess. That's cool.
1/1. Summary. 1 check selected. Present. 5 statement present. 1/1. Save. 1/1.
Enter.
Oh dear.
What the fuck?
Evidence selected. Profiles. Summary. Close. Justina's I.D. Justina's I.D. selected. Justina's I.D.
Oh, go back to the
Justina's setting.
picture and
22 brown hair,
unselect
type,
check,
miscellaneous,
and then it should
Justina
might
second.
go
List
away.
Collins, Communicate
I
statement. Lower
guess.
car. Ledger statement. Gunpowder. View or vertical scroll. Activate. Increase. The actual previous
I
case.
never.
View or
I didn't even
activate.
click check.
The actual Lowell's photo. Lowell's photo. Select previous ballistics. Mr. Smith. Say your statement. Card statement. Mr. Eubanks. Check. Lowell's photo. Lowell took this photo the night of the murder. Mr. Eubanks.
No, it's not there anymore.
And
Fuck.
1/1. Save. Back. 1/1.
Ahem.
Can you go back?
No.
Save. Load. Save settings. Main menu. Back. Main menu. 1/1. Save. Load. Options. Controls. Back. Main menu. 1/ evidence selected. Profiles. Evidence view or vertical gunpowder. Ledger statement.
Oh, hit
gunpowder.
escape maybe? Escape again and just see.
1/1.
No, I did that.
Oh. What the fuck?
Recognizing. Result chain. Tall dot.
Oh, Discord is
Tall dot. Tall dot.
showing up on the OCR. Whoops.
Paper perjury.
I assume it's showing the picture.
Must be.
I never clicked check, so I never had this issue.
Accessibility menu. Use down arrows and navigate. Font transform default selected.
Oh, I never knew that was a thing.
Accessibility menu. Use font transform. Accessibility menu. Use down arrow. Main menu. Save. Accessibility menu. Use down arrows and navigate. And enter to activate button.
Maybe save and reload.
Return.
That's my.
1/1.
I guess.
Or whoa! I don't know if you want to do that, just in case.
I will
it
save
doesn't
on a
work.
different
Maybe save
slot.
in a different slot. Yeah,
Load option control
let's
back. Main
say.
setting save. Load option control back. Main setting save. Back. Main save. Back. Main save. Save slot 1. Sunday. Save slot 2. Empty. Save slot 2. Sunday, the 1st of June 2025. 22 1/1. Save. Load. Back. Main menu. Load. Load slot 1. Sunday. Load slot 2. Loading or lose unsaved progress. Are you sure you want to load slot 2? Yes. 1/1.
Okay.
What the fuck?
What?
His H, maybe? I'm grasping here.
Oh, I accidentally clicked
Back.
the other thing.
1/1.
I don't know.
1/1.
What the fuck? I've never seen this before.
Okay, let's just try and
Are you sure
quit
you want to quit? Yes.
the entire game.
And then we load in and see, yeah.
Clipboard voicing enabled. Paper perjury. Start. Load. Back. Load. File. Page 1 selected. File.
Go back up. You went past it.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Load slot 1. Some load. Load slot 2. 1/1.
Well, fuck. What the fuck, game?
Left.
What was that?
1/1. Left bracket music. Reasoning dash reason and deceit right bracket. 1/1.
Oh,
I pressed M.
Save.
cool.
Load.
Okay,
1/1. Save settings.
What
Main
the
menu.
fuck?
Back.
I don't know
Main
why
menu.
that has
Are you sure you want to
happened.
reset? Yes.
That didn't happen for me.
come on. Come on, stupid.
Paper perjury. Start. Load. Start. Load. Start. Start case 1. Start case 5.
Can we quickly skip through? How long will it take?
It'll take a while. We'd have to go back through investigating
Yeah.
everything.
Oh god.
Return to main menu. Selected.
Like I think
Stop.
you can skip, but it would still
You can
take
skip
a
all the
while.
dialogue, but it would. Yeah.
It would take a lot. I have the guide, but like we have to do both investigations, both.
Load slot. Load. File. Back. Load. Load slot 1. Sunday. Load slot 2. 1/1.
Where did we save?
Try
we saved
checking,
at the
hey.
beginning of the thing.
Go back in, try
Evidence
click on check, and then closing check, and just see.
Profiles. Summary. Close.
That was Philip suggested. Well,
Justina's
Philip suggested to click on it again, but maybe just click it and click out of it. It might.
Increase. The actual lowest
Again, I'm
Lowell's
grasping.
photo
but-
selected. Previous bullet. Mr. Your state card statement. Mr. Eubanks check. 1/1. Evidence selected. 1/1. Save. 1/1. Save. Load. Save.
No,
1/1.
you just
Evidence
stuck
select profile.
there.
Summary. Close. Justina's I. Miss Penny. Lowell's ledger state gunpowder. View or verticals activate. Increase. The actual Lowell's photo. Lowell's photo selected. Previous ballistics. Mr. Smith. State your statement. Card statement. Mr. Eubanks check. Lowell's photo. Lowell took this photo the night of the murder. Mr. Close. Summary. Close. Lowell's photo. Lowell took.
Click and close, maybe?
Close. 1/1.
We can't.
You can't
present again.
resubmit. Yeah, we can't.
God damn it!
Oh,
One.
fuck's sake.
I wonder if we found a legit bug or this is just a visual thing that we are kind of stuck in.
Yeah, there might just be like a button to close the picture that's not accessible or something.
Maybe.
But like, it didn't happen for me. It was fine when I just presented it. It was grand.
Yeah, it's because I clicked check.
I think it's because you clicked check and then didn't close it and just hit present. You selected check, but then for us, nothing happened. So you just click present. But I assume visually the picture was up and present was obscured. So they didn't really think anyone could do that. Accessibility just let you skip around it. That's my guess.
Maybe.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Which is, yeah, that's a legit bug then.
We should send them this video, I guess.
I guess so.
That's a great ending. Oh my god. Well done, game.
Save. 1/1.
Yeah. We can't present, Philip. I was gonna... I guess I can try selecting another thing, but like...
Evidence profile summary.
I don't
Close.
think-
Summary. Close. Justina's I.D. Justina's I.D. selected.
Yeah, it's already selected.
Justina's I.D. Justina Smith Semi. 21/1.
Yeah, it's just showing the
I was gonna
box, like the evidence stuff.
try with Be My Eyes, but then I remembered that I can't fucking log in.
Oh.
Maybe I can now. Maybe they fixed it. But yeah, I would have to log in. I don't know, let's try. Yeah, it still doesn't work. Yay.
Joy.
Paper perjury. Paper perjury.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Well, guys, that's
That's the end of Paper Perjury, I guess. Everyone just sits staring at a picture.
Recognizing. Red star clipboard chain. Tall dot. Justina. In this picture, you see Mr. Eubank without. His monocle. His monocle. In this picture, you see Mr. Eubank without.
oh. It has like alt
His
text.
monocle. In this picture, cap I.
It's just
Left click.
Yeah.
looking
So
around.
why is
Paper
that?
perjury. Recognize back case file history in his monocle. In this picture, you see his back case cap B. Back. Left click. 1/1. Paper. Recognizing his monocle. In this picture, Justina. Tall dot. Justina. Cap J. Left click. In this his monocle. His monocle H. His monocle. Left click. Paper. Recognize back case file his cap B. His back case file history in auto settings.
Try back.
Cap B.
I did,
Again?
and it just went to...
Left click. 1/1. Paper. Left click. Left click.
Can you
left click,
skip?
Left click. Left
Try
click.
holding control. Or like
Okay.
right control, I think it is.
His monocle. In this picture, you see Mr. Eubank without.
No.
His monocle H.
Interesting.
Left
So when I
click.
click
Paper.
on
Recognize
this,
his monocle. In this
it
picture, you see
shows
Mr. Eubank without.
the...
His monocle. Paper. Recognize his monocle. Paper. Recognize his monocle. Paper. Recognize chain. Clipboard voicing bullet enabled. Clipboard voicing bullet enabled. Press shift plus chain. Paper perjury. Recognize chain. Clipboard voicing bullet. Clipboard voicing bullet in paper perjury. Recognize chain. 1/1. Chain. Clipboard paper perjury. Recognize his monocle. In this Justina. Left click. Paper. Recognize back case file history in auto settings. Cap case file history. KRM.
I assume that says skip, not
Auto.
skim, but
Settings. Auto skim history. File. Case. Back. Back. Left click. 1/1. Paper Perjury. Left click. Left click.
yeah, we can't go back further.
I'm looking through the forum to see if anyone
Recognize Shane.
else noticed
Justina.
this
In this picture,
or
you see
had
Mr.
this
Michael
issue,
Brown.
but I
Here's
can't
Michael.
see
Here's
anything.
Michael. Paper save. 1/1. Recognize is Michael. Paper. Recognize is Michael. Left click. Paper. Recognize is Michael. In this picture, Justina. Tall dot. Shane.
Why does it show that up? I'm not on Discord. Maybe it's
I
an,
don't know.
it's an overlay, I guess.
Paper Perjury.
Yeah.
Recognizing is Michael. Left click. Paper. Recognize is Michael. H. In this picture. Left click. Paper. Recognize is Michael. In this Justina. In this picture, you see Miss. Left click. Left click. Left click. Left click. Paper. Recognize is Michael. Paper save. 1/1. Recognizing is Michael. In this Justina. Tall dot. Paper Perjury.
I wonder, could you click on history and then drop back it? Can you? I don't think
It would
you can
just
do
be
that
the
even.
same thing.
Yeah, but like you can't go back like through history,
No.
can you?
No.
No.
All right, folks. Don't click check. Is what we learned
Yeah.
today.
I guess we do another epilogue.
I think we will. I will replay. Shouldn't take me too long.
Yeah, no, I can send you the guide.
I'll replay through case 5 and stop at this point, and then we'll maybe we can just record it on Tuesday.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I was thinking as well. Well, that's fucking stupid.
How long is there?
What the fuck, game?
Is it like half an hour?
There is like about half an hour left. There's that. Yeah, I'd say for us, there'd be about half an hour.
Yeah, well, all right. Maybe I won't put it up as a separate video. Maybe I'll just put it
Edit it onto this and put up an announcement.
yeah.
Okay, then. That's the end. See you guys. That was satisfying. That's really annoying. Fuck's sake.
Technology.
Yeah, what the fuck, game? That was just uncalled for.
We were just so mesmerized by that picture.
Yeah.
It was
Apparently, it's
such
a
good
cursed
photo.
picture. The second you look at it, you can never look
You
away.
can yeah, no. Apparently not.
That's silly. I was checking the forum. I
See,
can't
this
see
was-
anyone else had this
This
issue.
was the ghost. What the ghost that Justina was talking about. It's in this picture.
I can't find anything online anyway.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's that.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But that is it for now. We will return. We will return with a
Yes.
recorded section for more of this, and then we
Yeah.
will be back with Shadowrun.
Yes. How's that going? Did you finish it?
Not yet, but almost there. I finished the basement.
Okay. You should actually finish the game with enough time left. Like, try and beat Rudolph tomorrow, so that if you don't have enough time, then you need to grind more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Paper Perjury.
That was really annoying. What the fuck, man? man.
So yeah, we'll be back with more of this in a few minutes if you're watching this on the VOD. So
Otherwise, we'll throw something up on Discord, I imagine.
yeah. So yeah, it's been fun, mostly until this happened. How do we always make this happen, man?
Always find the weirdest bugs. This is like we have an issue with uncompleted like playthroughs and getting really close to it.
Yeah. Oh, I almost want to leave this as another one of those meme ones where we never finish it.
Do we
We
though?
should make that no, we'll finish it. But it would be funny.
It would be funny, but I feel like it would really annoy people. Yeah, never mind.
No, we leave a blind legend as the exclusive one for that.
Yeah. Just because that one we're never gonna do it.
Nah.
We say we're doing it on purpose, but we're not. We just can't be bothered.
Nah. No, we've pretty much committed at this point. Like, no, we're keeping the meme alive.
Fair.
We're never finishing it.
On the topic of finishing things, I finished The Last of Us 2 story today.
Uh-huh.
I have thoughts, but we won't get into those thoughts right now, I don't think.
I have one thought that is that I think explains things and I think would make the story way better. I will talk about it after we finish the stream.
Yeah. I'm yeah. I could talk about it off stream, but let's not get into the tangent right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Paper Perjury. Yeah, we have a little bit more left, and yet we are stuck on the picture. So, yeah. You will see the end, though. You will see the end in a few minutes if you're on the VOD. If you're on the stream, keep an eye on the Discord, and we'll post it. We'll post a message when it's ready. But that has been it. Next week we are back for some Shadowrun again in June. It always comes around in June, I guess.
Yeah,
it's a summer game.
It is destined.
Yeah. Shadowrun After Story. We will see. I'm very, very curious. Oh God, Shane, I hope you weren't reading the spoilers the other day that I posted.
Nope. No, I wasn't.
Because I am very curious how you will tackle the Zodiac puzzle, the infamous Zodiac puzzle.
I saw you posted the link to that, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Not yet, anyway.
How long is the after story?
Shouldn't take.
I still have no fucking
long.
idea what the after story even is, or like what's going on in it.
Yeah, you will find out when you play it. It shouldn't be too long. It should be like 3 streams, I imagine. Maybe more.
Okay.
Maybe more. Maybe 4. I don't know. But definitely not 11 like the original game.
Jeez, yeah.
Unless you
11 was aggressive.
Unless you go collecting every single item again.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to do that. Because most of them are in the same locations. Some of them aren't. But yeah, we'll see you for that next week. After that, it's Slay the Princess. Again, another game that I can't wait for Shane to play.
Yeah, and then we're not sure. We need to...
And then, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of...
It'll be your turn again, I think. We need to pivot back to you.
It's kind of been on the schedule. Have you even updated the schedule since, like, March?
No, I need to do that.
Yeah, after that, maybe it'll be more Paper Perjury if K6 comes out.
Yeah, and if not, what else do we have?
If not, then sure. I don't know.
Any other visual novels or anything? I don't think so.
Yeah, there's plenty of visual novels. You always find.
Yeah, but like any other good ones we want to play.
I'm sure we could find something.
Yeah, true.
Like visual novels, there's it's a whole treasure trove that we have not explored.
Actually, there is one I've played a little bit of with a friend by the people who made Slay the Princess called Scarlet Hollow. I don't know if you've played that one.
Is that accessible?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Renpai.
Oh shit. Okay. Because if it's as good as Slay the Princess, like, and I trust these people now.
I think it's by the same people. I'm like 99%
I know
sure.
it is. I know it is. I know about Scarlet
Yeah, I've
Hollow. I just
played like
never looked
the
it up.
first act of it.
Yeah, like
I was playing it with a friend, and then he went away to Australia for a while, so we stopped playing it.
Oh.
Like we were playing it online anyway, but just because of time zones, it wasn't really easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you could do that after I do say this.
Oh, okay. That does sound interesting because, like, if it's anywhere near as good as Slay the Princess, then yes, I'm interested.
But now that does mean you can't go do it now.
I know. But yeah, Slay the Princess is fucking fascinating. Like, it has grown on me quite a bit. Like, I told you the first time I played, I was like, what the fuck? What is going on? But every time I go back to play or I watch someone else's playthrough, it's more and more fascinating to me.
Well, we shall.
I'm very curious to see what you get, because you can tell a lot about a person by the way they play Slay the Princess.
Okay, this is like a psychoanalysis of Shane stream.
It is. It kind of is. It's funny. I have been watching a therapist play Slay the Princess. It's really good. I would recommend it after you play it.
Okay.
Obviously. Because not only does he play the game, he also like teaches you about psychology. In the middle, like literally in the middle of an episode, he'll just be like, "Right, let's fucking pause the game. Literally, like I'm just gonna stop playing for 5 minutes to," and then he like puts notes on screen. I imagine, like a teacher, and just goes, "Today I'm going to teach you about avoidant behavior." So yeah.
Well then, I'll get a full psychoanalysis free with the game.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Very nice.
Right. So
yeah, we will.
That awaits you in the future of Thunderstep Gaming. But for now, we shall depart. Philip says, "Where is the therapist's place?" I will put the link in general. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and leave a like, subscribe, join the Discord if you want that therapist link. And more.
That's the only reason, main reason.
The only reason. And we will see you in the next video.
Several days later.
All right, here we are for the epilogue. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen.
Start. Load.
It has been 2 days, but we're here. We didn't have to replay, as it turns out. We didn't have to do much of anything. And I will explain why as we load back into the game.
Load slot 2, Sunday, the 1st of 1/1.
So yeah, here we are in this weird limbo state. As I press the keys, nothing happens. However,
save.
If I
save.
do the controller, so I press start on the controller just to make sure. Yeah, controller also, like pressing buttons does nothing. X does evidence.
Profiles.
Brings us into that
evidence
screen.
selected. 1/1.
However, pressing B.
Justina, in this picture, you see Mr. Eubank without his monocle. Justina, if he had it when he was attacked, where was it?
Look at that. We can play now.
Excellent. I will pull up the guide once more. One moment.
So yeah, it appears to have been a thing with the keyboard. There's no binding of the back button to the keyboard. Although, I don't know, like, I was clicking back with the mouse through OCR.
It mustn't have been...
But I don't know what that was. I don't know. Whatever.
It just must not have been clicking properly or something.
Whatever it is, we are past it now, so... Let's get this done.
Low, simple, it fell off when he hit the desk. The force knocked it off him.
What knocked what?
The monocle?
Oh, the monocle.
What the hell? That link I sent you worked yesterday, yeah?
I don't know.
I just
didn't-
reopened it and the guy fucking
I never
didn't
clicked
open.
on it because I didn't end up needing it.
Oh, did I send you the wrong thing by accident? That is possible.
Justina, then where is it? Justina, shouldn't it be around his body after hitting the desk? Lowell, well, it must be out of shot. Swift,
I
was
did.
right. It is, but I think I know why. Think about the positions of the two. Swift, if Mr. Eubank had his back towards the desk, even if it fell out when he was surprised, it would still be on the floor. Swift, but if the two flipped with Anton's back towards the desk, his monocle would have fallen off and be out of shot. Ferris, but that doesn't make sense. Ferris, my husband woke up after this photo was taken. Ferris, how did he get there? Swift, I was thinking about that. It's basic, really. Swift, during the struggle for the gun, they must have switched sides. Justina, but how? Swift, Mr. Eubank said something that stuck with me. Swift, quote, I hit his leg with my umbrella and, while Anton was distracted, fought to keep his gun within view of my right eye, quote. Swift, if what he says is true, then we might be able to figure out what happened. Swift, if Mr. Chambers pulled his gun out with his right hand, what would Mr. Eubank do? Justina, well, let me think. Push left. Push right. Justina, he would push it right. Justina, aim it towards the right wall while keeping it in his line of sight for his right eye. Swift, it's the only way to line up what we know. Swift, he would move around his left side while avoiding the gun. Swift, that way he would be behind Mr. Chambers. Ferris, but why would he do that? Why wouldn't he go for the gun?
All this positioning talk is confusing me a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm.
it's not the easiest to follow.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow it. I'm trying to make a mental map, but it's it's not easy.
Swift, simple, he didn't want to kill Anton. Swift, he must have tried to restrain him by grabbing him from the back to do so. Lowell, then how did he get shot? Justina, left Aaron, I should have the evidence right Aaron. Justina, here's the evidence that shows how the first shot happened. Justina's I.D selected, Hunt's statement, Miss Collins' statement.
Fuck me, I don't know.
Paniki's statement, Lowell's car, Ledger's statement. Gunpowder. View or vertical scroll bar activate.
What is the
Deactivate Lowell's photo. Previous case summary. Ballistics report.
Oh,
Ballistics report selected.
this?
Mr. Yours cards, Mr. present. Ballistics report. Both bullets fired from the murdered weapon entered the body perpendicularly and were close to their respective entry points. Type present.
No.
Justina, this evidence should be the answer. Swift, sorry, Justy, that's not going to work. Swift, we just have to think outside the box. Justina, left Aaron. If there were only two people in the room, one of them must have pulled the trigger, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, but how do I prove who did it? Right Aaron. Justina, here's the evidence that shows how the first shot happened. Justina's I.D select Hunt's Miss Collins' statement. Paniki's statement, Miss Hunt's statement, Hunt's statement just present. Hunt's statement, Anton Chambers was shot twice, a non-fatal shot to the abdomen, striking his right rib, and a second fatal shot piercing the heart, from which death was almost instantaneous. No fingerprints were found on both bullets inside Anton. Type statement, obtained present. Justy Hunt's Miss Collins' statement. Paniki's statement. Lowell's car. Ledger's statement. Gunpowder. Ledger's statement. Ledger's statement. Lower Panik, Miss Hunt's Justy present. Ledger's statement. Lowell says he never saw Anton in his office. He called Detective Hunt to come. Press Just Hunt's Miss Panik. Lower Ledger's statement. Gunpowder. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. The actual card statement. Mr. Eubank's statement. Five statement. Safe. President's office phone. Gunpowder. Press safe 5. Mr. Eucard statement. Mr. Eubank's statement. Mr. Eubank 5. Safe. President. Led lower present. Mr. Eubank's statement. Owen and Anton got into a disagreement. Owen's monocle popped off when the gun was pulled on him. He can't see with his left eye without his dot. Type statement. Obtained. Owen present. Lower led gun. President. Safe 5. Mr. Eubank's statement selected.
Once
Card
again, I
statement.
don't know how to give you a hint that isn't just check this thing, which is
Mr.
the
Eubank's
answer.
statement selected. Card statement. View or vertical scroll bar. Card statement. Card statement selected. Mr. 5. Safe. Press gun.
I think
Led lower
this
present.
is
It's not a
Card
statement you need.
unrelated.
I'll tell you
Lower
that.
led gun. Press safe 5. Mr. Eubank card statements. View or vertical activate. Increase. The actual previous case summary. Ballistics report. Mr. Smith's statement. Your statement. Card statements. Yours. Mr. Ballistics previous case summary. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. The actual Lowell's photo. Previous case summary. Ballistics report. Lowell's view or vertical activate. Increase. The actual Lowell's photo.
That's it.
View or vertical
That's
scroll.
all,
Lowell's
yeah.
previous case. Ballistics report. Previous case summary. Previous ballistics. Yours card. Mr. Present. Previous case summary. The case from yesterday. Cleaned up by Detective Hunt. Harris Newbuck shot Anton with a taser. Took his flash drive and escaped before Anton could get out. Type evidence. Present. Mr. Eubank's statement. Card statement. Your statement. Mr. Smith. Ballistics. Previous case summary selected. Lowell's photo. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Decrease. The actual evidence selected. Profiles. Some previous present. Lowell's cut. Ledger statement. Gunpowder. Presidents of gunpowder. Gunpowder's ledge. Lower present. Gunpowder summary. Gunpowder. Anton's office had no traces of blood, but there were traces of gunpowder everywhere except where a missing rug was. Anton had gunshot residue on his right coat arm from firing a gun. Type present. Justina, we know from the autopsy report that he had gunshot residue on his right arm. Justina, Mr. Chambers would only have had it if he fired a shot. Justina, he must have moved the gun closer to his right side once Mr. Eubank got behind him. Justina, meaning Anton was the one who fired the first shot. Justina, unless you believe he shot himself with the second shot. Ferris, you proved Lowell lied and explained how the first shot was fired. Ferris, but my client is being accused of murder, not perjury. Ferris, you still need to connect the bullet in Anton's heart to my client directly.
Paper perjury?
But also, yeah, once again, we just got to mention it again. Why are you his lawyer?
Yeah.
Say, Ferris, you still need to connect the bullet in Anton's heart to my client directly. Rebuttal quote, no proof of the murder quote. Ferris, there isn't any proof Lowe even touched the gun. 1/4. Ferris, all fingerprints were removed from it, so anyone could have held it. 2/4. Ferris, Mr. Chambers loaded the gun with a second bullet to go after Mr. Newbuck. 3/4.
Why is she trying to defend this slimy asshole?
No idea.
Say, Ferris, Mr. Chambers loaded the gun with a second bullet to go after Mr. Newbuck. 3/4.
Wait, what?
Say, Ferris, Mr. Chambers loaded the gun with a second bullet to go after Mr. Newbuck. 3/4. Ferris, only if Lowe loaded it, you couldn't even lift fingerprints off the bullet that was fired. 4/4. Justina, she's right. If we had any evidence, this case would have already been solved. Swift, we have all the evidence we could ask for. The problem is putting it together. Swift, it's the details that matter, making sure everything we know lines up properly. Ferris, there isn't any proof Lowe even touched the gun. 1/4.
Oh, shit.
Ferris, all fingerprints were removed from it, so anyone could have held it. 2/4.
Fingerprints removed. Anyone could have held it.
Ferris, Mr. Chambers loaded the gun with a second bullet to go after Mr. Newbuck. 3/4.
Loaded the gun with the second bullet to go after Miss Newbuck. Why? How is Newbuck related to this?
Yeah, that's incorrect for multiple reasons. That is the statement you want to press, by the way, but it's not related to Newbuck. It's related to something else.
I would dispute it with her own statement, where she said that he always has one bullet. He only needs one bullet.
Statement.
Yeah.
Miss Collins statement. Kaniki statement. Lower's car. Ledger statement. Gunpowder. Gunpowder select ledger. Lower Kaniki statement.
Well, no, we just use that. Surely we can.
Lower's car. Lead gunpowder select. View or vertical scroll. Activate. Increase the actual 5 statement. Safe. President's office phone. Gunpowder selected. Press safe 5 statement. View or vertical scroll. Activate. Increase the actual. Your statement. Card statement. Mr. Eubanks statement. Card statement. Your statement. View or
This
vertical
is
scroll
like
bar. Activate.
the things I don't
Increase.
love about this game. Some of these are very obtuse. Like,
Ballistics
you
report.
have to be thinking the exact same line of thought as the developer.
Mr. Smith
Like,
statement.
it took
Yeah.
me a while
Your
to
statement.
guess a lot of these, and it was just fucking trial and error
Your card
after
statement.
a
Your
while.
statement. Mr. Smith statement. Ballistics report.
Yeah.
Ballistics. Mr. Your card. Mr. 5 safe. President's office present. Ballistics report. Both bullets fired from the murdered weapon entered the body perpendicularly and were close to their respective entry points. Type evidence of present.
That doesn't seem.
Justina, your rebuttal isn't going to work here. Justina, here's why you're wrong.
Okay, that's not.
Ferris, your evidence is doing nothing but making my tea cold. Ferris, if you have a counter...
We haven't tea sip in a while.
Justina, silly me, I thought you liked cold tea. Justina, left Aaron, better try something else, right? Ferris, there isn't... Ferris, Mr. Chambers loaded the gun with a second bullet to go after Mr. Newbuck. 3/4.
Load the gun with a second bullet. Okay.
Justina's statement. Miss Collins, Kaniki
So
statement.
yeah, you want evidence about the bullets.
Lower's car. Ledger statement. Gunpowder. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. The actual levels photo. Previous case summary. Ballistics report. Previous case summary.
Previous case.
Previous bullet. Your cards, Mr. You present. Previous case summary. The case from yesterday. Cleaned up by Detective Hunt. Harris Newbuck shot Anton with a taser. Took his flash drive and escaped before Anton could get up. Type evidence obtained.
Yeah, sorry, that's what she means. I get her now. She means to go after him as in to go find him, to go look for him.
Yes.
Not to go shoot him immediately. He's not on the scene.
Mr. Eubanks statement. Mr. Eubanks statement. Owen and Anton got into a disagreement. Owen's monocle popped off when the gun was pulled on him. He can't see with his left eye without his dot. Type statement obtained. Owen's office. Mr. Card statement. Card statement. Mr. President. Card statement. Anton wanted to convert the orphanage into townhouses. Mr. Card your statement. Your state card. Mr. President. Your statement. Eubank Investments needs a bank loan to keep Mr. Card. Yours. Mr. Smith statement. Mr. Smith. Your card. Mr. President. Mr. Smith statement. 10 years prior, the Eubanks and Anton disagreed about Mr. Card. Yours. Mr. Smith statement. Ballistics report. Previous case summary. Lowell's photo. Previous case. Previous ballistics. Mr. Your cards. Mr. Eubanks present. Justina, your rebuttal isn't going to work here. Justina, left Aaron. Ferris, Mr. Chambers loaded the gun with a second bullet to go after Mr. Newbuck. 3/ Justina's Hunt statement. Miss Collins, Hunt statement, just present. Hunt statement, Anton Chambers was shot twice, a non-fatal shot to the abdomen, striking his right rib, and a second fatal shot piercing the heart, from which death was almost instantaneous. No fingerprints were found on the present.
There we go.
Justina, Mrs. Eubank, the evidence doesn't support that. Justina, according to the autopsy report, no fingerprints could be found on the bullets. Justina, we don't know who loaded them, including Anton himself. What if he only loaded the first one? Justina, and our culprit loaded the second one.
So it's literally just we don't know. So therefore,
was like, but you could be wrong. But like, a world exists where you are wrong. Therefore, we're gonna assume you're wrong. Like, that's
all of this is so thin. It's nothing.
You see, if something could possibly be false, then we must assume it is.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Like, I could. What's the word? I don't know. I didn't have a good joke for that. I was trying.
Great.
I tried. Okay.
Well, and what good is a lack of fingerprints? It means you lack evidence to prove I loaded it.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's right.
He's right.
Well, if that's all you got, it's a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Justina, left Aaron. There must be something I can do with this information, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Think, Justina, right, Aaron. Justina, if Lowell did load the second shot, he must have done it after the first shot was fired.
Yes, that's second usually does come after first. Yes.
Justina, so there must have been some evidence he left behind. Lowell, well, there isn't. I'm in the clear, and you can't change that. Lowell, ledger statement, quote, grabbing the bullet, quote. Lowell, Mr. Eubank could have grabbed the bullet easily, 1/5. Lowell, there also isn't any proof that Anton didn't load the second bullet himself, 2/5.
Correct.
Lowell, there was time between Detective Hunt leaving and Mr. Eubank arriving for him to load it, 3/5. Lowell, I didn't know about Anton having bullets in his office at the time, 4/5. Lol, so if I wanted to kill Anton, I would have picked a different method. 5/5. Justina, he's right. There isn't enough proof he grabbed the bullet. Swift, let's rethink this. Go back to the basics. Swift, if he had taken the bullet, he had time to change up the crime scene. Swift, but perhaps there's something he couldn't do and change that goes against the facts. Justina, left Aaron. If she's right, what couldn't he change? Right Aaron. Lol, Mr. Eubank could have grabbed the bullet easily. 1/5.
What? Oh man, these leaps in logic are fucking killing me.
Lol, there also isn't any proof that Anton didn't load the second bullet himself. 2/5.
Okay, so is it this one?
No, it's
Lol,
statement
there was time
1.
between Detective Hunt leaving and Mr.
Oh, it's one.
Lol, just Swift. Justina, left Aaron. Lol, Mr. Eubank could have grabbed the bullet easily. 1/5.
Could have grabbed the bullet easily.
We know
Where
that.
were the
We
bullets?
know that's incorrect.
Justina,
They were in a
statement.
locked safe.
Miss Company, lowest
Oh,
card,
in the
letter statement, one
safe.
view or vertical scroll, activate, increase the actual, your statement, card safe, Mr. Eubank, 5 statement, safe, select, press done, ledge present, say, close, summary, close, safe, Anton normally stores bullets in a locked safe, there are exactly 2 bullets missing from a pack inside, a broken clock normally on the wall was also found inside, type, evidence present. Justina, that isn't true, lol, he doesn't keep all his bullets in an open space. Justina, when we went back to the president's office, we found a safe behind the blackboard. Justina, when we looked inside, we found that's where he keeps his gun accessories. Justina, we even found a pack of bullets with 2 bullets missing. Lol, what are you getting at?
Gotta say, keeping a gun and ammo at work, I question that one. I feel like you should have been fired.
Swift, he puts his bullets in his safe, no one should have had access to them. Swift, unless someone took them out. Swift, someone grabbed the bullets from the safe to kill Mr. Chambers. Swift, and since Mr. Chambers didn't kill himself and Mr. Eubank was knocked out, that leaves only you. Lol, but that was Mr. Chambers' safe, I couldn't access it. Justina, we have evidence that states otherwise. Justina, here's how we know you could access the safe.
You?
Justina's I.D selected, Hunt's statement, Miss Collins' statement,
Yep.
Nikki's statement,
We do.
Lower's car, Ledger's statement,
Yeah.
Ledger's statement,
Remember where we found the code for the safe?
We found it in
Lower's car, Ledger's statement,
in
selected.
someone's car.
Lower's car,
Mhm.
Lower's car, Miss Hunt's just present. Lower's car, a standard automatic car with hand crank windows. We don't have access to the inside of the car. Type A present. Just Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement. Kaniki's statement. Lower's car selected. Kaniki's Miss Hunt's just present. Kaniki's summary. Kaniki's statement. Lower's car had small traces of blood and present. Justina, according to the mechanic, there was a piece of paper with 2021 written on it. Justina, which is the exact code for the safe. Justina, care to explain why it was in your car? Lowell. And where does it say it's a safe code? You're the one saying it's the code, not me.
We opened
Well,
the
we
fucking
opened
thing, you
the
moron.
thing with the safe, but opened the safe with that exact combination. So I mean, you know,
It was just luck. I was just writing
Just
the
coincidence.
numbers. It's funny.
coincidence.
Funny how these things happen. Plot convenience, you know.
you can prove it that it's the safe code.
Yeah, you can't prove I knew it was the code.
Lowell, there's no proof I knew what those numbers meant.
I was joking. I was joking. Oh my gosh.
Lowell, even if I knew it was the code,
Oh,
Anton's
that's
safe is safe in his
glorious.
office. Lowell, how would I know where it was? Justina, you can't expect anyone to believe that. Ferris, while it's possible he could have opened the safe, the piece of paper is circumstantial evidence. Ferris, there's too much room for doubt. You need more direct evidence.
Irrelevant.
I mean, it's pretty
I
clear.
hate this. Sorry, I want to go on another law tangent if I may. Circumstantial evidence is fine. Fingerprints are circumstantial evidence. Blood is circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence just means you need to draw a conclusion. Like, if I tell you John stabbed Mary, you don't need to think. You just have my word for it. Whereas if you find John standing over Mary's corpse with a bloody knife, you need to think about what happened there.
Right.
Admittedly, not for long, but
Yeah.
you do need to think.
Yes.
And that is circumstantial. Like, if he left the room with a bloody knife right after someone was stabbed, that's circumstantial evidence.
Yes.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm done now.
Say, Ferris, there's too much room for doubt. You need more direct evidence to charge him. Justina, detective, is she right? Swift, she is. We need to prove he opened the safe or was the only one who could have opened it. Justina,
No, she's not.
Justina, left Aaron. Oh no, that's all we have left. Right Aaron. Lowell, nothing else to say. Then it looks like we are done here. Lowell, it was fun, but it's all the time I have left. Justina, left Aaron. We are so close. We can't let him get away with this, right Aaron. Justina, detective, there must be something left. Swift, we looked over all the evidence. He covered his tracks well. Justina, Mrs. Eubank, after everything he did. Justina, you can't let him walk out of here. Ferris, he can't be charged for murder without stronger proof. Ferris, and with the plea deal, all charges for moving the body are dropped. Ferris, legally, you have to let him walk out of here. Swift, I'm sorry, accepting his deal was a mistake. Present evidence of murder. Revokes the plea deal. Justina, left Aaron. What options do I have left? Right Aaron. Present evidence of murder.
Is this like an actual choice or?
Revokes the plea deal.
No, it's another.
Okay, so
Well, I don't know. The guide tells me what the correct option is, but I don't know what happens if you pick the other one.
save.
Back. Main settings. Save. Load.
Yeah.
Options.
I doubt it's a
Load
choice
save,
somehow.
settings,
But
Yeah.
Load. Save. Back. Main save. Save. File page auto. Save slot 2. Sunday. But save slot 1.
Okay, we can save back to 1.
Are you sure you want to know? Are you sure you want to save slot 1? Yes. Back. Justina, left arrow, present death revokes the plea deal. Justina, if we can't catch him for murder, then we will do the next best thing. Justina, we will revoke the plea deal. Swift, break the deal.
Oh, is that the right choice?
Yes.
Did I accidentally pick? Okay, fine.
Lowell, I must be losing my hearing. Break my plea deal. Lowell, the deal is done. Signed and legally binding. Lowell, you can't break it. Ferris, that's not completely true. Unlike you, I read the whole thing. Ferris, it states that the deal will be null and void if the evidence was tampered with. Ferris, tampering with evidence isn't just changing the photo. Ferris, if you changed the crime scene before you took the picture, it would also be considered tampered evidence. Ferris, and if you read the fine print, it states that they have until midnight to determine that.
Also
Ferris,
bullshit.
check your watch. It's
Why
not
would
right
it be until midnight? Like, wait, if we figure out he tampered the evidence at 12:01, that's fine. But before midnight, no, bad. You can't do that.
Say, Ferris, check your watch. It's not midnight yet. Lowell, you're supposed to be on my side. Ferris, whatever do you mean? As your lawyer, I'm telling you the terms of your contract. Ferris, I'm sure the detectives already knew everything I just said. Lowell, go ahead. Do whatever you want with that photo. It's a real photo taken straight from my phone. Lowell, nothing about it was changed. Justina, left Aaron. Lowell must have set up the room to look that way. But what could we be forgetting? Right, Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. Looking at Lowell's photo. What is something he would change? Right, Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. In this photo, Lowell would have changed. Right, Aaron. Justina's ID selected. Statement. Miss Collins statement.
My ID.
My ID. He would have put it in there, front and center.
Kaniki statement. Lowell's car.
Yeah.
Ledger statement. Gunpowder. View or vertical scroll activate. Increase. The actual Mr. Smith statement. Your statement. Card statement. Mr. Eubank 5 statement. Safe.
I mean,
President's office for safe. President Gunpowder. President safe.
we wouldn't.
5. Mr. Eubank
It
statement.
wouldn't be any of the statement, right? Or is it like the statement
No, it's not
represents
a
the
statement.
person?
Card statement. Your statement.
No,
Mr.
it's
Smith
not a
statement.
statement. It's
Your
an
Mr.
item.
Smith statement. View or vertical. Mr. Smith statement. View or vertical activate. Increase. The actual previous case summary. Ballistics report. Mr. Smith statement. Your state card statement. Mr. Eubank 5 statement.
It's like a physical object. It's not a.
Safe. Select present. Safe. Anton normally stores bullets in a locked safe present. Justina, there is something in this picture that's missing. Justina, where's the clock? Lowell, I don't know. You tell me. Justina, the president's office had a clock on the wall when I visited Anton last week. Justina, but today it was broken and we found it in the safe. Justina, someone had to place it there. You were the only person who could have. Lowell, why would I hide it? It was just a clock. Swift, the clock was broken at 8 o'clock p.m. and you couldn't let anyone know that. Swift, otherwise, this other evidence wouldn't line up. Justina, here's why you couldn't let anyone know the first gunshot happened at 8 o'clock p.m. Sunday night. Justina's ID selected.
Oh, fuck me.
Unstake Miss Collins statement. Unstake just present. Unstatement. Anton Chambers was shot twice. A non-fatal shot to the abdomen, striking his right rib, and a second fatal shot piercing the heart, from which death was almost instantaneous. No fingerprints were found on both bullets inside Anton. Type statement.
So the first shot took place at 8 p.m., yeah?
Present. Justina. Unstake Miss Collins statement.
That's what we're
Yes.
Unstatement
trying to
selected.
prove.
Miss Collins.
In reality, that happened.
Miss Collins. Just present. Miss Collins statement. Lowell informed Anton about having a meeting with Owen on the 30th of April, 7:05 p.m. Anton declined the meeting, and Miss Eubank was never told. Type statement obtained. Present. Just Miss Collins. Kaniki statement.
Eubank...
Lowell's car. Kaniki statement.
Okay, Eubank left around 7 p.m.
Lowell's car. Kaniki statement.
He left to go
He
to
left
the
to
office.
go to the office,
Lowell's
yes.
car. Kaniki statement. Lowell's car. Ledger
Yeah,
statement.
he lives 5 minutes from the office. Jesus, this is a small city.
Ledger statements. Lowell Kaniki. Miss Collins statement. Justina's ID present.
Maybe he just lives close.
True.
Ledger statement. Lowell said he never saw Anton in his office. He called Detective Hunter come to Anton's office around 5 o'clock p.m. and called Anton Chambers around 7 o'clock p.m. Sunday night. Type statement obtained.
Well,
President's office.
Anton Chambers.
President Justin Smith Kaniki statement. Lowell's car. Ledger statement selected. Gunpowder.
Okay.
View or vertical scroll activate. Increase. The actual Mr. Eubank statement. 5 statement. Safe. President's office phone. Gunpowder. President's office phone. Safe 5 statement. Safe President's office. Safe 5 statement. 5 safe President. Ledger Lowell's present. 5 statement. 5 was hiding inside Owen's trunk when he left his house at 7 p.m. Sunday night. She was also in the trunk before he left the office and could hear her dad talking to an unknown party in the garage. Type statement. Obtain President Lowell. Ledger gun. President safe.
That would have been the best. Ser Pounce's statement clinches the case.
Yeah.
President's office first safe.
But you see, sir, meow.
5 statements. Selected.
Therefore, guilty.
Mr. Eubank statement. Mr. Eubank.
Would
five
be
safe,
about
President
as
Gunpowder,
logical
Ledger
as most other things in this game.
safe. Lowell's car. Present. Mr. Eubank statement. Owen and Anton got into a disagreement. Owen's monocle popped off when the gun was pulled on him. He can't see with his left eye without his dot. Type. Press lower ledge gun. President safe. 5 Mr. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. The actual ballistics report. Ballistics report selected.
That's the perpendicularly thing. We never
that's
actually
not what we
used
want.
this.
Mr. Smith statement.
We did.
Did we?
Your statement.
Yeah, we
Mr.
did.
Segment.
I can't remember exactly on what we did. It was like, we had to
Mr.
prove that
Increase.
he
The actual
was.
photo.
We had to
Previous
prove
photo.
where the gun was being held. Or
Ballistics
something.
report select. Mr. Smith. Your statement. Card
Bro,
statement.
what?
Mr. Eubank statement.
What is the fucking...
Ballistics report. Mr.
Look
Cars,
at
your statement.
the photo.
Mr. Ballis previous Lowell's photo. Lowell's photo. Free ballistics. Mr. Yours card statement. Mr. You present. Check.
Let's not click that.
No, don't check it. Just read it.
Lowell's photo. Lowell took
Don't
this photo.
do that.
Lowell's photo. Lowell took this photo. The night.
That's fine. I know how to get out of it now, so it's fine.
Summary. Lowell's photo.
Sure.
Lowell took this photo the night of the murder. Mr. Eubank had the gun near his right hand. Anton's body is out of frame. Taken at 8:05 p.m. the night. Type. Check.
Oh.
Present. Justina, it's because of the 5-minute time difference. In fact, Mr. Eubank said something to us earlier. Owen, I was knocked out for just a moment and that's when Lowell came in. Justina, but it's not true. He was knocked out for much longer. Justina, if Mr. Eubank knew how much time had passed, it would break the illusion. Justina, and he would start suspecting you were involved. Lowell, you think I moved the broken clock to the safe to trick Mr. Eubank? Swift, I do. Between opening the safe to grab another bullet and rearranging the crime scene, you needed time. Lowell, how foolish. Your theory is as broken as the very clock you want to use against me. Lowell, you left one single hole in your theory. How did it break? Swift, are you saying that it's impossible? Lowell, it is, and here's why. Lowell ledger statement, quote, a broken clock, quote.
The clock is broken, and here's why. A video essay.
Yeah.
Lowell, only Mr. Eubank or Anton could have broken the clock like you suggested. 1/5.
Okay. I guess because they were struggling.
Lowell, but those two never went near the clock. 2/5. Lowell, they stayed at the center of the room during their struggle. 3/5.
Did they?
Lowell, nor do they have any motive to break the clock. 4/5. Lowell, as you can see, there's nothing that would cause the clock to break. 5/5. Justina, this is our
That's
last
the one
chance.
we dispute.
The last one?
Swift, sure seems like it. If we can't nail him here, he's walking out of here with no charges. Swift, but we can do it. Now it's time to finish this. Justina, left Aaron. Something caused that clock to break. But what? Right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. Was it physical force? Gravity? Right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. Evidence. Don't let me down now. Right Aaron. Lowell, only Mr. Eubank. Lowell. As you can see, there's nothing that would cause the clock to break. Just Hunt's statement. Miss Collins' statement.
Okay.
Miss Collins, Hunt just present. Miss Collins' statement. Lowell informed Anton about having a meeting with Owen on the 30th of April, 7:05 p.m. Anton declined the meeting, and Mr. Eubank...
Once again, I'll
Miss Collins'
just to save searching, it's none of the statements.
Miss Kopenike's statement. Lowell's car. Ledger statement. Gunpowder. Viewport verticals activate.
Yes, your car broke the clock.
Yeah,
Your car broke it.
5 safe. President's office phone. President's acted. Lower Kopenik, Miss Call present. President's office phone. John recorded a struggle in the president's office at 8 o'clock p.m. Sunday night. It recorded something heavy hitting a wall, followed by something that crashed to the floor. Then the gunshot happened. Type A present. Justina, I know why.
Well
I
done.
said something today that I haven't forgotten. John, I heard a sound like something heavy hit a wall, followed by something that crashed to the floor. Then the gunshot happened. Justina, Mr. Eubank also said something similar as well. Owen, I hit his leg with my umbrella and, while Anton was distracted, fought to keep his gun within view of my right eye. Owen, we ended up hitting the wall at some point, then a bang. Justina, it seems during their struggle, Anton and Mr. Eubank hit the wall, the clock fell, then the gunshot happened. Justina, we have it recorded too, with the recording ending exactly at 8 o'clock p.m. Sunday night. Justina, that's when the clock broke, and since Anton had been shot and Mr. Eubank was unconscious. Justina, that leaves you with 5 minutes where you were the only person who could have moved it. Justina, which breaks your plea deals you tampered with the crime scene in the photo. Lowell, where did you get that? There's no way that can be acceptable evidence. Ferris, if the conversation was being presented as evidence, you're right, that would be illegal. Ferris, other recorded sounds are perfectly acceptable. Lowell, you can't be serious.
Also wrong.
Lowell, my deal, broken by some damn loophole. Ferris, and since you were the only person who could have moved the clock, you must have been the one to open the safe.
I like how even his lawyer is like, yeah, fuck you, man.
Yeah. You are being disbarred. That's illegal. I think we've talked about this, but you can't do this.
Yeah.
Ferris, Anton was dead and my husband was knocked out. That means they can also charge you for first dash-degree murder. Ferris, once this is over, you're going to need a good lawyer. Lowell, no. Lowell, no. Lowell, after everything I did, damn it all.
I'd love to go back and count up like legal inaccuracies in this.
Oh man.
Jesus, man, you good?
It's like Shadowrun.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Swift, Lowell, have you finally given up?
Have you given up?
Fuck me.
Ferris, Lowell, how could you kill Anton and frame my husband for murder? Lowell, I already told the detectives, but I guess you wouldn't know. Lowell, my family barely got by growing up, and I had to change that. Lowell, that's why I wanted the job. I never cared about the company, I just wanted the money. Lowell, but there's one thing I wanted more than money, so power. Lowell, when I saw Anton get shot, I knew I could keep Mr. Eubank under my thumb. Lowell, no longer would I be just an assistant. I would have the power to make a name for myself. Lowell, I went in, saw Anton's body on the floor, and was ready to take a picture. Lowell, but then I noticed he was alive, bleeding out on the rug. I knew I had to finish the job. Ferris, so you grabbed an extra bullet just to shoot him. Ferris, he could have lived. Ferris, he would still be here with us today. Lowell, perhaps he would have killed your husband if I hadn't stepped in. Lowell, he wasn't the type to let things go. Swift, and how did you get the safe combination? Lowell, who do you think has been helping him smuggle bullets in? It was extra work with extra pay. Lowell, not even Owen knew about the safe, so it was a brilliant plan. Lowell, a brilliant plan, now in ruins. Swift, Lowell, I sympathize with you growing up poor. Swift, but your selfish greed was not worth a man's life. For that, you will be charged with first dash-degree murder. Swift, let's finish this case up. Justina left Aaron after we finalized his confession. Lowell was taken away. Right Aaron. Justina left Aaron after 2 days of hunting for the culprit. The case was finally complete. Right Aaron. The 2nd of May, 7:47 p.m. Magic City Police Precinct number 5 viewing room. Justina, I am so tired. Swift, Ogilvy, I know how to get your energy back up. Justina, a Swift, I can feel it already. Your heart is beating faster.
What was that?
Shocked reaction.
Yeah, what did you do?
Threatened a motorcycle, I believe.
Justina left Aaron, not again. 2, type right Aaron. Swift, oh, sorry, I got carried away. Justina, we just solved one murder. We don't need another. Justina, are you going to do this every time we solve a case? Swift, of course, it's the perfect way to celebrate. Swift, wait a second. You said quote every time quote. You want to join in on more cases. Justina, I don't think I can do more. If this was my full dash time job, I think I would quit now. Justina, after hearing the whole story, I think this job isn't for me. Swift.
Oh, I got some bad news for you.
I guess you changed their mind.
Yeah. Or she just gets dragged back in. There's no escape.
Yeah.
Justina, earlier today when he told us about him and his family being forced to move, I think he learned the wrong lesson from that. Justina, he wanted a better life for himself and his parents. I just wish he used the drive for good. Justina, I know he should pay for his crimes. I just can't help but feel guilty.
No, he's an asshole. Fuck him.
Swift, you have a good heart, Justy, even seeing good in Lowell. Colon, you're too good for this world with a heart like that. Justina, Mr. Eubank, what are you still doing here? Owen, just wanted to see Lowell taken away after what he put me through. It was very rewarding. Owen, as for me. Ferris, my client may have been blackmailed, but he's still charged with moving the body. Ferris, so he will not be saying anything else on the matter until his lawyer approves of it. Owen, yes, ma'am. Justina, left Aaron, if only we had the power when this whole case started, right, Aaron? Owen, but that aside, thank you both for catching Anton's killer. Owen, he wasn't perfect, but he was my friend. Owen, I wish you could have met the side of him, but maybe in another life. Justina, I hope so. Ferris, it's been a long day, so we had best be off. Owen, until we meet again, detectives. Hunt, looks like you two solved this case. For a pair of rookies, you two punched above your weight and won. Swift, we couldn't have done it without you. Your investigation got us the evidence we needed. Swift, but I hope you haven't forgotten our deal. Now go tell the chief about what you did on Sunday night. Hunt, too late. He already knows. Sue told him earlier. Hunt, he gave me the highest punishment on the force. Hunt, a salary cut. Justina, oh no, I hope it wasn't too big. Hunt, oh, don't worry about it. Us youngsters know a thing or two about salary cuts. Hunt, but I've been doing some thinking since this morning. Hunt, I never should have met with Anton and recorded our conversation. Hunt, I was blinded in my attempt to prove Anton and the Eubanks are elites who flaunt their wealth. Justina, you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. When I first joined you, I thought the Eubanks helped lure out of praise, not guilt. Justina, I only had admiration for them, but now I see how naive we both were. Justina, they have their own complex emotions and problems we only saw because we had to push the truth out of them. Justina, they are just people like us deep down, both flawed in their own ways. Swift, how about you both just admit you needed to listen to the other side more and call it even? Hunt, I like the sound of that. Besides, this isn't the time for regrets. You two solved the case. Hunt, now we can finally move on to exciting new cases. Justina, I need a good night's rest and a cup of coffee before ever considering doing this again. Swift, in the case, how about we celebrate tomorrow? Swift, I think we earned it. Hunt, works for me. 5 cases in a row takes a lot out of a guy. Justina, left Aaron, 5 cases in 2 weeks, and only now you're feeling tired, right, Aaron? Justina, then until then, I'm going home. Colon, not so fast. So, you're not going anywhere until you finish the job you were actually hired for. Justina, but, sleep. So, you can sleep here overnight if you don't want to finish quickly. Justina, can I at least get a pillow and blanket if I do? Justina, thankfully, I only needed to stay 2 hours to finish what she gave me. Justina, and it was obvious she was holding plenty back. She clearly expected me to finish up the work later in the week. Justina, while Lowell's arrest was the end of the case, there is still a bit more to this tale to share. The 3rd of May, 8 o'clock at Majesty Police Precinct number 5 station lobby. Justina, left Aaron, alright, today is just normal, no surprise cases, no more panic, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, they did say they wanted to celebrate. What do they have in mind, right, Aaron? Colon, right on time. Swift, good morning, Justy. Hunt, Amy's assistant. Justina, what's going on? Is this part of the celebration? So, now that you're here, we have some news to share. So, we spoke with the chief, and he agreed to let you have this. Justina, quote junior police officer badge sticker quote. Hunt, think of it as a kind of promotion. We can't make you a real detective legally, so this is the next best thing. Justina, detective, you want me to become one? So, it was an idea we were throwing around, but we didn't think it was realistic. Justina, what does it take to be a detective? Swift, you have to complete police academy training and become a police officer first. Swift, which requires passing a written and physical exam. Justina, oh no, not going to happen. Quote written exams quote have never been my strong suit. Justina, but what do you mean by promotion? So, while you were hired as a clerk, news spread about your help solving one of the biggest cases in the city. So, the chief thinks if you could keep helping to solve cases, you should be out in the field more. So, I would need to find a new clerk, but I suppose helping the public is better in the long term. So, we don't exactly know what your role will be, but we can figure that out later. Hunt, what to say, Ms. Assistant, want to team up some more. Swift, hey Red, I called dibs on her first. Justina, I will be right back. Justina, give me a moment to think. Justina, what am I doing? Why didn't I just say no? Justina, it isn't me, this whole thing. Colon, hey Justy, are you okay? Swift, I know it was a surprise, but we didn't expect you to run off. Justina, I just needed some time to think. I don't know if I should accept it. Swift, if you ask me, you're a great help. Why don't you want to take it? Justina, it's just, I never thought my life would take me here. Justina, I grew up with an artistic family and I thought that was my calling. Justina, I even thought I would take over for my dad someday. Justina, but even when I studied art and loved it, it never felt right. Justina, so I applied at random jobs until I got my job here. Justina, when I was standing outside this room on my first day, I thought it was just a one-time thing. Justina, help a detective and that's it. Justina, so much happened since. Is this really me? Justina, is this my calling in life? Something so different from what I thought my whole life. Justina, was all that time studying art in college a waste? And what if this is all a waste? Justina, sorry, I'm rambling. Swift, you have nothing to be sorry for. Swift, I'm not exactly the best at giving advice, but life isn't always a straight line. Swift, who cares if you studied art before this? Do you need everything in your life to line up perfectly? Justina, well, no. Swift, exactly. Maybe being a detective isn't for you. Maybe in 6 months, you will quit the station. Swift, then you can keep looking until you find the path in life that's truly for you. Swift, but if you don't try, you will never know. Justina, and what if I let you down? What if we failed to solve a case because of me? What if? Swift, stop saying quote, what if quote. That's not the Justy I know. Swift, when I started having doubts in myself, you believed in me. Swift, you are a great detective and there's no one I would rather have as a partner. Swift, the choice is yours, but I hope you say yes. Justina, then we need to solve an art robbery someday. I can show off everything I learned in college. Justina, oh, a priceless statue where the culprit leaves clues to its whereabouts. That would be perfect for us. Justina, but if we don't, I think any case we do together will be fun. Swift, that's the Justy I know and love. Swift, come on, let's head back to the others. We still have to put the sticker on your ID. Justina, alright, let's go. Justina, while I wasn't made a real detective
The
today, I was
ID
cleared to
gets
help
an
out in-
update.
Ah, the ID.
Say, Justina, while I wasn't made a real detective today, I was cleared to help out in future cases. Justina, I was scared. Starting a new role is always scary. Justina, but Sophie was right to me. Even if it isn't my calling in life, I had to try. Justina, what lies in store? That's for future me to find out.
Case 6.
Yep.
In a few months.
End of case 5.
Which is for future us to find out.
Yes, and there's the achievement. Thank you. 11 out of 11. Got all the...
I was about to say, now you've all of them.
Yes.
Epilogue.
For now.
Oh, there's an epilogue.
Justina, left Aaron. After my promotion, things remained relatively quiet at the station, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Detective Hunt was busy as always. Sophie and I may have finished our case, but something major popped up, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. I offered to help, but he said, right, Aaron. Hunt, cases like this take a while to gather evidence. Hunt, when I start making some headway, I'll bring you back as my assistant. Justina, left Aaron. I suppose some cases can't be solved in a day or two, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Ms. Earl started looking for candidates to help cover for me while I'm out of the office, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron.
Is
It was harder
that
than expected, right, Aaron?
realism?
No.
Possible.
So, I have a few candidates in mind, but... So, on second thought, I'll keep it to myself for now. Justina left Aaron. Chandra started applying for maid work everywhere she could. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron, but she didn't get any offers from anywhere until. Right, Aaron. Chandra, a friend of mine, works for the Azure City News Network. Chandra, they want me to interview for a journalist position. Chandra, I have never done journalism before, but it can't hurt to try.
She's showing up again in case 6,
Justina left Aaron.
100%.
Eubank Investments didn't get away scot-free. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. The orphanage sale was nullified and Appleton's mayor rescinded his deal with Eubank Investments. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. Eubank Investments had to file for bankruptcy, yet they were able to remain as a company. Right, Aaron.
Ooh. God damn. I didn't know they were that bad.
Justina left Aaron.
Yeah,
How it
they
works is
were
beyond me. Right,
not
Aaron.
having a good time.
Justina left Aaron. How it works is beyond me. Right, Aaron. Ferris, we filed for reorganization bankruptcy as a means to pay off our debts. Ferris, I can give you a lesson in bankruptcy law if you'd like.
If I need a bedtime
You
story,
know, I'll take it. That sounds good. Well, not really that interesting, actually. Most law I'm interested in, but
Justina,
I know about
thank you.
bankruptcy
Learning criminal
law.
law is more than enough for me. Owen, Eubank Investments may have downsized, but it will recover in time. Owen, we built this company over.
Oh, you
yes.
do not want to learn criminal law from her. I'm sorry, you don't.
that's the strategic corporate way of saying, you know, we're bankrupt. It's a strategic downsizing.
Yes.
Owen, we built this company with our very hands. We can rebuild it again. Justina left Aaron. Sophie and I got to team up on more cases, but none of them have been as intense as the Eubank cases. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron, which I'm thankful for. Looking for a lost cat is much easier than solving a murder. Right, Aaron.
Oh, was it Ser Pounce though? And
I was about to
connected
say.
to Eubanks because apparently they're the only family in
That
the
would be
city.
funny. Yeah, we only got budget for one, man. It's alright.
Swift, our next big case is going to the movies together. We just need to decide which movie. Justina, as long as it's not horror, I'm up for anything. Swift, but Super Ghosts, Death Trap just came out. I heard it's amazing. Justina, no, never. I'd rather do paperwork than go watch that. Justina left Aaron. Oliver was charged with simple assault and pleaded guilty. Right, Aaron.
Simple assault. Is that a thing?
I don't think
Is
so.
that what it's
No.
actually called?
It will be called assault. There's assault, aggravated assault, assault and battery. But it wouldn't
Yeah.
be called a simple assault. It should be
Simple
assault.
assault.
Justina left Aaron. It
Yeah.
was supposed to be a felony assault, but Chandra asked the prosecution for a lower punishment. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. One paid fine and a month in jail later. He returned home to Appleton.
That's
Right,
not
Aaron.
how felonies work at all.
Oliver, even after what I did, my family accepted me back with open arms. Oliver, I'm going to restart my cooking career, one where I can keep my freedom and stay close to my family. Justina left Aaron. 5 Ser Pounce were grounded for a month for what they did. Right, Aaron.
Oh,
Justina left Aaron. It was going to be
No.
longer, but Sophie and I were able to convince the Eubanks to shorten it. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. It was going to be longer, but Justina left Aaron. She did help exonerate her dad of murder. Right, Aaron. Fight, playing detective is fun. When we grow up, we will become detectives too. Fight, right, Ser Pounce.
yeah.
Detective Ser
Detective
Pounce.
Ser
That's
Pounce.
the origin story.
Ser Pounce, meow. Justina, may the gods have mercy
This
on
has
your
all
parents.
been an origin story for this one cat.
It's true. Case 6, man.
Justina left Aaron. Bill willingly stepped down as director of the class orphanage. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. Embezzlement, while normally a felony, was reduced to a misdemeanor given the circumstances. Right, Aaron.
I don't think that's how that works.
That one's actually kind of fine. I don't think it is actually. Never mind. It kind of makes sense. It can be reduced with mitigating circumstances. I don't know if this would count. Like if they accepted, yeah, the car was for the orphanage, then it wouldn't be charged. And if they didn't, then it'd be a felony. So
Justina left Aaron. Because of this, he was allowed to keep his public accounting license and return to accounting. Right, Aaron. Bill, I should count my blessings. I was able to go back to accounting at all. Bill, as long as the class orphanage is in good hands, that's all I can ask for.
Yeah, you should account your blessings.
oh god damn it.
Justina left Aaron, and his plea deal saved her from jail time, but she was given community service and a large fine. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. Ironically, she had to sell the motel to the class orphanage just to make up the
For
difference. Right, Aaron.
attempted murder? Excuse me? Okay,
I
that's
know.
the most bullshit thing in this entire game.
Justina left Aaron. A sale that was lower than what Anton was offering. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. Now the class orphanage gets to keep the land itself and never has to move. Right, Aaron. Annie, my amazing magic trick leaked to the press. Now they want the full scope of my magical crime. Annie, the world's greatest illusionist, Maggie Shawn, will rise again.
Your magical crime.
Justina
Yeah,
left
you tried
Aaron.
to
With Bill
kill
stepping down,
one
Meg
of
was
your
given the position of
friends.
director. Right, Aaron. Say, Justina left Aaron. With Bill stepping down, Meg was given the position of director. Right, Aaron. Meg, it's only temporary. I plan to find someone else who can better run it. Meg, I love these kids, but I also have a dream I want to follow. Justina left Aaron. As for her relationship with Fry. Right, Aaron. Fry, we talk things out and are going to rebuild our friendship. Meg, we both made some mistakes, but we both care about each other. Fry, as for myself, the dash heads are bigger than ever. Fry, I don't need your text store to show the world my art. Justina left Aaron. My dad was able to retire and now only makes glass at his own pace. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. His hobby of gardening has started growing a lot since his retirement. Right, Aaron. Ash, it's just another thing for your mom and I to bond over. Ash, you should give it a try. Justina, no thanks. Taking care of my own life is hard enough. A plant is too much responsibility. Justina left Aaron. Harris, Ben, was sent back to prison. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. As expected, he was able to become the prison's barber. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. He also regained his accent. Right, Aaron. Harris, in prison, I get more customers than you can shake a stick at. Harris, I'm also working with a lawyer Ferris set me up with, and it looks like I got a chance to get out of here. Harris, I'll be out of here faster than a hot knife through butter.
Wait.
Justina left Aaron with the sale. Lina started planning.
He has a lawyer that Federer set him up with. Not Ferris
So
herself.
not Ferris.
What?
Is it the same grey guy?
might
There's
be.
2 lawyers.
Yeah, might be the-
Also, I love how no one is staying in prison. They're all getting out.
yeah, well, of course, you know.
Getting out, I'm sorry, but getting out on a plea deal for attempted murder, and your sentence is community service. Is
And
like,
a large fine, okay.
oh, sorry, whoops, oopsies, I loosened a man's brakes. Ah, well, here's a few bucks. I'll go pick up some litter for a while. See you
left Aaron for
guys.
sale. Luna started planning her move to college. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. She's growing up so fast. Right, Aaron. Luna, you better come visit me once I'm settled in. Jay, Justina, I will, even if I have to beg Sue for the time off. Justina left Aaron. I better start planning my trip before plane ticket prices go up. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. Joy wasn't fired from Eubank Investments, but only because the Eubanks were willing to overlook her crimes. Right, Aaron. Justina left Aaron. Just like fight, it was thanks to her evidence that Anton's killer was brought to light. Right, Aaron. Joy at Eubank Investments. Forgiveness is a number 1 virtue.
Oh, shut up.
Joy and no one embodies the virtue like one W.
I want to strangle her.
No, listen to the full dialogue, man. It's amazing. Trust me, it's amazing.
Set Joy and no one embodies the virtue like the wonderful Eubank family. Justina, as for myself. The 10th of May, 8 o'clock at Majesty Police Precinct number 5 station offices. Justina, good morning, Ms. Sue, morning, Justina. We finally got an applicant for that new clerk role. Sue, since she will be filling in for you while you are out playing detective, I want you to interview her. Justina, are you sure? I don't have anything prepared. Sue, trust me, I think you can handle it. The 10th of May, Majesty Police Precinct number 5 interrogation room. Justina, so what makes you fit for this job? Hannah, I have first-hand experience with the inner workings of this police station.
Yeah.
Also, you interview a job applicant
yes.
in the interrogation room.
In the interrogation room.
He walked them in, sit them down, like, okay, just before we do the intro, I'd like to read you something. You have the right to remain silent.
You have the right to remain silent, yes. You have the right to a lawyer.
we know one. We can call her.
Hannah, I've even seen the process of bringing in witnesses myself. Justina, geez, I wonder how you got such an experience. Thank you so much for playing paper perjury.
I do like that little
Start case 1.
typewriter.
And that's
Typewriter.
no
I said.
credits?
Case 1, open case.
Nope.
Start case 1. Case return to main menu. Start case 1. Case 1, open case.
What is that?
Start case 2.
Never saw that.
Start case 5. Return to main menu.
Hover on a case for that? Yeah, I know. It's weird. But yeah,
well,
that
there
has
you go. There's
been
paper perjury.
paper
Yeah,
perjury.
no credits at the start. I guess you just can.
The credits are there if you want.
You can just view them here.
Yeah.
And I guess because of the weird structure of this game, where you can just skip straight to case 5 if you don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they let you do that.
It makes no sense. You
Like,
wouldn't
if
have
someone-
no fucking
if
idea
someone-
what's going on.
If someone did literally just skip to case 5, they would be like, "Wait, who are all these people? Why? Who are these characters? Why are
What?
we?"
Wait,
yeah.
what do you mean yesterday? What happened yesterday?
Yeah, like the way they let you do that, it makes it seem like, okay, I can just do whatever case I want.
Yeah, I don't get it. It'd be fine if like they unlocked progressively and then you could flick between them. That would be grand.
Yeah.
But the way it is now is not.
No,
It's
the way
kinda
it is
weird.
now, you can literally open the game for the first time and go straight to case 5.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe they wanted to do like it unlocking sequentially, but Renpai was weird or something.
You could do that with Rampai.
Start. Quit.
Yeah, that was paper perjury.
I like this game. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun
As
game.
much as the legal inaccuracies infuriate me, in the game like this, it's accepted. It's funny.
Yeah, you know, it is what
it's
it
not,
is.
You know, we don't expect accuracy, and it's funny to get dramatically annoyed over something silly.
Yeah.
Even though the attempted murder thing is still what the fuck. That's so bullshit.
Yeah, they're just being really nice to all of their characters.
Look, I don't want to give you this deal, but the law of continuation of characters says I have to.
We might need you in the future cases. So.
Yeah, look, we have case 6 coming up, so you're going to be back, okay? Who knows? Maybe you'll go to prison actually this
Maybe
time.
we'll actually go to prison.
Start.
Yeah.
I should be like one of the people who we let off for community service in case 6, and it's like, oops, we shouldn't have done that. My bad.
Yeah.
Like she tried to murder a man for better real estate prices. Anyway, yeah, I love this game. It's
that was
incredibly funny.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It is fun and it is funny. I do find it a little obtuse at points. It's just hard to think the same way the developer did without spending ages reading through everything. Like, some of them make sense once you see it, and it's just that there's so much evidence.
Yeah.
But some of them are fucking leaps, man. And then some of them I don't really understand because of like the positioning ones. I was just like, huh?
Yeah, it can get a bit chaotic. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back for case 6 whenever that comes out. And future cases, because apparently there's going to be more. So, plenty of content to come from this game, which is cool. I approve. But for now, we shall say goodbye to this game for now, and end this video / stream, whatever it is at this point.
Yeah, the epilogue. We shall end the epilogue.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for joining.
It has been fun.
Thank you for watching the entire series, if you have been. Join us again for Shadowrun on Sunday. How is that going, by the way?
I haven't done any so far because I've been working, but I have the next 3 days off.
Okay. So, yeah, we should be ready for that.
It will be ready. It will be ready.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us how you feel about Annie Card's sentence.
Miraculous fucking escape. That's it. She's a fucking magician.
She is a magician.
It was okay. Well done. I respect. Well done, Annie. That is magic.
Yeah. Attempted murder and just ends up with a fine and community service. I mean, that is pretty magical.
Yeah.
Quit.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we will see you again on Sunday. Goodbye.
Thunderstep Gaming.